Hey guys.
Good morning, nerds.
Yeah, in the final day. Finals. America versus England.
Oh, it's huge, guys.
It's a match to see.
This round is bonkers. Everyone you know from the internet and Team England.
Pretty much.
Playing against each other. It's wild.
We were thinking who to get on the stream, and looking at the pairings, we don't want to bring you Thousand Suns on again. We've seen
no
them
more
like
Thousand
6
Suns.
times.
We've had a lot of Thousand Suns.
But luckily, we got really lucky, and we got Nassim into John Lennon.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean, if there's a US player I wanted to get on, it would be John Lennon. Like,
exactly.
Is there anyone better in the world? Arguably not.
Two amazing experienced personalities on the stream, so we know they're going to be comfortable. There is no distractions.
Good guys as well, and that's what you want.
Yep, exactly.
Dark Angels against Bulgrin, though.
We're gonna see.
Get ready to watch some stuff bounce off some stuff.
It's gonna be scholars versus book burners, right? Pretty much.
It's a grindy game, I suspect. But I'll be really interested to see. Lennon, obviously, best Marines player in the world, probably. I think very reasonable claim to that.
Yep.
Art of War, USA stalwart. Fantastic personality, and Nassim, obviously, as we know and have been seeing all weekend, absolute killer for Team England. He's been arguably one of the star performers the whole way through.
He's very known in the competitive scene, but he's probably not very known for the wider 40k community.
Yeah.
But when he shows up, he shows up. So he's a rising star, we can say.
Absolutely, he's the young gun.
Yep, exactly.
But he's going. Yeah, this is as stern a test as he will have had all event. So this is very, very exciting.
It's gonna be an exciting game and an exciting round.
Should we do the wider pairings whilst we're here?
Yep, exactly what I wanted to show. So this round, England needs to win, right?
This is must win for both teams. Both teams lost a game yesterday. Exactly. So if they lose or draw now, it's over as far as the podium's concerned. I think, barring some luck for maybe third. And pairings were very hard fought, very interesting. Both teams had different things they were trying to do. I don't think either team paired the way they'd been pairing up until now. In a textbook kind of don't give away what you want to do when it matters. It's a slightly different approach. And it's a mixed bag. I think England come out of it reasonably happy, but then you have to remember that what they think is going to happen isn't what the USA is going to happen. So there's a lot of variance.
If you ask one team and the other team, and both teams will have good pairings, they'll say, yeah, we got what we wanted. The other team will say exactly the same. The question is, who's right?
100%. And so if we're looking down the list, we've got Chris Kinnair into Anthony Vanella's World Eaters. Anyone who knows the US knows that how the World Eaters get on and around has historically been really, really pivotal. But actually, if you look at Anthony's scores across this event, he's been playing a different role with his World Eaters. He's been scrapping into all sorts of things. He's not afraid to take some of his worst matchups to deal with it. Now, Sisters' World Eaters is knife edge stuff. Sisters have the guns. They don't have any combat. If World Eaters get a couple of traps off in bad places on the board, that gets real scary, real fast.
On this mission, the World Eaters can set up the table because it's ritual. So in no man's land, you can set up objectives.
Oh, it's crazy, yeah.
So
the World Eaters love this mission. And so this is one of the ones I think we're going to know quite early on how this is looking, and it's a big round in the game.
Yep.
Next up, we've got Alex Harrison's Leagues of Votan into Andrew Gonyo's Tau.
Finally not a mirror, but almost a mirror.
Yeah, it's a shooty mobile mirror, right? And I think it's one of the lighter boards. I think it's Gonyo's board pick. This isn't an easy game for the Votan. I've played it many times, but we're backing Harrison because he's a Tau expert in his own right to give Gonyo a good game there. Then we've got Vic VJ's Thousand Suns into Nick Nanavati's Adeptus Sororitas. This should be a great game. Should be really, really fun. Two absolute legends in the game.
Vic was excited about this game.
Yeah, Vic's very practiced into it. He wants to play Nick. I think probably this is one of the ones we're hoping to get something from, but we have to just see how the early exchanges go. Then Chaos Space Marines Boris Michev into Lucas Troller's Orcs. The Orcs list is quite unusual, quite distinct. Lucas obviously a dedicated Orc specialist.
Yep.
But both these players are grindy players, so I'd expect a grindy game here, but I'm interested to see how it pans out. Next up, we've got an Eldari mirror, Tony Chu versus Sean Naden.
Yes, that's one we would like to see on stream, but we had Tony yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got Nassim on again.
I think good to have John Lennon on as well. That's really exciting for the internets, and I think this is a fascinating game. Sean Naden's got the Incarn, Tony doesn't. That's either going to be good or bad. I don't know quite which. I think again your read on this is really interesting. I think Eldar are in a slightly rough spot in teams. They keep getting the mirror, which to me suggests there's other places they don't want to be, like playing most of the other armies in 8s right now. So we'll see whether Sean's more teched for this or whether Tony is. That's going to be a fascinating game. But they're both long-term Eldar players, so that should be a great game. Christopher Radford gets to play Tyranids again under Eric Forsman, but it's the Crusher Stampede variant this time.
Oh, I see. Well, Chris seemed to be fine yesterday.
He brought good points back from the Nids last time. I'm not expecting massive swings in either direction in this game. I'm very interested to see how they get on.
Solid safe score.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's 2 of the newer players in the 2 squads. So that'll be an interesting game. We've got the one on stream, Nassim Fouchane into Dark Angels, and another one that I think will make or break this round is Manny Chima's Blood Angels into the Thousand Sons of Brian Sipe. Now, you all know Brian well at home.
They're both good friends.
They've played each other a lot over the years. They know each other very well. Brian has got a very innovative T-Sons list with Forge Fiends, Vortex Beasts, all sorts, quite light on characters. And, yeah, what comes out of this is going to be fascinating to see. I think this is another one where, a bit like the World Eaters and the Sisters, I see flip potential here that I think will be decisive in the round, and we're going to find out who's done the thinking. Brian's list is unusual. Is this its moment? Is this what it's for?
It's especially true for...
hard to call.
Yeah, for the combat armies.
Hard to call.
Get up on
so that's one to certainly be keeping an eye on. 2 of the top UK players throwing down. And I think broadly, pairings went fine. Yep. I don't think there's any massive slips here. You have to give a little to get a little, and I can only see a handful of games in that list where you're thinking there might be big swings either way, but we'll see. This mission this time is Ritual with swift action, so units can advance and do actions,
battle
line can advance, fall back and do actions. The Ritual is a very drawish, grindy mission. I think it slightly benefits combat push armies because they can project out onto the opponent's safe side. You've got to build objectives in no man's land. You only get primary for no man's land. Combat armies love that. Shooting armies like that slightly less. I wonder if that's why the shooting armies have all been paired into each other.
Possibly. And especially
for
since
some
we're
babysitting.
playing Crucible. And Crucible has a lot of no man's land that you can safely kind of engage in.
Yeah.
So a lot of staging spots. You see once you see the tables. And obviously it depends what table is picked. It's maybe something we should add on later on to which tables are they playing on, because you've got heavy, light and medium.
100%.
And it makes a massive difference in pairings.
Absolutely.
But we might as well focus on this round stream game and see the lists. Nassim lists again, you've seen it before.
So you're familiar with it, but just to reiterate, Cadian Command Squad with Leontis, Gaunts, Ghosts for uppy downy action, lone ops, shenanigans, 2 tank commanders for range, threat and trading.
Yep, 24-inch
on
threat
death.
And some last cannons.
You've got some Cadian shock troops for sticky objectives. You've got Catachans and Chimeras for scout move and transport protection. The Chimeras tend to go with the Kazakin. You've got 18 Professors, 18 Bullgrim ready to go. Ready to go. Let's see how quickly they die this time. They got massacred in the last game, but they still did very well for Nas. 2 Hellhounds for a bit of Overwatch control and threat on the board. And the Kazakin, of course, aforementioned, usually the recycled unit via reinforcements. It's a strong list. It's very good into mixed profile armies, and that's if there's a concern at all with this matchup, it's that there's a lot of flamer and small arms fire that's going to waste. But what Nas does have over the Lennon list is width of assets to play the game with, to block and to score and to shenanigans with.
And especially since if you look, John only has 1 battle line unit, Nassim has 3.
Yes.
So that advance and fall back in actions is very helpful for him,
if
it ever comes up.
Very much so. So over to the John Lennon list. This is Gladius Dark Angels. Now, we saw Gladius Dark Angels on stream yesterday.
Yep.
And I was moderately vocal in my opinion that maybe it's not got quite the same push potential as Blood Angels, but what we would say is that if anyone is going to make Dark Angels absolutely sing to the very best of their ability, it's John Lennon.
Yes.
And this is his baby, right? So we've got the Apothecary Biologist, the Harmacist, with fire, discipline. I suspect he's going to be running with some Eradicators to give them exploding 5s.
Must be.
On a full rerolls melter unit.
Yeah, Furious to...
Absolutely devastating.
Full rerolls to hit, wound and damage of exploding 5s.
Yeah, that's it. And so that's...
With Oaths.
The output in that unit is frankly incredible. Very, very scary for tanks. Then you got Azrael. Azrael running, by the look of it, with... I don't know if he can run with... He'll probably be running with Assault Intercessors on foot.
Yeah, I bet that's why the squad is there, in case there's some
so.
Artillery, so he doesn't just get picked up.
Exactly. A Judicia in a Circle Companions, only the one, which we've seen before.
Fight first. They don't have much in terms of defensives other than a 2-up save. So they need something to, to whittle down whatever's hitting them before it hits them.
Completely. And then you've got Assault Intercessors for Azrael. Double Assault Intercessors with jump packs, just this amazing skirmishy, tradey unit. 80 points is a steal for those guys.
Great for the mission, they pack a punch, it's a no-brainer.
Triple Deathwing Knights, I think John Lennon calls this Custodies at Home.
Yes.
Eradicators for the harm assist, infiltrators for screening the backfield. Very useful against Nass's list, which likes to drop stuff in behind in the late game. Inner Circle Companions and the Repulsor. And we'll be interested. Obviously, we watched the Dark Angels list with the Repulsor yesterday. It wasn't quite clear where the Repulsor fit into the game plan. I'm very curious to see how this is all used.
I'm sure it'll be well utilized this game.
I think that's the thing. I just think we're going to really see how Dark Angels are played today.
Yeah, because quite often when you see John's list, especially when he whipped out Ultramarines first, in the last, was it Atlanta, when he played Money? That list was something you don't see often, the jumpy round innovative lists, and he piloted it very well.
Oh yeah, I mean this is Lennon, right? He's constantly innovating, creating, inventing, especially with Marines. And he sets the tempo for what's going to be the new hotness. So we'll learn an awful lot on stream today, which is incredibly exciting. And of course, he's got little idiots. He's got a Calidus for jumping around doing actions, and crucially for some CP shenanigans as well, making things more expensive.
Exactly.
You've seen Nass play this list. He likes to tap a few little strats here and there to get different things. Calidus might make that a bit thorny. Voidsman at arms, just going to stand at the back or make objectives or whatever the hell else. It's interesting. I don't know how you feel, David. Looking at this, I feel like the Dark Angels have the edge.
They might do. The question is how well are they gonna utilize the space, because
that's the crucial
you
thing.
don't have a set board effectively with objectives. You create your fields, right? So the question is, do you create safe objectives, which is your instinctive thing to do, or do you push forward and set up an objective in an inconvenient place for your opponent so that they cannot place a safe one?
Absolutely.
And you protect them in the middle. And there is, obviously there is a shooting threat from both sides. There's a combat threat from both sides. And Bulgrin and Deafening Knights are equally tough to remove. So I'm sure of this pairing, both teams have practiced and they know what they're doing. I'm not sure what they expect to happen. I assume both of them are happy with the pairing. Because none of them seem really disgruntled with.
No, exactly. I think the England boys were relatively happy with the set of pairings that they got. Well, I would say there wasn't. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of spike potential on the England side here, and my gut feeling look at this round is that if there are spikes, it might be going the US's way, which makes it a little nervy.
Yes.
But we just have to wait and see if a couple of our star men can turn it around.
Since it's down to player skill, we're gonna be in for a treat.
If I was guessing, I would say that Team USA paid a lot of close attention to Nass. They know what Nass does, and I think Lennon is here to slow Nass the fuck down and stop him doing his thing and stop him getting big scores. And I do think the Dark Angels list is better at doing that into Nass than most of the things he's been up against so far. But who knows? This is going to be a massive game. I am fascinated to see how it goes.
And we can see players are deploying on Crucible. A bunch of units on the line because, again, WTC terrain, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 big ruins, heavy table again. Again, cutting downs, firing lines. Repulsor is not going to be happy trying to find targets, but equally tank commanders won't be able to find much luck.
Absolutely.
But they're both happy to push up and create danger zones. We've seen yesterday Tony played on a heavy table.
Yes.
And he was able to find angles, and I'm sure it's going to be the same, especially since it's the ritual where you place objectives where you want. Do you do it in the open and hide? It's all up to you. I'll just let players know that there'll be mics being turned on, just so they know.
No problem at all. I'll do some chat work. Do that. So hello chat. It's good to have you all back here. Let's see what you've been saying, you bunch of nerds. What's going on? So Adam was hoping for a Manny John rematch from Worlds. I flipping wasn't. Mood here was a little bit tense. Everyone was a bit tired today, and obviously these guys are throwing down a few times, and I think we just want some nice games. I think Nass John's a nice game. Let's take that. Friendman says good morning, nice to have you here. Friendman. Quintero says I'm biased, but I think the US won the pairings. You know what, Quintero? I think if I had to pick a side, I'd say I might agree with you there. Might agree with you there, but I am just the astropath. What do I know? I was on coffee break for most of the pairings, bringing people stuff.
But then talking
Paddington is indeed in
fine.
attendance. You're damn right. Paddington has travelled with us as the mascot. Very important to have some representation. And he's hoping to actually start a Peruvian WTC team for next time out. So if you know any Peruvians who want to play Warhammer, just send Paddington an email and he'll get that team started for next year. I think he wants to coach. He's not interested in playing on account of the fact that he's a toy and he can't move. We've got Friendman saying, I hope Vic kicks some ass. Friendman, we need Vic to kick some ass in this round. Looking at the pairings, it's pivotal, absolutely pivotal that Nick gets a good up on Nanavati, and it's whether he's actually capable of doing that. Adam says Nassim into John's going to be a good game. I think this is going to be a great game. This is two of the best players in the world throwing down. It's an Imperium feast as well for you Imperium lovers. It's going to be awesome. You know, and they probably are the best players in the world on their factions, and that's really, really, really cool. And then we've got Magic saying good morning. Christopher, are those hangover shades, Tom? No, I didn't drink yesterday, Christopher. We're saving the beer funds, aren't we, David, for later? They'll be drinking tonight. Paul Bridges in again.
Definitely.
Worldist Sisters seems much more violent. Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, that hinges on a couple of things, that matchup, particularly Exalted 8-bound and their trapping. I just don't... That's one of the weak spots of Bring Us a Flame. It just doesn't have a way to play its way out of a trap. And I am mildly concerned about it. We'll see how things go. I think this round is just going to be so tense. It's such a big game for both sides. Across the table says, morning, Nerd Whisperers. Yeah, damn right, Nerd Whisperer in the house here. I like that name. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're all well in the chat. You've got up bloody early, guys. You're excited for this one.
Yes.
I don't blame you. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. Swissy says, let's go. Hi, Davey. Nice to have you in. Gonyo is great with Tau, Specialist as Quintero. Yeah, absolutely. And Harrison's definitely been playing Votan for at least 3 or 4 weeks, so they'll both be able to have a good throwdown.
Yes.
Quintero says, I would take VJ. Yep, absolutely.
And yeah, it would be fun to see John and Mani rematch.
100%.
The pairings, unfortunately, didn't let us see that.
Yeah.
That definitely would have.
Those boys have played enough. Let's give them a break. They can go play someone else. Those are tough games. Those ones always go right down to the line. We don't have a lot of time in this round. So then Jonathan Gibson says GK Nids game. Yeah, it's exciting. It's a good one. Chris has the reps now. Ashley Blake says it's so hard for you guys to pick a game here when at least 4 games would be epic to stream. Yeah, I completely agree. Mate, you could stream this whole round. You could stream this whole round. You'd have a great time.
I wish I could have multiple setups and just put all the games on.
Yeah,
because I'm sure they're all going to be bangers.
And peace be with you, says Eric. Yeah, peace be with you too, Eric. What a lovely sentiment. That's nice. That's nice. Want to see the USA Nids list in action, says MH. And then, yeah, lots and lots of love for the Professor. Yeah. Just checking some stuff with the mics.
I'm just asking because at some point when my coaches come by for updates, I'll probably call Nassim over, but mute our mics.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, man. No problem at all.
I'll just meet you. Perfect.
Yeah. We'll flip you down and no worries. Lennon just wants to make sure his coach communications aren't going through on the stream, which is fair enough, actually. That was an unintended side effect, I think, with the recording. We weren't really trying to do that, but it's happened a couple of times.
Yes. So some teams don't mind, but obviously it gives an advantage to other teams if they're watching. So Nassim needs to hear what's happening, and he will.
100%. Yeah, there's open communication, but then there's open communication, right? It doesn't need to go out all over the internet. I think that's entirely reasonable.
Oh, you're not going to put the tank commander on the line for me?
Here we go. It's starting.
Like 3 companions, dude.
It's
awesome.
Starting. Across the tabletop's been listening to our 6++ WTC coverage. Yeah, get over to 6++, guys. There's some extra WTC content, roundups, and that sort of thing. We're going to be making that today, tomorrow.
You'll have a turn before I'm dropping anything.
And Josh C says if you have to rely on anyone, relying on Vic is a good place to be. I agree.
Exactly. Vic is in the team to be the reliable brick, and he was the same. Even in his debut here, I think he was just...
He flips rounds, that's what he does.
Yeah, he's very good at armies where he can plan his game and just do his thing as push as possible.
Atroic says all the super chats from yesterday are budget for tonight. Yeah, 100%. And the super chats for today, guys. Don't let us down. We're looking on a beer fund here. The more beers come in, the more we can end up just buying them from literally everyone else in this place. That's the goal. I want to buy the Luxembourg boys some drinks. I want to buy all sorts of drinks for all sorts of people in here. So let's get that beer money flowing in. That'd be great. Kylo says, hey, lovely to have you here, Kylo. Zero effects in the gym. God, I miss the gym. I miss my family. I miss my bed. I miss the sight of English grass. Oh, I definitely miss sleep. God, they were delirious in the pairings last night, David. They were losing their minds. They were all like, there was a lot of like giggling, like hysterical giggling. I think they're
gone.
They're gone. They're absolutely gone. Oh my God.
And funny enough, Euler, I asked the same questions to Nassim.
On you.
And Nassim said, "Oh, these are line of sight sticks." I was like, "Are they 9 inches? So they help you with the thing?"
Yes,
oh
sir,
no, but
Leo.
they should be. It's like, there isn't much planning. There is just a stick for line of sight and marking out things on the board, basically to speed up the game for him.
Oh, Paul Bridge asking about the beer fund money.
Yep.
It's basically super chats. All the super chats that come in support the stream. And if you mention that they're the beer fund, they will support the beer fund. And if you mention that they just support the stream, they're going towards the new cameras. Because I'm planning to get 4 HDMI cameras, and that's about the $4,000 investment, and then you need the board to plug them into, which is another grand. So I'm in for a treat. But yeah, definitely beer funds will be supporting our delirious drinking fest in the evening, celebrating England's first place, hopefully. So that's the plan. We're driving home in the morning on Monday, so we need a short and intense bender that we can sleep off by morning.
Well, this whole town shuts down at like 2, right?
Possibly.
Possibly. It normally does. I think all the bars and stuff close.
I
It might
think the
close even
longest
earlier. It's a Sunday night.
I think the longest I've stayed out was until 1.
Yeah,
I think some places stay
exactly
open
that.
until
Like
they've got
yeah, so I think we'll see, but it's like, I'm normally only just getting started doing damage to myself at that time. So I think we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. And don't worry, look, my liver will be intact. I don't really drink much, to be honest, these days. Except
Tom
for
cannot drink much.
I can't, I put myself straight to sleep.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
There's Nassim's
Paul
going
Bridge, that's
first.
right. So just super chat with Biff. I mean, that's amazing, Paul. Yeah, that'd be really, really appreciated. Across the tabletop says, let's go to Nassim.
13. Get the Calidus.
He's right there.
Yeah, no worries. So 13 the back of my base.
He's not wholly in the feature.
Oh, that's fine. It'll just be the casket squad disembarked.
100%.
Yeah, Nassim's first turn. We missed the roll-off. We're too busy looking at the chat. It's
Looks like
it's
a
very
Nas.
hard to
Looks like a
split
Nas
Would I
first
like
turn
to
there,
mark?
doesn't it?
Definitely, he already drew
We're
his
gonna mark the
cards.
Voidsman.
Don't bother.
that-
Don't bother.
I wasn't
Again.
gonna mark people you can kill.
Again, they're
Extra
both very
move
experienced
from this
players.
tanky man
We've
there.
seen from yesterday. Quick thinking, quick actions, so I'm sure this is going to be action-packed game. There won't be much standing around and thinking
100%.
because they both know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, this one is tense.
We'll see how much they force each other to slow down and think, right? That's going to be interesting because we've seen Nassim very decisive, very quick in the last stream game. I'm not being responsible for getting Nassim drunk. Nassim has been holding out pretty well, to be honest. I never see difference between him drunk or not
This
because he's
gentleman is
always
gonna
just all over the
order-
place.
This how hand for extra move.
Oh yeah, we cannot have Nando's as a victory dinner. Unfortunately, there's no Nando's around here. There's pretty good pokey Hawaiian place, which is amazing. Beastie burgers, which queue is usually long enough that you go in and buy the pokeball
All the
anyway.
gonna have extra
Food is
moves,
great. It's a bit expensive around here, but it's nothing special
which leaves me
in
with one regular order
ridiculous
here.
prices. But the food is really good.
And
The
yeah,
drinks
The
are very
Pokeball
Pokeball
good.
was really nice. I had that yesterday. That's what I'll eat again today. I need my fruit and veg at this stage.
It tricks you into thinking you're eating healthy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Paul
Don't
Bridge,
have
thank
extra
you very
moves
much
well.
for the
Paul Bridge,
for
you're
the
a
beer
star.
donation.
Thank you so much.
No,
Really
fine.
appreciate that.
Okay.
That's Danish money. Very nice.
Danish money. Perfect. So
He's
it's close
the
to home.
Danish Paul Bridge. It's actually my favourite Paul Bridge now. Don't tell the other Paul Bridge. But,
How many are
You'll
there?
have-
There's 2.
I'll leave the spare order.
But no one ever knows which one is which.
Well,
I'll
yeah,
just
we
go
were
over
getting
from the
confused
picture.
by, oh my goodness,
Four.
it's all kicking off now.
Alright,
Luke Redacted, thank you
Look,
so
thank
much.
you.
It says except for Tom so he doesn't fall asleep.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
you
all
just,
right.
I
That's
think
all
you just
right.
killed Tom because with
I'm a
the,
cheap date. It's great. You know, David can have the rest of the beer money. I'm not going to need much to be delighted. So
with the
fun.
with the beer funds we accumulated.
Yeah.
Tom's gonna be out in an hour.
Maybe we
If
just
that
pace
move
it.
this guy here 13.
But we appreciate it a lot. Thanks a lot.
It gets
Remember,
The
that's me.
OG Paul
Oh,
Bridge.
Paul
The
Bridge.
Danish
Oh,
Paul
okay.
Bridge is the OG Paul Bridge.
Oh, so there's Danish Paul Bridge and OG
Yeah,
Paul Bridge, which
absolutely.
is English.
Yeah.
There we go.
So here we go. Nas is making some early plays here. So let's get our heads in the game for a second.
base.
You've seen this played once already on the stream. You know Nash likes to push the edges. But what you'll observe on this map, with the way the ritual is, Nas has not loaded up both sides. There simply is no need.
I'll tell you in the command.
Because you're going to ultimately create objectives and start trying to lock down primary. So you actually want your resources clumped a bit closer together.
Yes.
John, on the other hand, not so in the mood for
I'll
that.
disembark in
He's
3. anything you
distributed
wanna
all the way across the
I
line.
don't have an option for that.
I think that's because John's ultimately more durable,
do?
a little bit more punchy individually
Yeah,
with his
that doesn't
units.
trigger reactive moves.
And so it looks like John's going to be trying to push out further across the board and potentially trying to break Nas's castle in a way that I don't think Nas is going to be able to do until he's whittled down some of the Dark Angel's units for a stronger counterattack.
And Nassim cannot just blindly push forward.
He
because
really,
he'll lose a lot of
can't in
resources.
this matchup. But that said, he's having some nibbles on the flank, making some trouble, trying to draw out some of John's assets on that flank.
Yes, exactly. And we've seen that passive is never the name of the game because everyone
No.
who played passive so far has under-delivered on their matrix. We've seen. Obviously, we haven't seen the Germany matrix, but we've seen that the player didn't expect to bring that low of a score because he called over the coach and told him he's going to be a bit below.
Yep.
So we know that playing passive, from experience, from what we've seen, playing passive never paid off yet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always you try to make plays, try to force errors, you need to do something around the board because it's the caliber of players at this point where if you don't force them to make mistakes, they won't, and they will take whatever they can.
Special weapons
Exactly.
to have range on these, well, I on these four.
Yes. Yeah, you got it there.
That guy I can't see anyone.
I'm sure.
Oh, I see. Nassim is very quick to
If you
drink.
throw an
doesn't
8
stop
damage
and-
grenade, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
goes
Well, credit to Nassim and the entire team. They haven't drunk a beer since we
I'll ask the
arrived.
question
We had
if
the
you do
one
that.
night, and then that was it. Everyone's been staying stone cold sober.
That's gonna change tonight.
Dicky,
Not so for the coaches and support though. You know, they get to play Warhammer. We get to enjoy ourselves a little bit more. That seems like a reasonable deal, right?
12. Is there any
So-
objective? Oh, can you pass me an objective? I'm just going to put it down now if that's okay.
It's just pushing
Easy, I'll
out.
be doing the same in my turn.
Yeah, just pushing out, working out where his
So
objectives
I
are
need
going
to
to
have
go.
one unit within 1 inch. So just
Nassim's
move
gonna
here,
be putting down an
put
objective.
the objective. And then 12 inches.
And
Did you bring me the card for the ritual? Out of curiosity, do you control the ritual objective at the end of your turn?
Scoring points is done all at the end.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking if you gain control of the
good.
objective.
That's fair.
Because you
Could you pass
control
it
at
to
the
John,
end of any
please?
phase, right?
Thank you.
It's a good point. So
I just want to read it. Keep doing your thing.
it might just mean I might redraw for Mark. That's it.
If
Yeah.
So let's look.
Yeah,
look at it now then.
ritual is something
so ritual
no one
is
is
completed
very
at the end of your
experienced
turn,
in.
so
I
it
can
won't
imagine.
be there
because
at
it's
the
a
end of
very
the
rare
fight.
mission.
I'm going to be very honest, David. I think it's a joke
So
that
I
the
don't
ritual
believe
is
you would have an
second to last
opportunity
mission
to
at the
gain
WTC.
control
So
of
I've
the
spoken
objective.
to
I would
Jay.
describe it
Jay.
as a Mickey Mouse mission.
You want
I
me to
enjoy
check
playing
to
it
see-
with someone
I don't
learning the
recall
game.
control being
I
end
am
of
baffled
phase or turn. I thought it
that
was
this
just
is
in
the
phase.
mission
but
on
I'm
which
actually
England
not
USA are
100%
going
on
to throw down.
Yeah, let's see if we can just
Well,
grab a
it's,
guy.
I suppose it comes down to practice. I bet
Yeah.
England practice this mission because it's one that you have to practice
Yeah, we
more
were
than
teaching
most.
Vic how to play it yesterday.
Then you know it's bad when
Can you actually give me a judge? We have the card, now we have a question.
Can we,
As soon as they're done.
oh yeah.
Just resolving some questions here about how the ritual
We got
works.
a
'Cause
ritual
the
question for
interaction
you
with
because it's a
secondaries
nice,
is
fun,
important.
normal mission. So,
You can hear
if
that Lennon
you
has about the same level
make
of
a new
respect for the
objective,
mission.
it completes
that I
at the
have.
end of the turn. Since that's after the end of the fight phase, is there an opportunity to control the objective for the purpose of a card like Secure No Man's Land?
Yeah, because now you control objective also at the end of your turn.
So end of phase or turn?
Yeah, that's
All right.
when you
Perfect.
Perfect, thank you so
But
much.
you cannot cleanse it.
We're not cleansing.
Not
No.
cleanse, can't secure. Thank you so much.
fine.
All right,
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
Keep going.
I thought so.
I wanted to check now, I did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
want to check the end of your turn.
No, of course.
Yeah, it's
For
good to
sure.
know these
And
things in
so
advance. to
these
plan
bad
for your
boys
turn.
are exactly 12 apart, because that looks completely not true.
12. It's from. I thought it's from the middle to exactly to the middle.
So
Ah,
it's 12 from middle to middle.
Yeah, middle.
Yeah.
I'll just adjust the objective wherever. I am.
Yeah, you put it where it needs to be. It just looked a little bit far.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
the
like-
organizers think it's a
He's not
good
gonna move too far forward.
skill mission in a way of good players.
You want to
will-
drag it to that point?
Basically, it's,
Yeah, we got
I've
2 hands on
talked
it.
about them. It's about
There you go.
stats.
That's good.
Yeah,
The win rate is
Back to-
not like massively skewed one way or the other if the player's skill is equal.
yeah.
So they're saying it's a good mission to have because obviously they want to use a variety of missions from the past.
That's
so it's
interesting.
not
If
the
they've been
same.
looking at the big data
So
for
they're
the
gonna
mission, I
walk
think that's
Fulgrim
interesting.
the
Yes,
objective.
Personally, I think
that's
it's just
what I'm
because of the nature of what it is. It's a very drawish mission, unless it's a blowout matchup of armies.
But then think about it, right? We've had previous missions which are very swingy missions because of the going second. So this is
Yeah,
more of a
that's
stable
true.
round.
That's true.
So I
That's
suppose
fair.
it kind
I
of
mean,
balances out
this
the other
has good
missions.
end game potential just because there'll be a bunch of objectives on the board by then. They'll be close together too.
And
But it
it's-
is nuts.
yeah, it's about
If you
player
try to
skill
get in here,
and
there's a potential
experience.
overwatch.
Like
Completely.
if you put
Yeah, I
an
get it.
objective here, it
That'd be
forces your
good.
opponent to do X.
You got a heavy flame or
So
multi-mount on
I'm
that
sure
bad
that's
boy?
what Team England was
Good lad.
practicing and talking about. What's the best placement of objectives and
Oh,
what's the
for
best
sure.
response to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's curious
Only
to see
cowards
what
take
they
heavy bolters.
Yeah, just.
what they favor.
It doesn't matter
Absolutely.
if I'm-
Luke in the chat's right. It could be the new servo skulls. That would be worse. And Paul Bridge, yeah, the refs are amazing. The refs have been amazing all weekend.
perfect.
Like, they've been fantastic. Refs, coaches, the whole lot. The support for the players has been nuts. It's been really, really good. Shout us out. Have you got any US fans in the house? Let us know if you're watching the US. It'd be lovely to hear you. Pipe up. Great to have you here. Hope you're enjoying it. Cheering on you boys.
We had England versus USA in the World Championship in singles.
Yeah.
England won. Now it's World Championship in teams. See who prevails.
Oh yes.
It's a macro level rematch.
Fantastic. And yeah, we'll be repeating our little room cam experiment from yesterday.
Yeah, no big deal, man.
Probably do that in like, I don't know, 10,
big deal,
15 minutes, send the
Little
camera around, just
fidgets
get a
like
little
that,
look
man,
at some
never
of the
gonna
other
be a problem.
matches.
Don't worry about
Paul Bridge, Russ,
I was
asked roughly how many refs are there. I've no idea.
I think it's
I don't
nearing
know.
10.
I understand.
There's Jay, which is a head ref, and I've seen at least 6 or 7
Yeah.
other refs.
There's plenty about.
This
Yeah,
ball
there's
just
at
gonna
least
move 9.
And they have an excellent sixth sense of which tables they need to be at.
Yeah, fair enough.
That'll be 20.
Khan Lennon
20.1.
fans. Michael Shah says, I'm up late as hell watching from the US. Amazing. Lovely to have you
I'm
here,
glad
Michael
you're here
Shah.
with us. I know the
I
pain
hope you're
because
enjoying it.
I've been on the other side whenever our players are playing in the US. I'm up and watching, and I know the
Yeah.
pain.
It's super exciting. I mean, the US are one of the teams I root for, even
It's good time to
even
paint.
when England are here. So it's just a very cool squad, some great personalities. It was really nice to finally chat and meet with Nick Nanavati earlier on. Like, you
That
know,
direction, extend.
these are voices you listen to for years on end. They're all in the same room now. It's incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a link in the
Wouldn't tell
chat,
you that
guys,
it's
to our,
impossible.
my channel, 6++ Gaming, with Chris Tull, my captain, Scrivo, all the other lads, Davey, the gang. All sorts of cool guys making cool 40k content with fun
Yeah.
as the watchword and competitive as the follow-up. If you like those things, you'll like us. Give it a listen, give it a like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Do the same for Glasshammer Gaming.
Yep, exactly. You can watch tournament coverage, which is getting better and better every day. Doing my best, and you can listen
Oh,
to John's
smashing it,
beautiful
David.
voice soothing
Incredible
you
setup here.
to your painting sessions or to sleep. I tend to listen to podcasts and stuff
Yeah, I'd have to
go
get
to
out of
bed,
advance
and John's definitely a
I can
person to listen
That's
to.
fine.
Nice soothing voice,
Yeah, absolutely.
very posh.
So Nasser's making a push there.
2 tanks.
By my estimation, I think he's trying
So I'll forgo the
to snipe out the Calidus
Mhm.
with his squad in the building there. The Hellhound can't shoot because it's not fully in the terrain, but the Kazakins that are in the terrain can.
Mm.
I think his thinking is if I just bop off the Calidus now, that's one less utility unit for John to use. And I think if Nas has an edge over the Dark Angels, it's in his utility units, his horde of idiots, the trash he's got.
You would be surprised how much of a difference that one unit missing can make, because she's an uppy downy unit, and John has one battle line, her, 2 assault incisors, and everything else is an expensive heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really want to play the mission with them. So if Nassim can focus those little units that play the mission, then John will be forced to choose between playing the mission and doing damage,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
keeping them safe just to create danger zones.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely an approach, because Nassim cannot just brute force his way through Dark Angels. The two tanks.
Not a chance. You're not
So-
going to see.
yeah.
This isn't Thousand Suns, right? This isn't a bunch of wizards. This is very armored Terminators with -1 damage. In many ways, it mirrors NASA's own list in
This
what
is
it does.
the
Right? It's an
Chimera,
anvil.
everything into the Calidus.
But the Dark
Oh, yeah.
Angel's output is
Okay.
better in melee, particularly than the Bullgrim. The
Good
Bullgrim
for
don't
him.
win that exchange.
Oh, heck yeah.
And yeah, the lists are in the chat.
Fine.
Exclamation point, exclamation mark lists.
Just fielding a few shout-outs in the chat. So
Solid.
we've got some more America
Man, these
fans
guys are
in. We've got
awesome.
Odin's Wrath.
Yes.
America, hell yeah.
Nah, okay.
We got Quintero watching from
Look at
Mountain
that,
West
6.
here in the US. It's early.
Yep.
Goodness, that's early in the morning. That's
Phil,
painful.
2.
That's
2
painful.
left.
Suffering for your team. I like it.
Strength 4.
Yep.
3 hits for -1.
I'm really glad you like the streaming setup, Quintero. David's worked extremely
1
hard on it.
save.
Fails down to 1.
And Captain Caveman, that's my own Paul James from 6++. We're all super hardcore serious players and not at all completely
Of
average.
course we are.
Paul, we're both, mate.
And then 5's hit.
We have a good time.
Four-
We compete
four's
as
hit.
well. That's the idea.
She's
That's
not
what we're trying to
stealthy.
hit.
I'm sorry. No,
No,
she's not stealthy.
That's fine. So I had 2 more hits with the stubber.
You had 5 hits with the stubber?
No, I had, yeah, I was hit on 5 with the stubber. That's fine. I only had 1
Where
with
is the
stubber, so that's
Calidus?
stubber.
Calidus is in the top left corner, Paul Bridge,
Yeah,
behind those Deathwing
Not
knights.
stealthy.
she looks stealthy.
She,
Yeah, that's
I'm surprised
Right.
she's not stealthy.
I know.
However,
She's not. All right, no worries. That's fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Juicy says, can't
Makes my
stay
life
up to
a bit
watch,
easier.
but thanks for the stream.
I'll
Juicy, we
put a
really
CP
appreciate
grenade.
it.
Out of
I
1.
hope you're well. Go have yourself a nice
Is this a
rest.
4 or 2?
See.
Alpha
the color
Omega asks,
shot,
what's the
come on.
chances of England
Down the
making
middle.
the final after their loss yesterday?
Still pretty decent, to be honest.
They,
And
it's
I'll fire
doable. It
everything.
is
There's a lot of
doable.
draws coming in,
And I'll
so that
charge.
helps.
Podium
Yep,
is still
I'll
fully
do the
within their
biggest
hands,
shot
I think. And
Cool.
then
7 of them
first
on
is
freeze.
not, needs
One
other
move
results
forward.
to happen elsewhere, but those things very much
And
can
on
and
fives.
will start to
Three
happen in other
saves if
places,
you
right?
want,
Not
so-
every team's going to make a perfect run.
3 AP1s?
If anyone can, it's the
Go.
French
We'll be guys in
at
cover.
this stage.
Yep. So 3 ups.
Or the
Guys,
Polish,
good.
they're
Uh,
undefeated,
okay.
but they
Kills
have
him, what's
both
next?
drawn.
Yep. Then the sniper.
And Juicy says shout out to Jacob for
misses,
setting
then
things
the
up. Yeah,
heavy
Jacob's been
pistol
an
on
incredible
force,
asset the whole way through.
the
And he's just such a
plasma
kind,
guns,
supportive person as well. He's been bringing food,
twos,
drink, whatever
go.
anyone needs at any given moment in time. It's like he anticipates your needs before you know you need them.
6 up.
He's great.
I have cover, but doesn't matter. He's gone.
There's a guy.
All right. So I
So
got
the Calidus
two left.
has bought it. That's a
Cool.
dead
That's my
Calidus.
turn. I get
It
5
helps a
on
lot.
that, and
And
then over
some
to you.
Marines up in
Cool.
the top
Mark
corner
for
there
deck.
have
You wanna
died. I
keep it?
can't actually
No.
quite tell what
Oh,
type
man.
they are
And I
because
go
of
to
the bases.
TCP. Boss.
There you go.
Okay, doke.
I'll go to 3. That's real.
So
Calidus will go
Nassim
up.
scored 1 card. No, Calidus
And stay
hasn't
there.
died. It's gone up. It's okay. It's lived.
Would you like to cut this for me?
He's taken a chunk out of some Marines on that side instead.
There you go.
I'll give
Send
you
battle
some
lines.
update his
Oh
cards.
no.
I'll do it
Cover
for them.
assets.
You look at that defensive block that Nassim
Do
set up.
hate that one.
Home field and
Yeah, no, I know. It's a stupid one. It's not like I can't. I just don't like to.
And Nass's obviously looking to swing around down into that bottom corner.
this terrain doesn't matter. I'm
Try
gonna
and
put
get
this so we
himself a
can-
nice
oh,
setup of
up.
objectives. This looks like a grindy defensive game. Yeah, Alpha Omega says fingers crossed England make the final. This round, I mean, both the squads in this round are incredible. There's a few games that will have a decisive
If you're not
impact.
gonna, I don't know if you're thinking about auto passing.
Oh yes, we don't
I'm
respond.
not going to, but I do have to do my other stuff first, just for
Both
because I have a lot of
undefeated
command
teams.
space and space rates. I'm definitely not out
Two
of the pass
draws
guy,
equals
though.
a
We,
loss.
we find out together.
And yeah, you're absolutely right, Quintero. I think US and England need some help. If Poland and France don't
Are your-
lose
is
another
your
game,
thing start
they're
off
finishing
the,
ahead. There's no
last
dispute at that
options?
point.
In the
And no one
command
can
phase.
say they wouldn't have earned
So I
it.
see
They both played
cards,
incredibly well.
do oath and doctrines,
Poland already
then I
beating
do
the
battle
USA,
shots.
France beating
in that
England.
order.
Cool. I'm saying because of
Because your thing is also there?
it's any time in the command phase. That's
Yeah,
why.
I'm going to go ahead and make you do this first if you want to.
I don't think it.
What's that?
Don't think it.
Yeah, figured. Big shock.
I'll quickly go have a look on Nassim's cards and update the.
Yeah, that'd be
Stuff
great.
like-
And then John Lennon's got extend battle lines. That one's great. Recover assets a little bit more fiddly.
So,
MH says it's amazing to see how coverage of WTC has grown over recent years.
10 and
Keep
change.
going, lads. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean,
4.
it's just so much energy
Yeah.
and excitement around 40k. You know,
I
we all
agree.
live and breathe it. We have a great time. The national scene is absolutely thriving in the UK. So absolutely bring it
Indeed,
to
his,
bring
but
it to
not
the
mine.
people. Everyone should be involved. It should be a big national event. It's started to be the last couple of years. I think we've helped to push it along this time, make it even more so. Oh, thanks, mate. I dropped my wallet somehow. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to grow and grow and go as far as coverage. One thing, and it's actually, I think one thing players trying out for international teams now are going to need to
Use the
do is
sticks,
get
the
practice
baguettes.
playing on
There you go.
stream.
I like it.
So I think that's going to be more and more a part of the event.
Oh, to the
So they need to be able to do it. These guys both very comfortable on stream.
Exactly. I did
Lennon's
have
been playing on
both of
stream
them.
for years
Both
on a
absolutely
weekly
fine.
basis.
Yeah, Art of War and Nassim is not really experienced on stream, but he just doesn't care.
He
He's
just
good.
doesn't care. He's
Yeah.
just bulletproof. That's the thing.
And it helps.
Just does his thing.
It obviously helps the team, right? Because if the team is being covered and someone doesn't feel comfortable to be in the stream, Nassim always can step in no matter
Yeah.
the pressure. This is obviously a high pressure game against a very good player. And Nassim is just a trooper.
37.
Yeah.
And
37 for the big one.
for the big one. What's for the one you care about?
I care about all of them, but there is one that I care about the
Not
most, I'll admit.
Guns,
The
all guns
WTC
are-
coverage has
guns
grown
are equal, but not
incredibly.
all guns are created.
8 or 7
Yeah.
streams, you can watch any,
do respect
anything
guns,
you want
though.
pretty much.
No, take some. Can't be all made, eh?
Good
I
to
like taking
respect
guns.
guns, John. Good call. Oh man, we're watching John Lennon live in a game against England, David. Pretty bonkers.
In Belgium.
In Belgium. It's a good fucking day. It
It's
is a
something you
good
wouldn't
day.
think that's going to happen, right? I'm in Belgium watching
I
John
absolutely,
Lennon
I
and
had
Nassim
zero
live.
plans to be here for any of this, David. My plan was let's try at Team England so you can play some good games into the best players.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I was kind of-
Whoops! Now we're in Belgium.
I was talking to Manny. I was like, Manny, do you think it's fine if I tag along to England and just take some photos
yeah,
and do some
yeah,
updates?
yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I've got this money sitting here. How about I
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
a stream setup and just stream events?
It was very much a that escalated quickly situation, but I'm glad it's gone the way it's gone.
I'm glad I was allowed to stream because it's very late that I asked WTC
Yeah,
if I can stream.
yeah,
They were like,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. They accommodated me greatly. They put
It's
me
amazing.
right with all the big streamers near them so we can share tables, which is amazing. They're really accommodating, and obviously they're happy for WTC to be as
Yeah.
popular as possible.
few more shout-outs in the chat. So we've got Coldash saying, morning David and Tom, welcome to day 4 of fun, war games and top-notch commentary. We'll take that. I feel like we're top-notch. I think we've done a good
I'm
job.
gonna go Where's Our Trust
Definitely.
TV?
Not necessarily on this
Cool.
stream or in that
I'll roll
order.
on the Xbox.
That's a good follow-up.
Hey, Gay,
Coldash giveth, Coldash taketh away.
I'm gonna go peek.
Paul Bridge says, any idea where Nas got those markers for the orders from? I'll find out after the game, Paul Bridge, and I'll let you know.
Hello.
And then we've
How you doing,
got Kylo says, I only have a face for
Doing
radio,
well, man.
lol.
Happy to
Yeah,
be here.
fair enough, Kylo, that's all right.
There you go. Nassim sprinting
Michael
for his
Dira
bathroom
says,
break
today
again.
France versus Australia. Oh, that's a cracking game, France versus Australia. The Australians doing what they always do, bringing some very, very weird-looking lists and then smashing regardless. They are just mavericks. I love them. That Mac Morrisoli Renegade Raiders list is my favourite, one of my favourites of the whole event. It's super cool. Bikes everywhere.
We can see Tom Higginbottom, the stand-in for Nassim.
There he is. There he is, just keeping an eye on things.
He's
John
been
Lennon, famously a scumbag. Not reputedly just one of the nicest guys in 40k.
yes.
Oh dear. John Lennon versus Vic would have been a funny one to have.
Definitely.
Two polite young lads having a good time.
Yes, trying to outplay each other. It's like Team Canada versus Team Canada.
And yeah, stream game France, you can get that on French War Game.
You've got, like, in the pod, obviously there is a large variety of games, but
Yeah.
as you get towards the final rounds, and this is effectively a semi-final going into a final, you will have all the top teams covered. We will be covering Team England. War Games Live is covering Poland and Sweden now, and I'm sure they'll be covering the undefeated final. In the final, French War Game giving you French team updates. You've got Team Germany next to us, Target Priority, doing updates from Germany. Then the Spanish stream and the Swedish stream right next to them. I think Canada is streaming, if I'm not wrong. They're a bit further down, so you can watch all your favorite streams.
Absolutely.
It's a treat to be at home. You're not starved of information at all. Nassim winded again. He sprints back and forth. He's a trooper, like I said.
Yeah, he's
young enough.
absolutely rinsed it, hasn't he?
He's young enough to actually do it safely. I feel like running down the hall would take me out for the game.
Alright, let's go top down for a second. Nas, just have a look at how John's approaching the macro
Absolutely.
on this start. So, I don't think either player wants to try and get an immediate in here, but the temptation must be there for John
help?
to yeet a few
No, it
units
goes Nassim.
forwards.
There you go. Oh, sorry, forgot to mute myself when I was shouting at Nassim, but Nassim figured out the
I
microphone.
think as long as the Dark Angels can avoid a situation where tank commanders are chipping in on damage into their unit, I think they're okay. But the board doesn't really give many easy ins in that sense.
It's a very cagey game for now, and we are far from experienced enough to see to kind of have an opinion on whether someone should push. It's more of I personally would be waiting for someone to give me something, and as
Yeah.
long as it's not a debate, go for it. Wait for a mistake.
And I think John looking down right
It's
now.
really one of those things where I have 2 lines, and I need to decide what the team wants.
That's
I know what John
that is
wants.
that is exactly right.
But I gotta think about this.
That is exactly
Fine,
right. This is a big moment.
You
'Cause
got it for a reason.
There's options.
And
There's options here, and it's all about how aggressive John decides to play it. I think John has the edge on list and on units, but there are risks involved. And he's just trying to weigh up if he's going to go for that or not. Really is too early
you
in the
tell?
game to know what they're
Oh,
getting
is
in
there
other
more?
rounds.
Yeah, just give it to me.
Makes any kind of risk. Well,
Stream
risky.
Like can you get me like 2 bottles of water? Like,
been a long week.
It's hot underneath there. No, just water. Yeah, please.
overlay is the wrong way around for the player. Yeah, here we are again.
He's not off the board.
Yeah, we might get those
Yeah,
switched
of course.
around because John Lennon's literally wearing blue. I'll see if David
So
fancies
hot.
doing that. We're moving our fan away, targeting it at Nassim.
Oh, much
John.
better.
It is so hot
Yeah.
in this venue.
Like
It's
that.
absolutely brutal. David, the overlay. So we've got blue for Nas on the wrong side. We're wondering, I think we've got players in the chat wondering if it needs to be the other way around. As much as we've got John Lennon here with the blue. Don't know how much it matters.
No, it's just when they're standing in hammer and anvil.
Yeah,
it-
just when
it
they're
looks
standing
wrong.
hammer and anvil, that's fine.
It's designed for Dawn of War, pretty much. That's why it looks
I
that
love
way.
Torino's 40k.
It's just both players
that?
tend to
Yeah, I
hang
love
around
Torino's
that blue
40K.
side, and John stands a lot. That's why it might be confusing.
Fun.
I'll move them all in a second.
How does
Just
this
getting an
works?
eyeball of where I want it.
Yeah, it's fine. You're good.
So that we know what's going to happen.
It's not that easy to
That's
explain
fine.
because even players are struggling
Yeah.
to understand. But basically what happens is in your shooting phase, you can declare a unit to start doing an action, which is the ritual.
Yeah.
And it has to be in no man's land. And you have to be, I gave John my card so I cannot read it, but I believe you have to be 9 or 6 inches away from the,
Okay, yep.
I think it's 6
Oh,
inches
it's-
away from the existing objective.
It's
so
12.
they don't overlap. 12? There you go.
Yeah.
12
Low
away
doctrines.
from the existing objective.
So
Battle
yes.
shock on the two
And then
nerds.
at the end of your turn, the
Fine.
objective appears. So
Yeah.
you basically create it, and then you can control it at the end of the turn
Yeah.
for things like secure no man's land.
You're essentially summoning new objectives, right?
Yes.
If you have a look at where NASA's done, NASA's brought one in and he's shoved a bunch of guys on it. You only score primary for your no man's
Just a
land
normal move?
objectives.
Yes.
They're going to do my action out
So
of
it's
the
very
defensive zone.
grindy.
Boyd's going to do the action.
All the actions in the middle. Certain
If you can
armies
get
love
these
it.
guys,
I'd
honestly,
say
man,
both NAS and Lennon
that's
just
on
love
me.
this.
Yes.
And they've slightly nullified into each other. But there's some tools in the Lennon list with the Eradicator brick. Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say that Eradicator brick can step out, and if it's got angles, can
3.1 from the
double or triple
that
tap
guy?
tanks.
You know the one I'm
no
talking
issue.
about.
It can kill 2-3 guard tanks in a go.
Can I interest you in a command point?
No,
Yes. Not near him.
I've got 3 from you. Either.
I'm good. I keep a 3-inch one on my
So
pants.
Assault Intercessors, I think, up the top there, come into play with the Kazakin that NASA's thrown out on that flank.
And it is once again very hot, so both players are having plenty of water.
Yeah.
I moved our amazing
It's going to
air
be very
confront towards
important
the
today.
players. To
Yeah, I
help
know. I
them out
miss
a
it, but
little
I
bit.
think we can.
I think we're fine. We
I think
sat
the
down, we're
players
chilling.
deserve it, right? We're
Yes.
not doing what they're
It's
doing.
not too bad where we sit, but they're in the very corner, so
Yeah.
it's better. Also, there's pressure, right?
Across the table to us, do you need a character to do this, or can any unit do this?
Any
Any
unit.
unit can do this, and in this mission, battle line can advance or fall back and still do it
Yes.
because it's an action.
Just going to go up and kiss it.
So yeah, you want this is it's all about your little extra units. They do this job.
Yes. And the mission is called The Ritual, if you want to have a look online on the card, or if you want to pull out your deck. It's not something you see very often. I don't think I've ever seen it at an event in the UK. WTC is the first one I'm seeing it being used.
If you look at
This is a chimera right here.
With Casper,
Lennon's
yes.
safe objective he's
Good
just
for them.
created, he's putting some
right.
fights first on there via his
They're
judiciary.
not too bad. They're not too bad.
Anyone
They get a
trying
job
to come
done.
and play for that's going to get
That's what
intervened
matters,
into by
It's most
scary
of what
boys
matters, to be fair.
who will chop them into tiny bits. Except Bulgrin, who they will chop into some bits and then get hit by. Actually, no idea what an inner circle companions
Oh, I
unit
didn't know
does into
hazardous,
Bulgrin.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, please do.
The output on the inner circle
but
companions
yeah,
definitely
guy.
went up with the slate,
Plasma pistol here. If it changes anything,
but they
feel
are a
free.
damage 2 squad. So.
Possess the plasma pistol here.
Yeah, that was actually the guy I was about to shoot, but it looks like I can still
Yeah,
do
it's
the
still
same
fine
plan,
like that. It's
so
fine.
we're good. Basically, I'm going to drop the repulsor to this corner
And you're gonna,
and be out of this line.
I know.
Drop
I know.
shots there. You know where it's going.
Again, very premeditated.
Both playing very carefully with the angles on their tanks. The repulsor will just die if tank commanders get some shots on it. So it's got to be careful.
Yeah, I think Repulsor is in more of a danger of dying in the tank versus tank battle, since the tank commanders are so tough and they've got a plethora of high strength weapons. So new missions are great. They don't differ a great deal. It's still pretty much control the board, control objectives. They just work slightly
I like
different
them.
with a little caveats.
Yeah.
Ritual and servo schools are two of the weird ones that people don't generally use because they deem to be too random.
Yeah.
Then again, the organizers have argued that from all the data when these missions are being used in European events, they don't throw in a massive
pardon me.
weird scores.
Yeah.
But it's just a
Why
matter
you
of
sleepy
fact
there?
that we're not used to these missions, so for us they're weird. We don't
Well, I
prefer them
figured-
because we don't know them. And if
Completely.
you're not experienced, it's just weird.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
must be a meta on how
The,
to
o-
play
the
these
overall,
missions.
the overall
These 5
pack's a-
knights are
is a
advancing.
big success, I would say.
Yes,
I
they
like
are.
the overall pack.
Yes.
Terraform, Burden of Trust, I played those a fair bit in the UK. They're good
Oh.
missions. I enjoy them.
No, I was going to say, it's
Um,
gone exactly as I
What's
expected
nice
it
is
to.
that there's just different requirements,
I know.
tempos, expectations, and win conditions across the missions now.
I won't be able to.
They're not as samey as they
I'll
have
leave
been.
it
Yeah, 'cause
In
you
ninth, they
can't
got very
sideways drift
samey very
30, you
fast.
pivot, you get to there.
Early 10th.
It looks like I'm going to be well on outside the line, but
just measure 11 pretty much, and like a little bit for that. So like
Beaky,
11
what
and a half.
dive got
Yeah,
shot in the
but
top
I'm
corner
gonna
that
be
Nas
well
got the
past that,
Kazakin
so
out
you're
for? That's a
good.
good question. I think he whittled the Calidus for something, I'm not sure. I'll double check. And he whittled away some assault intercessors.
Yes, he tried to. I'm pretty sure he tried to kill the Calidus and the squad and ended up not killing.
Didn't quite get what he was hoping for there.
that line's
But
like
obviously,
there, yeah,
when we saw Nas play this way with his Kazakin in the last round, he wants to play aggressively with one Kazakin squad because he wants it dead. The sooner it's dead,
Okay.
the sooner it's a
And
reinforcement
that's the
unit.
one squad he can recycle, so he's happy to
Yes.
sacrifice that.
Where's the wall?
And then remember, if you don't create speed bumps for your opponent, they will get
I
what
was
they
just gonna
want.
get the others.
And
Oh, fair enough.
ideally, in
I'm
a
gonna
very
put them all
tight
to one
round
side
like
so we can
this, you
control
want
them.
Yep,
to
thanks.
gain what you can. So if Nassim
Yeah.
sees an easy option to push without much risk, he'll go for it because bit by bit he'll take away
Azul's
John's
unit will
options
roll in
to score,
advance.
and that
We'll
will
kind of decide together where that's going.
hopefully let him get ahead.
2.
So
All
I'm
right,
sure
so we're
that's
going to go
his
this way because I needed 3 to get to that side of the wall with safety.
Paul Grish says the Kazakin
Pre-measuring,
killed the
it's
Calidus.
for nerds.
I thought they
And
killed it too, but then John said he was taking the
Vibing.
Calidus up.
Vibing,
So I'm
vibing.
not sure. We'll need to get some clarity on that.
Yeah, I'm sure, guys, you can have a look at the VOD. It's tough for us to go back and do stuff, but I'm sure someone
Yeah.
can have a look. I'm sure John will say, or Nassim will say if it died or not.
Rad to getting out.
All that's missing is a ravine board, says Paul Bridge. Yeah, at Saffron Slam, local to us, Lewis, the organizer, has these very thematic, fluffy boards, all sorts of lovely terrain.
I
And
bet they look
one of them
great.
is literally a ravine. It's very difficult.
Oh,
To
so you
cross.
just go gunner,
So
gunner.
you
Ooh, I
just
went first.
It is bonkers. Very hard to engage, so drawish on the ritual. I think we had 100 all draw on it. Pretty cool. Yeah, Nas just trying to start enough of a party in that flank there that stuff has to activate. John's not really giving it much, though. I think he was thinking about it. Decided against getting too heavily involved.
Yes, so I
Obviously,
believe
whatever comes to play over there is getting blasted by a tank commander next turn. John's very
Just
aware
going
of
to
that.
quick pre-measure where this thing
so
can
I
land
believe
exactly.
the reason Leontis goes with the command squad
Alright,
is
like
because
that,
they
clear
have the
the
Vox
line.
caster,
Yeah.
the Vox master, I think he's
Lines,
actually
yeah,
called. So
let's
he
go
gets the long range orders.
Yeah.
And you didn't want the Chimera?
Ashley Thompson just tuning in says,
No,
did
I
John
can
go
see it
first?
hit.
Yeah, no, Nas
John
went,
go
yeah,
first.
Nas went
Chimera
first,
can
and
stay.
Nas is actually marked in blue, you'll notice. The
Chimera can stay.
I suppose
the
Medical
American
colours
stay.
are the wrong way round.
American
John's standing
I
next
do
to
have
the
a reason
Nassim
to be
Fouchane
respectful
area,
of the deep
but
strikes, so we're going to back up the voids.
Yeah, they're right there.
John Lennon's in
Yep.
the
I
orange
was going to
on
remind
the
you at the end of your turn and be
scoreboard.
like, are you
I
sure?
suppose medical physics. because
Yeah, I
American
know,
shirts
you
are
wanted
blue.
to
So
waste
it's,
his time 2024, I get
It
it.
feels that way.
Yeah,
I
Luke
knew
says
I had a
Saffron Slam
turn
is
to
quite
fix it.
fun.
Cover,
Yeah,
cover,
absolutely.
cover.
Saffron Slam's one of the best events in
Cover
the
there.
UK.
You can just go
Just a
in
little bit
front
more
of me
fun
and
and
that'll be
fluffy in
fine.
its atmosphere, but that's awesome.
Makes sense.
Emphasis on in front of me. Shooting. Repulsor, everything there, keeping the hunter killer in pocket. Go.
It's just Pulse is just going to light up some Kazakin here.
Array. 3s. Rerolling. 3s. Looks to be 12.
No AP.
AP zeros. You got cover on everyone.
So 3 ups.
Yep, great.
Kills 3.
So 6 left.
Yep.
Looks fantastic. Turbo, laser destroyer, oath,
The repulsor laying
I'll leave them
down
out to
some
mine.
law in this
Last
case.
cannon,
I'm sure they want
3 HP3.
Good little gun tank for its price, the Repulsor.
Ups.
Not very little.
3 more.
It's a
Cool.
good
3 remaining.
Xbox-shaped gun tank
no,
for its
2.
price.
2 remaining.
It should no. It should be 3 remain. I can't do maths.
Great.
Because you killed yeah. There's 1 from the mortar and 3
There were 6. You
There were
failed
6.
3 saves,
Alright.
1 plasma, 3 lasers.
Yeah.
So 3 left.
Yeah, 3 left.
Great.
I just took off an extra guy by accident.
I don't mind. If you don't mind, I don't mind.
Melt mine and this is drops.
And 2 melta guns.
Sir,
Respectable.
Melter Mine still being alive is unpleasant for anyone trying to charge that unit.
Exactly. We've seen how much damage it can do.
John with decisions to make.
I'll save the grenade, which is going to shoot you.
Yeah.
Not overcharging the plasma.
Just gonna
Here we
hope
go,
that
this is
the-
hand
just gonna
flamer.
hope the shoot does
4.
it. Oh, a hand flamer will help.
2 AP zeros.
ignore cover.
Yeah.
Fine.
Love, plas. AP 2.
That Kasserkin squad is making sure it survives.
It's very tense.
Melter, 1 mine and 1 melter.
Still got a melter mine and a melter here. Saved the grenades.
Creating the
Saved
thing,
CP.
doing the action. This will also proc my extend.
Yeah.
Life's gonna go
This
on.
game is tight
Bring out
and
the charge.
tense so far.
You have to be successful for the charge before I decide Overwatch. Charging just this?
Just that.
Cool. So, just thinking if I want to Overwatch, because then I can Overwatch, Melter Mine. Nah, mate, I don't care.
Good.
I'm not Melter Mine now.
No. Whoa. You do it at the start of a phase.
The start of...
I get impact mortal.
Oh, impact mortals, yeah! Oh! Get it
Impact
in.
mortals first. Can he kill the squad?
Kills one.
Okay, so the Melter Mine's still alive. So,
Yep, done.
so it went off, and it does 2 mortal wounds.
Cool.
Kills the guy.
Kills one.
This is a really finicky little exchange between two trash units on the
Mortal
flank.
wounds, mortal
So
wounds.
much micro going
I'm
on
not
for about,
piling in.
about 100
I now
points total
consolidate.
of idiot.
Go and tag both.
Okay, tagging up the Chimera.
Makes sense? Cool.
Just trying to
And
keep
then
Nas busy
up
on that
across to
flank.
me.
I wonder if the
swing.
Overwatch would have been worth it there,
Chimera.
just to try and
1 hit.
stop that assault
Swing.
into squad partying.
Good.
And then the other guy, 2 attacks. 1 hit. No.
Oh no, it's slow
Cool.
fight phase. The camera has to.
And
You want them
Oh,
up?
yeah.
I'll plug it in while you draw cards.
Cool. I'll go to 4 CP.
There you go. It's Nassim's command phase now.
We'll see what my cards are.
And
John
then
got 5 on his
Behind
stand.
enemy lines.
And
Overwhelming
trying to
force.
recover assets.
Yeah.
Hit NAF. We will spend the CP and redraw.
do orders first.
Oh, orders first.
Yeah, that's end of command phase.
Oh, sure. No worries. So,
Real
proper.
quick, do you know how to do this? Is it next round?
Yeah, just next round. I'll
Great.
get 10 on
I'll go
primary.
ahead and put your primary in, man.
Thank you.
We'll help each other out.
So Nas has got himself a little bit of primary at the start here. Lennon didn't want to go for the bait in the middle. We've seen this before with Nas. We saw it
4
last game. It just gives you a little teaser. Do you want to come and deal with these guardsmen?
They're going to get, I'll get a 10. They'll get
Lennon
a
can
move.
afford to be
Yep.
patient on end of turn. We've seen this before.
Yeah, and
This is what I just do.
Across is saying
He'll
across the
order
tabletop
himself
that,
for,
Repulsor might have gone
better
the wrong way.
leadership.
I
Yeah,
think
of
it's not.
Across
Because
the
it
table
got
to ask,
some
is there
shots off and
anything
it's safe.
inside it? Oh boy, is there. There is an Eradicator brick with the
Yes.
Fire Discipline
Extra move.
Biologus Apothecary, I
It's
think.
very deadly.
I'll double check it though, make sure they're not in reserves. We'll see.
And while they're doing their movement, do you want to have a
Probably
stroll
time to have a
around
little
with
wander,
the,
isn't it?
with the mobile camera?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
So let's let our brother know so he can set it up.
It's going to be very fucking dull.
So he will run you through how it works.
Sorry, mate, it's for the
And,
stream.
No,
unless
that's
you
all
want me to run it.
right. We've got bunker terminators. Eradicators ready to shoot me if I try to shoot, which is not nice.
Decision
So-
is completely yours.
It is.
I have no decisions to make here.
I know. It's just
All
well,
you.
To
Would
be
you-
fair, you've got a decision. It's and it's
Well,
based on mine.
No, I don't have a decision. You make, I go.
Oh, it's too early. Wait. We'll pull off. So maximum they can go is 11.
Come again?
They can go 11,
Max thing goes 11.
11, and then I'll just
Well, they can
measure
get right out there and get that angle.
And then 18. I'll just measure 18.
Yeah, there you go. Back up, big boy.
Just a little bit. Just
There
a
you
little
go.
bit. Just a bit.
It's what I want.
Extra move.
So yes, we're gonna set Tom on a mission to give us a
Not yet. I'm gonna need
Little-
Steven in 15.
little update on the tables with his Paddington bear.
Roddy, I'll need him in 8,
There
actually.
you go. We've got our Votan versus Tau matchup. I bet we don't know much yet, simply because it's very early into the round. But you can have a little idea on how the things are going. Bunch of stuff. Orcs versus CSM. There we go. This is the
This
Nick
will get
Nanavati versus Vic
extra-
VJ. Thousand Suns.
This will get extra move from Leontus just in case I want to do anything about
Into
it.
Sisters,
The
very
Chimera?
interesting game.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
we
sure,
easily
I'm on.
could have gone on the stream. We didn't simply because we had so many Thousand Suns and Sisters games already.
Literally going to spawn another objective. 12 in a second.
Another exciting round. Grey Knights versus Tyrannids.
second up.
Crusher
never
Stampede.
seen it, yeah.
I'm not sure how Grey Knights do into them, but I'm sure they will be fine in scoring points. So Chris is a solid player, bringing solid points, so I'm not worried there.
So I've done one
With our
Leon disorder.
coaches,
Still got 2 more. They're not doing anything. They've got extra move. They'll have extra move as well.
there you go. Mani's Blood Angels going for the 1,000 Suns.
After
Magnus
the
is
events,
off
I
the
want to
table.
link to
I
these.
wonder if Magnus
Oh,
is dead
I
already.
like them more than the
hope
normal
not.
ones.
They're much better.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's just
Much
the
better.
rep model for Magnus. The actual Magnus is on the table. So all good there.
I used to have these ones. Well, still I do. Not
I hate the buttons don't, it's too glossy.
these
you go.
show on stream as well, which is nice.
Yeah,
Anthony
that's
Chu
why I
versus
want
Sean
them. 'Cause
Naden.
I
great
noticed
hero.
that, and that's what I need.
He's easy on to kill. I'll just do this. He's
So
easy.
he does not have a hunter.
No, so that's why I put that on there.
No problem.
It'll be easier than rather than
Got
putting
Chris
on.
Kinnair.
Yeah,
with
right
his
now we're fine.
sisters. Trying
Hey,
to take
we'll
on
talk
World
through it.
Eaters. Angron's still very much alive. Bunch of World Eaters on the table. It looks like a staging step still of the game. And that's allowed this. And we're here.
So I have got a Leon Disorder left, and I'll leave that. Yeah, I'll leave the Leon Disorder.
So yeah, Tom's back. Still very early on. I don't think there is much
Yeah.
happening yet, but
It's
we've
all
seen a bunch
cagey
of
as hell.
models everywhere.
Nothing
Not yet,
crazy.
no, 3.
Nothing crazy looking.
Everyone's performing their
Paddington's
rituals.
assessment is it's coming home, but he's biased.
Is he?
Yeah, he's very biased. It's just tight and tense. That's the nature of this mission. Someone's going to have to make a slip for you to get
Actually,
a breakthrough.
this is your DZ, right?
That is my DZ.
Don't like that, guys. Making me sad now. That's fine.
Yes, it's very important to be careful when stuff happens. Is it beginning of the command phase, end of the command phase, during the command phase?
It makes a difference, right? The
Yeah.
knowledge.
We've had it come up multiple times
And
already.
Lennon literally works in the
All good
rules
in order?
for this stuff, so
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a few spare orders.
you know
around
he
the
knows
place,
exactly
so
how
I
it's
don't
meant to
get
go.
it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Here's Battle Shock. He is Battle Shocked.
Good for
He's
him.
going to try and fall back. Does he die? He's not. He's going to go inside the Chimera.
Fair enough.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe he'll die when he gets out.
The little
Maybe.
Melta guy is
Hope not.
safe.
Yeah.
Just remember, he'll be battle shocked
It's the
when he
boy
gets
who
out.
lived. Yet again, right? It's one guardsman. One guardsman, one cultist.
And there
it's
is,
been a theme.
as Paul's correctly identified, there's
You
a
wanna stop an
tension on the
ingress.
edges there.
Is he on
You know,
the
if a
thing?
tank commander tries to
Without
shoot
auto
the stuff on
fails,
Lennon's
so
safe
Battle Shock,
objective, the
you
Irad
just
shoot
token
back.
him,
Yes.
Both players just holding
wanna
their dangerous assets.
Stop an ingress anywhere
There's
fancy.
no need to.
You know, you've
do
played
anything
against people
yet.
with scary tanks, the best thing they can do is not immediately shove them out.
Oh, sorry, I need to.
Yeah, you
So,
don't-
yeah, end of
the
the.
absolute
Yeah,
dream when your
I
opponent
will-
just
I
trades
always
their
want one of
best
them.
heavy hitting unit
Okay.
for nothing.
Behind is impossible, so I'll get rid of that. I'm both impossible for what I want to do. So.
Across the table it says,
Defense
look at
on
those
them.
legs. I don't know whose legs.
Oh, it's possible. I'll give you that.
I've got great legs.
Possible.
Have you?
It's possible.
I
Excellent.
mean, I'm biased. I've got the
Okay,
fat man's
a lot of
legs.
gonna
viewers in
go
chat.
here.
It's great to have you all here.
Can't be overwatched.
Very muscular legs that have to
Screen out
hold
and
my body
ingress,
weight.
pretty much.
Yeah, I
You've
see
got a
what
tough
you're
job.
They're
Still
the
on in
actual
advance.
MVPs.
9 plus.
Across the table, I
Who's the
think
best?
the repulsor went the
Oh,
wrong
the
way.
Titans?
It's
I
interesting.
don't think so.
Ten's
I
even
think
better
it's
than
safe
9.
in there and
It
it
is.
did the job
Yeah.
that it wants to do. It doesn't want to go
It
anywhere.
provides the
Burn.
counter threat
I'm not
for
much
the
to
area
burn it
that I
on.
think John is looking to set up his objective base, right? Ultimately, that's what's going to be. That's its key
It's a job
value
done.
over in that side. If you were pushing
it's something.
aggressively, and I did wonder if John would, because I think he has the list to
Not
do
where
it,
they are.
then you might send it the other way. But I would suggest that John is playing to blunt Nas here, and if he gets an in to grind out a win, he'll do it.
Yes.
I suspect that's John's role. John likes that role. That's
Looks
why
like-
I suspect one of the reasons he went for Dark Angels over Blood Angels, he's always been you can put me into anything, I'll get you points player.
Looks like Nassim is trying to stop John walking onto the objective as much as possible.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
what I would say, because that unit is not killing those
Oh,
guys
okay.
behind
You
it.
know, we saw a
gonna
masterclass in Eldar blocking.
Yeah, that's fine.
I actually think
Boy, there's a line of catch.
guard blocking is much harder because they're slower,
Probably
but
dies
Nas
this
does
time.
it phenomenally well.
First thing they're going to do.
So Nas is looking to just put troops
Just
out
like
in
so.
front.
And then these guys here literally don't matter.
Yep.
He's going to plug the gap so you can't fit your bases through here.
Yeah, no 39 mils apart. You're clean.
And then
Just
these
trying to
guys
make
like
sure there's no easy run through for John into the
As
center.
a quick note, easy to fix still. It looks to me like this crate has been bumped because it's not
this. Oh,
nearly
sure,
as far.
yeah, sure. So,
Feel free to adjust your screens as necessary for that
Yeah.
context.
Oh, nice guys.
Again, I know what you're doing, so it's not a big
Very,
Nice
again,
guys.
very fair
just to make
communicative
sure
game.
that if
Exactly what we
charging me,
expect on the top
you're
table.
charging me here, in view of what I'm going to place this.
Something will find line of sight. We'll work on it together. Yeah.
across the table, it says it's all going to come down to secondary draws. For John, the guard have so many units. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. That's why Nassim is focusing on trying to get rid of those side units
That's
playing
it.
the mission.
When you're playing a durability army,
Boring,
you pick
boring,
off
boring.
the extras. That's what you do.
Yeah, pick the easy pickings.
Pick off the extras, avoid them breaking through on your primary. Wait for the fact that you have more stuff to tell.
So,
And Nas is never someone who ever lets you just play your game. That's not what he's about. He's a disruptor.
11 plus 18, 29.
Yep.
And a lot of players just fold under that
I'm just going to be
pressure.
outside of that. And he will be outside,
But on second turn, John's got time here.
just like so.
He needs to avoid being baited
Like,
into
Tim, are
a
you okay
costly
with me
exchange
marking
too early in
recovered
the game.
assets now? Are you going to come kill them? All right, fair enough.
I might damage them, I won't kill him. I won't kill him, not even close.
If you kill them, I'll take those off.
Keep him on. It's just here,
No,
so
it's a
where
good
they
game.
can't shoot me.
I understand what you're doing. You're good.
11, and then a line. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, that's 11. Let me just, probably easy to say outside of 18.
Aye.
Ready outside of 18, just there. And then where I can move in,
No problem.
as usual.
Give me 1 second because
He
I
will
need
come
to
with an
help
18 to
out,
tempt
John a
you.
little bit with his score.
No worries, mate.
Just
Might work.
There you
I'll-
go, so
I'll-
That might work.
oh, carry over.
There you go.
This round is tense.
Give you 28, so if you roll,
Very tense mood. I think both teams know
Yeah, I put it on
Another
the turn
loss
too
is-
because it's still in progress.
this is really
John,
rough
what?
for this event
Yeah.
and for
Oh,
their
okay,
aspirations
sorry.
Oh,
for
sure.
it.
Oh, yeah, because
It's
Oh, I
also
should have put it
very,
in for the
very
last
real
yeah, it's
round.
fine,
possibility
it's
right
fine.
now.
I get it now.
Gonna
Sorry,
be-
John,
Gonna
is
be a few
if
matchups
you
that
roll
will
6, I will shoot your front.
really
you can shoot
determine
me.
the outcome.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Maybe I will.
But on a mission like this, getting that breakthrough score is hard.
I'll get rid of this now. It's not getting scored. And then he's doing this form of position. Still fine here.
There we go. I fixed it. John basically put recovered
I don't
assets
have
in
to get
turn
crazy
2
with these
because it's still
guys.
finishing now. But he
Oh,
scored it
sure.
at the end of his turn. So it's going
Oh,
to
let
be
me
in
just put what
round
the
1.
objectives
So I'll
gonna
just do it for
Sure, sure,
him.
sure, yeah. We know
Yeah,
it's
it's
coming.
effectively the same, right?
We're gonna
It's
need more of those
scores
bad boys
going into his
pronto.
next turn.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Because it's Nassim's round 2, it will just be confusing
Can you
for
give
him.
us
So
some
I just
nice
did it
big
while
USA
Nassim is
objectives for
doing
the
his
future?
movement shenanigans.
Completely.
hey, Steven. We're going to be...
So I've muted.
That's just working out where he's putting that next objective.
Yeah, there will be a decision soon of the type of game this is going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever John is talking to their coaches or Nassim is talking to the coach, I'll be muting them just so as not to give away information to the opposing teams. This is getting really tight.
Yeah.
Research teams, coaching teams, I'm sure they're
It's
watching.
literally is
I just had a
two
banana.
predatory
I just had
animals
3 bananas.
circling right now.
No, I'm alright. I can't. I'm
They
just going to move this
both-
out of the way because I can't actually see.
They're both
Move these up.
well
You know
up
where
for
they are.
turning
we
this
know it's
into a
against the
bloodbath,
wall between the Bogren. Fine.
but they equally have the resources to just stand off and take their points.
These
I
moving
don't
here.
think they're going to have enough information
Yeah,
on the round
objective.
to know whether that's the right call or not
Getting
before they
there.
have to do it,
Absolutely.
and that makes that
Hellhound
spicy.
is on it. And because
If they
because
decide
it's
they're
gonna be there, I'll
going
just
for
get
it,
out
it
of the
changes the
threat
character of the
range
game altogether.
Apart from the
My
ball, you can
feeling
shoot
is
the
that
ball.
John should.
instead of 29.
I do like that.
These two also be on.
But yeah, we'll
There's
see.
the
This
scholars.
angle.
We'll see. Carlo asked, what's the prediction on this round from the coaches? None of your business, Carlo.
I genuinely don't know.
Oh dear.
It looks to be close. No one's running away
I
with
think
it yet.
this is a close one. I mean, I'm sure the US see it
That's
that
as
way
much.
too.
That's as much as we can probably
Yeah.
say. It's close.
Dark Angels aren't an army you get big scores into, right? Unless something goes very
Especially
wrong.
when they're
It's
piloted
just
by an
not what they're
experienced player.
about, especially not in John's hands. NASA's list can put up big scores, but there's no way it's doing it into John Lennon on Marines. It's just not going to happen. If something magnificent
Probably disembark the
changes our
Caskin
minds,
and
I'm well up
move
for it.
that Out there to screen. Disembark the Cassis.
Nassim's name of the game is to stop John scoring scoring 10.
Julian B says French channel don't mind publishing predictions. Real flex. Yeah, do what you like.
Stay inside.
Do what you like.
Yeah.
I've never been one for calling
Got
things
one jump
before
back
they've
to
happened,
unit left. I
personally.
completely forgot about them.
Well, we did in
One
France versus
J+1.
England.
Dangerous.
That didn't go well.
You
It's
should have been
dangerous.
Caskin.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
kept saying it's all good, we're winning the round, and
Well,
really think I'm that kind of
say
guy?
that's exactly how this
You know
stuff
what?
goes. You
I
can
don't
really
think-
make a fool of
I
yourself.
know.
We were in a very strong
self
position.
is
One
wrong.
result swings. Doesn't matter.
Alright, fine.
Doesn't matter what you think.
Who am I to disagree?
Just like so.
the thing is, we are basically what I'm
Who's gonna
doing
be
and what,
slightly off?
what Tom's doing. We ask
fine.
England, they give us information.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We're happy to go on
We've
the
got a
street.
sense behind the scenes of what the score and how things are going.
And
And
after
I think
the game,
as the France game should have taught us, these things can suddenly turn on a knife edge.
exactly.
Let me
And
forgive
after
you-
the event,
forgive
we
me
will
with
have
all
a
respect.
bunch of information coming out, what people are thinking, they're thinking about, because there's another year until next WTC. You know, their thoughts behind the pairings and what went wrong, what went right. I'm sure Tony will be happy to share a bunch of information with us. And that's going to be an exciting watch as well. I'm sure my brother will be able to get us some amazing footage of that. And in between games, there is some fun bits with the players, some interviews, some shows. Thank you, Kaffel.
Marcos Garcia says makes for more fun content though. Yeah, that's fair. I can see that.
Much love from Northern Ireland. Again, our neighbouring island. I
Oh,
think that's what
Cathal,
it
thank
sounds
you
like,
so
yeah.
much.
Any
That's
open-
really
Thank you,
kind.
helps a lot.
Be great to meet you next year. I hope you're well.
Clear, I can still charge it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
I'll
actually think
just
the
also be
rewatchability on the
Yeah.
rounds is quite
I was
fun.
going to say, if you want to charge
In the latter half, when the scores are coming in, it feels a bit like Soccer Saturday.
Yes.
It's quite fun putting the scores up, I think. And we're going to be trimming them into the back reps proper as
I
well.
missed
So
the 12
Yes, they're already up online actually.
yeah, you'll be able to
Everything.
watch
That's my
just the
favourite order.
specific games. Like, I think the Nas Saka game was a
You know what I
classic.
missed? The Ignore
The
modifiers.
Eldar Dark Angels
That was
game,
my favourite
classic. A couple of the
Ignore
pod games, maybe
modifiers.
not quite so much, but
North and open, all that
dismantlings
jazz
are still fun to watch sometimes, right?
We're still screening this part out, of course.
Course.
And this part out here.
Plus currently,
course.
Yeah, thanks for your support, Kath. That means a lot. So I really hope
Just
you're well.
chilling back here. It's my movement. Where would you like to ingress?
There you go. That's
This
movement.
is going to be on me for a couple minutes.
Magic
The
says, yeah,
decision point
predictions will be
is
sweet to
here.
talk shit later if somebody fails. And
What
there,
type
Magic,
of game
you've
does he want it to be?
hinted at why perhaps we're not so big on it. There's no point beating people over the head about what they said they'd do.
Can I ask you fine gentlemen to cut my mic for a bit?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah, no worries. Okay, big moment in the game. John's having his coach talk, so we'll just cut his mic.
No, I mute both.
Yeah, mute both. Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah, mute
Yeah. All good. So just keep it.
Yes, we don't want to give anything away to
Yeah.
other teams' coaches. It's very close. It's only 2 games left, so teams will keep any advantage they possibly have.
Yeah.
You know, they've been preparing for weeks, months, sometimes years, right? Every WTC is more and more in prep. They've got their predictions, they've got their plans, and they don't want people to eavesdrop on their
Exactly,
on their
and I
things.
think that's completely reasonable. Don't want that information going out. Cathal says Contact Lost is doing a great job being like Soccer Saturday. That's a shout out worth doing. If you guys aren't already signed up to Contact Lost, do it. Love those guys. Bringing 40k from a European perspective, very, very teams oriented, but they're just wonderful people, really good fun, and they're the reason I even know what the WTC is, to be honest. So huge fans of those guys. They're great. Magic says the point of the game is toxic banter. You and I disagree, Magic. I think we'll accept that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's about community and brotherhood of nerds, personally, but there we are. To each their own.
Yeah, the players are walking to talk to their head coaches.
Marcos, so this is an interesting trend I've noticed as well. A lot of Eldar mirror matches. I just don't love the matrices for Eldar right now. I think it's a mixed bag.
Yeah,
And I think we're seeing Eldar in mirror matches a lot because, frankly, they're often hiding away from other stuff. And Eldar mirrors are bonkers games, quite hard to call, but often if one Eldar is more MSU and the others are teched a bit more for anti-tank, it can give the Eldar, the go wide, the MSU can have a bit of an edge.
Yes.
And very interesting, and we're going to see, my money's on the Incarn really adding something to the Eldar mirror for Naden.
Yes.
The ability to triple tap units in a turn between killing, Incarn flaming, Incarn charging, that's a lot. That opens that game wide open. But obviously the in-kind is an expensive and valuable piece that can just die.
Especially
So
since when you bring an Eldar list, it's probably teched for
Yeah.
something, so you try to get it into that matchup,
exactly,
which usually leaves mirrors out of the way.
completely. So it's interesting. And yeah, as Cathal says, the mirror frees up other matches. And Eldar, who are difficult and require a bit of babysitting, if you're like, okay, we just get them out somewhere vaguely safe, get it done, free up what else we can get. I'll be really interested to hear what the teams say about the latter round of the pairings. Unfortunately, I was buying coffee
And again, you can
for
see
Vic VJ, who does need fuel for his brain. Bless him. Julian B says, loving the 6+ content with the Dark Eldar. Yeah, if you like Drukhari stuff, Drukhari are probably my favourite army in this game. They're the one I know the best. I do a bunch of stuff with my 6++ teammate Rob Kimpton called Path of the Archon or Return of the Archon. We've done different names at different times. Get over to 6++ if you want to learn how to play Drukhari, or how not to, depending on your perspective. And yeah, I understand it, Marcos. As I say, I just think Eldar just have a few nasty matchups in the game right now. And with the nerfs they've had, they're just down a little bit on their raw power. So you just have to manage them. Just have to manage them carefully.
Yeah, both Nassim and John still talking to the US coaches, I believe.
As I say, this is with this game, you can feel it. Look at those lines. Let's get the top down. Look at this. We all know this can go one of two ways now. If everyone wants to come in and punch everyone and shoot everyone and kill everyone, it's all ready. But equally, they can stand off and play grindy. The thing is, if another objective gets down and the swivel towards safety continues, that can spiral out of control.
Yeah. I can see
create a real draw situation.
I can see the Wi-Fi mics reconnecting. That means they're making their way back.
Beautiful.
I don't see them, but I can see the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're walking Wi-Fi zones. Yeah, it must be very stressful if John doesn't. John has a choice. Do I push? Do I still stay back? And he needs to know what's going on in the round.
Koldesh asks, where's Paddington? Can we show the viewers where Paddington is? He's just chilling out right now.
Let's see if I can find it. There we go. Paddington's right here.
Paddington's chilling out here. He's a little bit worse for wear. He got into the whiskey beers yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, he's feeling it. He was all right. Then he had that walk around with the cameras. Now he's feeling a bit rough.
Is he as good as you at drinking?
Yeah, about the same. Which, for his body weight, fair enough, really. What's my excuse? Who knows?
Yeah,
but he's having a lovely day. It's exciting to see the Americans. Probably his best bet of getting some mail back to his family in Peru.
What's his prediction on the matchup?
Oh, Paddington thinks it's coming home.
Okay.
Paddington has no idea how to play 40k though, because he's a toy bear.
I see. I
That's the main thing holding him back. But he doesn't lack for blind optimism. Magic says nobody is. Drukhari is not even a top 10 army. Get out of here, Magic.
Again, you can see John and Nassim walking back with the English coach. They're back in. I'll get them to signal me.
Across the tabletop says running a summer campaign with Drukhari and they haven't lost a game, 5 wins. Yep. I haven't lost many games with Drukhari in the last few months. Very, very, very effective army, but I think some of these really finely tuned top WTC lists do give it a real run. And you've always got to answer for whether it's worth just putting Drukhari units in Yunari, where they're so effective. That's the main problem, I think. I think there were 14 Drukhari players at WTC though. That's not bad. That's more than I thought they were going to be a few months ago. Koda says get him some cheesy chips and a marmalade sandwich. He'll be fine, yeah. That sounds delicious.
You can see the guys still discussing the game. Now Nassim with the English coach. It's tense for both players. We don't usually see Nassim that involved with the coaches. He goes, should I push? I get this, I get that. Yeah, gone, done.
Yeah.
And this is much more cerebral. And it looks like the coaches
they are
from
taking
the
their time
USA
on
are
this
still...
call.
The coaches are still discussing whether something should be done, probably getting results from the tables. And we've seen how dangerous bad call can be. Like the
it killed us. It killed us in the France game. It killed us.
So it's very good to take your time, because it's better to lose 10 minutes than lose 20 points. That's right.
Oh dear. I've got a few questions to respond to here, so I'll rattle through them as quickly as I can. Paul Bridge asks, are you guys going to stream LGT? I'm not lying, Zach has been in my DMs the last few days. Paul Bridge, I want to play LGT. So I think that's one for David. If he wants streaming for the Invitational, though, that's one I'd be well up for. I agree with Lord Ravenous. Drukhari is a top-tier solos army, but you're right. It does have certain kinds of tech and matchups that just ruin it in teams, so it has to be careful. And I think it's having Drukhari and Eldar at the same time is just too much, isn't it? Just too much. But I do agree they're in a fantastic spot in singles. And actually, yeah. So I've gone into a lot of the armies that are supposed to beat them and torn them in a new one in the last few months. So it's a strong army if you play it right. And Gitli Gaming asked about the coaching team. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of good non-playing members here at the England coaching staff. So it's me as Astropath. Jack Davis-Fletcher is the commissar, so he's running the show. Got David McLeod as the big mech, the tech support on the Matrix stuff and all the sort of behind-the-scenes tech.
Looks like the players are back. I'll shot them.
Then Tom Higginbottom, Raphael Harbinson, Kyle Grundy. 3 very, very solid UK players who were all deeply involved in the sort of run-in for trying out for Team England this year, like myself. So it's a strong little team. We're all solid players. We all care a lot about this team and helping this 8 do the best it can. It's been an amazing journey for us. We've had a great time.
There you go. Thank you for Tom. That's why he's great at talking. He can cover for me.
Oh, mate,
when I
I'll just talk all the time if I'm allowed to. My mouth never stops.
You're always allowed to talk.
Freeman asks how are the Orcs faring. I'll go have a look for you in a minute, Freeman.
That's
going to be a grindy game, though, cursed into Orcs.
Last time we've seen the phone fly by, it looked like there's loads of Orcs and loads of CSM around, so I can't imagine a lot changed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Rob Kimpton in the chat. Drukhari loves it. Very good now, yeah, exactly. So Rob and I always have a good fix on Drukhari in the meta, and basically we've just got better and better by standing still.
After that. That's how that works.
Alrighty. Going to give the chat a little rest because this has got very Drukhari heavy. This is all about the Imperium today, boys. Dark Angels versus Garn.
You shouldn't
Slow
be
armies.
mentioning Imperium too much. Tom is
How many of the rules are tied to Gaunt?
Tom is our resident.
So the unit has fights first.
imperialist
Yeah, I know that there are always fights first.
with all the.
I think that none of it cares about who's alive, right?
I don't think so.
Just orders.
The order.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to the way here.
Yeah, you're good.
The melee
You don't
guy
have
is
to
here.
look. I already know the answer. As long as you didn't instinctively know that it was something different, we're good.
Apart from the orders, no.
Yeah, the order is obviously that's the truth.
There you go. Just confirming rules before actions. It's always good.
But I will not be gaslit into believing that Gaunt's Ghost does damage in combat. You cannot trick me.
I killed 5 Repent Shield, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. No problem.
Done. Go. So you got like 4 lasguns.
So there's a
I'll
big
take this
moment
first.
here.
Great.
I'd like to AOC.
Looks like
No.
it's Lennon deciding
Kramer.
where he's going.
It's 9.
Oh no, Nass is still just doing some damage in the end.
It's
of his
supposed to be
turn.
2, Nassim.
No, it'll be 2 at some point.
I'm waiting.
8.
Maybe it'll be the Overwatch
No.
that's 2. Looks like 6.
You keep a tab on their
Clean.
output. I'm just going to look at some of the other tables.
Got
He's
him.
dead.
Oh, would have been a good AOC.
Boom. Get him gone.
Yeah, you got him.
And this I redrew. 4 last gunshots. Oh, value. 2 hits, 5s to wound.
Las guns are
Nothing, double
terrifyingly
So
effective
close,
weapons.
though.
when
So
you
close.
to
That's
save
my
the
turn,
Terminators.
and then over to you.
Great. Good talk.
I go
So
to
you already scored defend, overwhelming force. Is that going away?
Yeah, in a bin.
What's that?
In a bin, yes.
Yeah,
It's going in a bin.
going to 5.
Yeah, guns goes.
Calidus stays up.
With the uppy down.
We'll draw 2 cards. Engage in all fronts. Fair enough. And containment.
That's a nice one.
I do not mind containment.
So John is not really happy with engage because he doesn't want to give Nassim 3 units to kill. He doesn't really have units that he can spare that play the mission because he's a very elite
Assault
army,
doctrine.
and Nassim's picking up the
And
small
everyone
units
else,
playing
nothing.
the mission.
What's that?
Everyone else, nothing.
Yeah, probably. That's who wants it.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, why not, right? I got nothing better to do.
Yeah, in a team event, all the factions are being ideally paired into the matchups they're good in, or
Put
the
it-
tanking
put it
matchups.
down,
So it's
boss,
very
whatever
hard
you
to
want.
gauge how good they are in singles. Singles is a completely different
yeah.
beast to teams.
oh
So
look.
it's not the best place to look at
Overlapping
it.
Objectives. And it's within 12 and outside of 6 of the other one, right? I'm not
Yeah,
going crazy.
exactly. So I can put it right there.
Yeah. Oh, my back. For some reason I thought it was outside of 12 for the other one.
No, you're good. Frankly, I think we're just going to do it this way instead.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really just scoring some points against each other, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic is a veteran Drukhari player himself. And he misses the glory days of.
Who would like to
the
charge these guys
Drukhari
and kill him?
codex.
Oh, it's the inner
Deal.
circle companions.
Bosh.
Yep, and then I'm going to consolidate backwards
That's
onto my
it.
objective, and they're going to be dead, and we're going to pass the turn. Would have been a fun no prisoners turn, but we work with what we got.
I believe so. I haven't seen him around. I've seen Team Canada. I don't know if he's come down with them or just did it locally in Canada.
Oh, let me give you a primary while you do your turn.
Oh yeah, I got my 5.
5, yeah.
Yep, and I gave you a 10, right?
Yeah. I figured, I was like, what is he going to send out to kill those measly kind of chance?
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it. Someone is going to do it.
They've done their job. More than enough.
Yeah,
that's
Drukhari
fair, yeah.
Summer was amazing. I assume Scari's not on the team because the
wanna see your
Drukhari
cards?
player is not necessarily required.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
the rule of
engaged
this. If you're,
containment.
Oh, engaged in team,
great
that's
at
right.
one thing,
Yep.
you might not get a spot simply
Engage.
because of the armies being chosen. There are 8 armies chosen. If you don't happen to be a specialist at a given army, you might not get a spot. That's the case with Team America, right? The Team USA, when you've got a lot of options for players to pick. So you basically would go for an expert in the field on the army you want. So that's why you're not seeing. Because Chad was saying, why is Scary not in Team Canada?
He couldn't do it this year. Couldn't do it this year.
Oh, he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
there
he
you go.
couldn't do it.
And I was
His
saying
list went. He helped design the Canada list.
Mm,
I'll be interested to see how that list has got on for Canada. It's obviously very heavily spec'd for 2 armies. Scary, fantastic player. Obviously, huge fan of him, and he taught me how to play Drukhari. So
Yeah, no one else needs
Amazing.
the doctrine.
So the round looks close. Everyone's fairly happy. And the early noises have been US players in a couple of games being asked to
Well,
try
I'm
and
also
get
going to
more.
fire something.
so that's good.
No
for us.
UK players have been asked to change anything they're doing.
Yeah, we'll be very
Still
very
just
careful.
the
about
last
it.
I'm
so
not
you
gonna
notice the
shoot
round
myself.
we fucked
But,
was the round we panicked.
Yes. So
All the other rounds,
It's
what we've
nice.
done is just
I
grow
mean,
into
I'm
the
gonna shoot it with a
games,
revolver,
take
right?
our
And then
time,
put the
wait
big
for
laser
things
there.
to tell.
The
And
big
we're doing
lasers.
that again
Big
today.
lies is my.
because it's gonna be
Big
probably another
Big
hour.
lies
to-
is-
The
Big
Vanilla
lies,
Kinnair
right.
game, that was one we felt early we'd have a clear sense of if it was going to go south.
Yes.
It hasn't.
Ding
Vanilla
right
is
there.
not on the
Right
go
on the
here.
edge so that I can make the objective from my fine side of
And
the
Chris
wall.
is
Yeah.
feeling
Such
pretty
a great
happy
place to
growing
be,
into
I
the game.
think.
Yeah.
That was
Guess
one of
what?
the
We'll
ones
just
that
win
had
my business
extreme
next time.
volatile potential. Looks
You wouldn't
fine right
dare.
now.
Oh.
You wouldn't.
I suspect
dare.
that's why others are being asked to get more in certain
chance.
places. A lot of cagey games. The Orcs and the Curse are
Just
just
gonna walk
looking
up
at
and
each other.
contain.
No one wants to go, but there are some flash skits in a promising
Go ahead and
position on the
advance
far
this,
flank, so we'll see if Lucas
JPI
makes a
squad.
dent there. And a lot of head scratching
So
from
that
Nick
was
Nanavati and Brian
19 inches away,
versus Vic
over
and
19,
Manny
I'm
at the
moving
moment.
16, I'm now over 3 inches away.
Both those games will explode
Oh,
later
guys,
rather
don't
than
do what I did
now.
there. Don't do what I
That's
did
how
there.
it goes,
And
that's
then
how it goes,
Forsman
mate.
Radford is
Don't do
very
what I
much
did at
in
Atlanta.
a dead heat right
Don't do
now as
that.
well. Ritual's a
I'll
drawish
break
mission.
that.
Everything's looking steady. But
Yeah,
the
go
US are the
watch it,
ones
you're
looking to
fine.
make some
I'm not
gains in a
gonna
couple of
watch it.
places. Makes me wonder where
Good.
they think things are going bad, because I can't really see it right now. And we'll see whether John ends up doing something more aggressive here now.
Yes, John looks to be going for the squad on the right hand side. I think that these are Gaunt's ghosts.
Yeah.
He.
They
did an
fights
advance.
first, right? I think Gaunt's goes.
I'm not sure how.
They're not very
deadly
dangerous.
combat,
No, they're not very dangerous.
but the impact
There'll
hits
be a
alone will
containment.
very deadly.
I'm only getting the one.
So, what did Nas do in terms of his shooting, David? Any casualties?
Nothing
baby engage?
that I've.
It'll be
nothing
baby
major that I've
engage.
seen.
Okay.
Unless
I
Guns
really
Ghost
don't
wipes
think
out.
this
Oh
guy
no,
just
it'll be
does
baby
much
engage no matter
damage
what.
to
Yes, maybe
Space
engage no matter
Marines,
what, right?
except
yeah,
for the
clear
tank
that up,
commanders, which Lennon is
Yeah, let's
treating
go
with
for
a
it.
very healthy amount of respect. Look at that USA
I
objective.
gotta leave the
Beautiful.
options open.
Beautiful.
That's funny.
You fight
He
first,
look-
mate. I can't compete with that.
So it would be a 28-28 after the second battle round.
Lord Rovenus
Look at
says
it.
he's finally painting 10 jump pack assault
Dead on even.
No kidding. Really?
dead heat on the ritual, as you'd expect.
I never.
So yes, from what the round was seeming to be is
Chuckling in.
American players were a couple of tables were
Makes
asked
sense.
to bring a couple
Yeah.
of more points if
And
possible.
I think if we're being
Yeah, makes sense.
realistic, the push may or the nudges might simply be because
Behind the wall.
I don't think a
stuff
draw
like
is
that.
any good to either team here.
I think it's
No.
like
It's
the switch
we
from the
both
back,
lost.
it's fine.
We need
Oh,
to
yeah.
win
If
all
we
our
draw,
games.
it's
Fair.
it's no good.
Put
So
everyone
the US
on.
are obviously
It's 11
looking
OC.
to make sure
You
they're in
can
a
get
good
it, you can get
position
it.
as far
I'm
as
gonna
that's
try to not let
concerned.
you.
But only they
The
know what they're
infiltrators
seeing
will
behind the
advance.
scenes. So that's not our business.
Yep.
I believe tiebreakers
Getting
are
out of the
looking
way.
good for England and for Spain from yesterday, but I'm
Great.
not quite sure how
I think it looks
after
fine,
break.
but it
Good job,
doesn't mean a
boys.
thing if we don't win this round.
Yeah, exactly. It's the big point that
Literally
important.
irrelevant at that
Tiebreakers
stage.
are irrelevant for now.
Anyone who's done
Yawn.
big events knows a draw and a win isn't getting you
Sorry,
anywhere
mate.
exciting. And Josh, so yeah, I mean, I am not exaggerating. Those Eradicators can kill 3 tanks in a go if they want, and then a fourth on Overwatch the next turn if they want.
11.
They are game enders. It's an incredible unit.
And again, but both players are
and
not.
Nas, who has been pushing his tanks out all event, absolutely not doing it right now. But
Go
you'll notice
right
he's
there,
his
just
thinking
drop
with the
the objective.
Chimera on that far side is
And then,
Irad's coming out to deal with it are going to get in trouble.
yeah, he'd be kind of sitting a
Absolutely.
little bit in the wind,
and
but
both
also if you
Nassim and
shoot
John know
an infiltrator,
each
you got to
other's
push a
army
tank
very
up.
No
so
thanks.
there's gonna be
Well,
no surprises
No thanks.
unless someone
Yeah,
makes a mistake.
probably no
But it's
thanks.
It's
also
gonna
But
stay
very,
to the point
very
where you got to put a tank like
Koldo
here to
says
shoot
it's
him.
coming home, sweet Caroline.
So,
God, I hope
yeah,
so.
so
We'd
they'll
love
go-
that.
they'll cross
We'd love
over.
that.
There's one guy in the open.
But
Sure.
after getting
so-
shell-shocked by the French yesterday morning, we're just,
And everyone else is
just
just
as with the Germany game, just gently getting our head in the game here,
Okay.
seeing what happens. Seeing what happens.
we've got a massive Team USA flagpole
Yeah.
with
Well,
a
they've got-
screen and a touch screen.
They've got what looks like a siege tower with them that they keep their armies in, like a giant mobile cupboard.
For the viewers at home,
It's a bit weird. I don't know where
you
it's
can
gone
only
now.
blame my pairing team,
Oh, yeah, there's-
not me.
Yeah, no, never you.
Nas and John both know this one's going to be grindy.
I have a funny feeling that your matrix to my team was what my matrix was into your team.
I think that's how
exactly.
we got each other.
It's
Yeah.
always a reverse, right?
Jack and Jack. Match made in heaven.
Mate, we're perfect for each other.
I know.
Go.
Shoot and that charge.
Repulsor array, lasers. Pop the hunter.
You don't have any rerolls on him. I'll just pop smoke just in case.
Yeah, have fun.
Not
Smokes,
afraid.
Hunter Killer going
Sure.
off.
Is your D6 damage or anything special?
G6 plus 1.
So that repulsor
This
is
is a
gonna
grindy
lay
match,
down
guys.
some pain.
Just seeing if a Chimera can get
I was gonna pop
killed.
minus 1 damage. 60 if he lives.
Yeah, just keep it real stable.
I think
over
with
here.
this one in a grindy board
we
state, it's on
go.
us to find some of
This
the
is going
flavour in
to
the other
be the,
matches, so I will keep an eye
Laser
on those,
Destroyer.
try and give you updates as they
One
come.
hit. 1 AP3. You have cover
in the
because of
meantime,
smoke.
just enjoy two of the
Twin
best players in the
lads.
world playing what looks like a
Hits.
draw.
1 AP3.
America. No, give him
There's
that.
the Hunter Slayer.
Hunter Slayers every time.
No
Have
damage.
they ever done anything?
Yay.
You ever seen a Hunter Killer do
Nassim-
anything?
Nassim passed 2 saves.
Keep it
Yeah, you're
real
the one who
stable.
spent 2 CP on that.
A free CP. There you go.
The smoke was reasonable. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Good at it.
Nassim really wants that thing
If
alive.
he lives or dies.
There's a Melta Boy inside as well.
There we go.
Keep in mind.
Doesn't fucking matter. He's dead.
Cool.
Oh no.
Aha, now you don't have 2 CP, and he's also battle shocked.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, there's a squad in there that
free
died. I thought
shot.
it was a Chimera.
There is a single
Oh.
guy in there.
Oh, so the Chimera.
We're gonna
left
do this
and the
one
other guy
first.
died.
I don't see any other shots that I was looking to declare. They're containing, we know
Q-Tips
that.
says, bruh.
I'm
I'm not entirely
sorry,
sure on what basis.
I shot first. My
saves.
apologies. I'm gonna think about deep striking
Ah.
those guys. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
They're gonna
I
be
do agree.
nowhere over there.
ton of
want
viewers
you
in.
to come
Hope you're
push me
enjoying
back.
yourselves. As I say,
Yeah,
I'm going to
I'm
get you
happy
some
to
more
see
flavour
all-
on the round as soon as we
all-
can.
I think I like
This
you
one's in
coming
a
forward
real
to push me back.
gridlock right now.
We're good at that.
Two
All right, cool.
players that are very well
Happy,
trained
happy,
to give
happy.
nothing away.
Now we're
Give
going
it
to
another
charge
20 minutes,
this
half
one
an hour,
first.
we might have
This
another
one I have
stroll around
secret
the
reel
hall.
if it's a boxcar.
Which one is it?
This is
Oh.
Inner Circle Companions into
Oh.
Catachan. We're fine.
Spending 3 CP on a
Here's
Chimera
what I'm
Chad
gonna do.
move. Yeah, damn right.
We'll just lift it.
You love
What
to
I
see
would
it.
like is to have 4 guys hit you.
Uh-huh.
And then we're just going to consolidate backwards into the spot that is prepared for these 4 guys.
Yes.
And these boys are just going to make,
Lennon
since
set
they
his unit
can't
up in
base,
some interesting ways
we're
here.
basically just going to call that
No,
a
it
day.
makes sense.
He's just
4 is the number that I
the
trust to
crucial
kill you.
thing is kill those guys without
Base,
getting
base,
dragged
base.
out into the open where bad
Base.
things will surely happen.
When we're done, they're going to back up behind the wall, right there into the pre-prepared spot. And
There's a lot of
so
combat
we're
finesse
just gonna
needed
have
to
them-
achieve this.
This one guy is going to go here to prepare coherency, but then he'll get closer there at the same time as this.
Fine.
And these 2 friends are just going right here.
Bosh.
10th
There we
edition.
go. So we're going to swing 4, and then they'll just come back
Simplified,
behind the
not
wall.
simple.
Looks good.
Yes.
If I don't kill
As you
you,
can see.
I acknowledge that's my problem, not yours.
That's fair.
All right, but
Oh,
assuming
dear.
that kills you, we're
I
good.
think the Catachans
Go.
win this round and
Here's,
take John's safe objective.
Jump back here and
I
sit here
don't
near
know what
3.
you think.
They're good.
They've got
7
big
is better.
muscly arms,
Good.
right?
Get him in.
Can you explain to me
Bob and weave.
exactly, are they all identical in combat besides the chainsword?
No, he's better.
He's better?
Slightly. He's AP1, 1 damage, death wounds, precision. He's like the little guy with the
Okay.
special knife. This
And
guy.
how many attacks are these 3 models?
So he's 5 and they're 3 each.
I've never seen these guys in combat, so it's interesting
He
to
can't
see
base
what they
them.
can do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm just making sure. I think you're going to get hit me with 3 of them. I might lose the guy. It's fine.
You gotta do impact models first anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, I needed to go deep enough that I couldn't accidentally, like, kill him and then not be able to swing there. But he'll be able to come in. So here's 5.
But yeah, Wraith Raider, I think you're right.
We'll do 2 mortals, yeah.
But
Whoever makes it
Team
happen.
England could really do with them deciding to have a day off.
Pulling him, get anyone out of combat.
Closest guy?
Yeah, but does it get anyone out of combat?
Yeah, it means we're not in engagement range if you pull him.
So you can still pile in.
But I can pile in, but then you won't fight first.
Yeah. I'll pull this guy and he won't fight.
And they do have fights first,
Cool.
yeah.
And then over to me. Right, let's do him first.
Still
Yes.
a book
I've
series
got
I've
the
not
back
actually
on
So you
read.
should be able to get
Box
him in because he's at like
goes. I need to do
1.0. And then you just need a little wiggle. I might actually be able to keep him out because I killed the guy. Just kind of funny. But he'll wiggle and he'll get in. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Swing with him, 5 attacks.
No AOC. See what happens. If I lose the chainsword, I lose the chainsword. I think I'm going to lose the unit in 3 seconds anyways.
Yeah, they're gonna die right after.
5 attacks. He's on 2s, but
Good for him.
5s.
2 death wounds.
2 death wounds.
Good
so
for
we got-
him.
There you go.
And then 3
Hey.
attacks. 1 hit.
No.
Because the guy's what I expected pretty much.
There you go. Yeah, one guy was in the bounds of tolerable. We're going to lance.
Yeah, I agree. Wraith Raider fights
Okay.
first is a pain. Here's one for the
Also
chat.
plus 1 AP at the moment.
Should a fights first
There we
unit
go.
charging another fights
Here is
first unit
Power
have to
Fist.
fight second?
Because
What do we
no one
think?
has an invuln besides Big Man.
No,
I
they won't
think
have
if you're
anyone.
charging
they
with
have
fights
anyone.
first, you should
5 up?
still be going ahead.
Cool.
I really
Just sucks
dislike.
up, really.
I really dislike
Both.
defensive fights first, always having the edge, even if you
Twos.
yourself have got it.
Three.
I think that's a misstep on the rules front.
There's 3.
Go.
Let me know what you think in the
1,
chat.
2, 3.
Love it.
Am I
Chain
biased?
swords.
Do I want to charge things with Lilith? Yes,
Oath.
but I still
Oh.
think I'm right.
You know,
Twos.
still trying to keep one guy alive for uppy downy just to
5
missions if
resistance
possible.
squad.
It would be
5
big
with
if
squad
Nas
with
has
5
someone
symbols?
alive. Yeah.
Hopefully it's enough. That many. Good lance.
That's
Probably
not
kill you
gonna
without
happen.
lance, but like one guy wounded is just such a ball ache.
Dead.
Dead. Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gons
Alright,
goes to
bye.
port it.
Bye-bye.
No consolidate. Oath gone. Cool.
Sad
I'm gonna
end
swing
for the
4
heroes.
companions into you now.
But that's Nass's uppy downy gone now.
Sweep.
Sweep.
I had gone to my Azrael once. That's crazy.
2s and 3s?
3s and 2s.
3s and
Yeah,
2s.
fights
that
first.
works.
I'm weapon skill
always
3. I'm only
an
plus
open
1 against
mechanic.
characters.
Ah,
Sustained
right.
2.
Right.
Bosh.
Think we got him, Chief.
You're dead.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah.
I just want to see. All I want to see.
You wanted to
is
see
the
it as a hit roll. I get it. Yeah, but that was 10 additional, and we kill on 2s. Cool, we
The
consolidated
round
in the
so far
exact
is
spot
really
mentioned.
even, but some of the American players were
I'll
told
get
to get a
attacked for
few more
troubles.
points.
Yes,
Again, not a
will.
big deal because the round is going to be closed by
Yeah.
nature. And
Buys you a turn.
And
Both
we're
teams
not
need a win.
talking panic here. We're talking
Goals
like
goes to
minor
stay in the
minor
sky.
adjustments here and there.
What's that?
And remember,
Oh,
goes to
if
stay in the
teams
sky.
are told
fair
to get
enough,
more
right?
points,
Fair enough,
it's
mate.
not because they're losing,
That's
it's
not how
because
that
they
works.
want to win the round. Because
I wish that was how that works.
they're both on the
That's
loss.
not how that works.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome for me.
Let's ask from the novice point
I
of view.
got
Did
3
the
CP,
scene
you got
screen
a
out the
4.
majority
Yep.
of his army
I
with
got
cheat
2.
units? Yeah, absolutely.
No, next battle round.
Nas has been
I'll put
using
you
little
in,
waves of
drawing cards.
infantry to stand in the way of things.
Oh no, because
Do
the
jobs.
next battle round.
Do
next battle round.
tasks.
Oh, God. Sorry, good call.
We're good. So battle round.
Yeah,
3.
I engage for 2. I can
Control
take
the
for 3.
space
We're
so
at
Dark
battle round
Angels
3.
can move
You've
into
already
the
scored
early
defend,
exchanges. We
roll
saw this
force
yesterday with the
done.
Eldar. Nas does it with the Guard beautifully.
Very nice.
And it's now created a situation where it looks like a push into
Yeah.
Nas's
Goes 3
territory is
CP.
quite difficult.
I draw cards.
We'll know in the next round or so if there's going to be a breakthrough. Nas getting himself 10
Oh,
primary.
denial. Nice. Bring it down. Probably get redrawn. But
Oh,
I'll do that in a second.
Ah, shit. We're too late. I forgot to charge. Let me just actually check
hope
something from my
not. Neither
understanding.
team wants to draw because we're already.
I
both
cannot
in a
tag
loss.
you without touching
So
the
we
train,
need
so we're
to-
good.
need to win all
I didn't
our
want to charge
games.
anyways.
In
I
order
I
to
wanted to
Genius.
measure, so
hope
now
for
I don't want
first
to charge.
place.
Back to you.
Genius. So he's
Marcos
alive.
asks,
That's nice.
Is
So I
England
can.
USA
doing
destined
great.
to be a draw? There
Please,
are
but
certain
more-
people who would argue
more-
that any
more
round
points,
played
so
by
I'll be
2
5
good
in
teams on
area
the
and
Ritual is destined to be a
yeah.
draw.
Yes.
Which is why the loss yesterday
We are
hurt so much.
definitely going to get extra move.
Yeah, come on in.
My pleasure, Leslie. If you have other questions, do ask. We want new players in the chat to feel welcome. And we want to
Exactly.
help explain anything to you. We don't want to take anything for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no stupid
Might work.
questions.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
And yes, it is very interesting. Generally, teams want to be safe and they go,
Cool.
oh, if it's a draw, it's not the end of the world. But if you want to win the event and you've already lost a round, draw is not ideal. Because you want to force luck that other teams are going to be drawing and you want to actually win the rounds.
Yeah.
And it makes it much more difficult for coaches because asking players for points when 2 players are evenly matched, two teams, brings a risk of what happened in the France round of I try to push too hard and lose too much and you end up losing the round. You want to
Yeah.
avoid that. So it's a very delicate process and I assume there won't be many calls made until about an hour to 40 minutes from now where we know the solid scores are in. This is where we are. This is 100% what we get.
Yeah.
We need 5
1-0
more
to
points.
Soda.
Let's see how many tables we have left. Can we get one
1-0
point
to
in each
Soda.
table?
We're
That
still
can-
about 40
Um,
minutes out from really knowing where we've got an edge to push, and I don't think we're doing it now.
Yeah, I've just got 1
and
year
yeah,
to sort
don't,
out.
I mean, this
Do I wanna
England
use
team
it?
have been playing on WTC for what feels like 6 months, and I don't even doubt it. They are just as leveled up on this terrain as the US are. France currently playing Australia, Chipper.
We'll get a 10.
So that's an interesting game.
Yeah,
I
you
could
get-
see a
Stop the
draw
record
there,
best
you
for
know.
the
I
15
could definitely
hours.
see a draw there.
As soon as you get some updates from other tables, from other streams, Wargames Live, Target Priority and such, let us know.
And Leslie,
because
you're
we're
right.
curious.
Asking for points is a double-edged sword. We literally lost against France because we had the sense we needed to get points elsewhere, when actually we didn't. We simply didn't. We just had to stay tight, wait for the projections to come in as anticipated.
Right, extra
Lessons
move these
learned.
ball
Grow into the game, always. But Ritual is very, very drawish.
Those ones are the central ones, sorry.
And neither side want a draw here.
Probably.
Draw puts them both out of the event.
But that's the exciting thing about
Probably
teams.
the
It's
back
not
ones,
just
actually.
players playing a game.
Move.
It's the entire
Go.
team
I was spending
structure.
CP and
You need
redraw.
good coaches that
What's his
can
chops? Bring
predict
it down.
what's
Cool.
needed.
So bring it down.
They need to know the players. They need to know
Will be
a
placed
bunch of
for
stuff.
engage no France.
And just see,
Hey,
yeah,
guys,
you're right.
one,
Predicting
lads.
scores is a
That
phenomenally
is
difficult
points
skill.
you can score.
It's the mark of a genuine teams player. Is
Isn't that the spirit of Christmas?
consistently delivering what you promise you'll deliver.
Yes.
And players are always crushed when they fail to do that. I've seen Harrison and Manny yesterday, both devastated because no player of their caliber and experience wants to be bringing
So what
home
I'm
no
gonna
points
do,
in a
John?
situation like that.
Sure.
But they've
So I'm
picked,
going to
picked
be
themselves
within
up,
range
they've
here
owned it, they've
and
moved on. That's all
outside
they
of
can do.
your
Reactive move?
with me, so you co-reactive me to the nanny area.
Very
I understand-
important in teams
I
that when a
understand why
player
you're
has a
doing
bad
that.
day,
It's just-
everyone
it's
is
just
there
mean.
for them and
It is.
encourages them to get back in the game. Otherwise, it just spirals across other rounds.
This guy's going to roll me in advance.
Right, here we go. Nas.
14.
Let's see what
Cool.
Nas is
Good
doing.
for them.
Yeah,
Again?
Marcos, you're completely right. Teams is the best way to play the game. No doubt about it.
Again, remember, Nass's battle line unit can advance and do actions if they want. They can fall back and do actions as well,
Ah,
which is
what
a
you thinking
great
of?
advantage he has over John. If he needs
Kill
to stick an
Camaro.
objective somewhere, he can advance
that?
and do it.
Kill
But then again,
Camaro to Bogan.
placing down too many objectives is a double-edged sword
kill three
because
Bogan.
John has a
How
very
dare you?
tough
I'll make more
unit.
saves.
Just
Nassim
you
would
wait, I
struggle
will
to
kill
screen
3.
out, right? So you only want to place as many objectives
Force
as
is
you want.
quite
And
low.
Nassim already
More
has a
than
nice
one
triangle in his corner.
Exactly.
So he doesn't really need to spread out and do more ritual actions.
Nass is in a very solid position now to 10, 10 to 10 to 10.
I'm not going to stay outside of none of them. I want to screen out this part
Chippy
entirely.
asked, do you think vote analysts need to be
From
different
the
to play on
dudes.
WTC versus UKTC?
That
No,
screening
not
from
really
here looks
now.
about right, give or
They
take.
look more or less the same.
Like
Come
here.
in?
Yes.
They have
yeah,
the,
yeah,
the same sorts
If
of
you're there, you
opportunities
should
and
be
risks.
Well, the new UKTC terrain,
Yeah.
because it's
And,
much heavier now.
I think the only decision points on a list like Harrison's that we've seen is whether you
Into
get
this
Hearthguard
guy.
in there somehow or Thunderkin. I think
I could-
Harrison
first
really
I can
missed
go
the
is
blast
here.
keyword
I will not be
yesterday.
going there, but
Yes,
put it
I
that-
love
let's put it that way.
I don't see a vote on
You're
this
doing less than
without
that.
like two
Yeah,
squads of
I
the
So
same
far, you're
like-
only
I like
activating them for
Hearthguard.
reactive moves.
anti-vehicle
Yeah,
2
yeah,
plus.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Thunderkin are great as
They're
well.
not good.
That's the only point,
You haven't moved.
point
If
for
you moved the
adjustment.
tank already, I would do it, but
Yeah,
you're
But
doing
it
it the right
depends
order.
what you're targeting in the meta at the moment.
Hate when
Also,
that
how many
happens.
Jaegers do you need? 20? Is
Okay.
10 enough?
That is
You know,
gonna
things
be
like
That is
that.
some English coherency right
that's
there.
some sketch coherence.
English coherence. We'll take
So we
it.
need to fix
We'll
this one
take it.
first. That's the
Very,
first
very
I'm going
funny.
with.
It's done bait special.
Two.
Yes.
Two.
Oh man, beautiful.
Yes, exclamation mark lists in the chat. You can see both lists for
Basically,
both
no-
players.
Not go.
Not fitting between with a 40 mil.
No.
I get where you're going.
Oh, sure, sir.
Heading up to 300 viewers here.
And
Amazing.
I'll actually move back
Thanks
a
for
little
joining
bit
us.
here.
Hope you're enjoying yourselves.
Just make sure I'm
Going to be
just
trying to
doing
get you
this.
updates on this round.
Let me
It's
just drop
tense,
5 Terminators
tense
in the square and
round
let you make
between
it from
England and the USA in a
Head
moment.
up. Thank you.
I know what you want, so
Exactly.
we'll just.
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
again, playing
Let's
by
just
intent
do it.
when everything's declared.
These are 5
Very
Terminators.
easy to
I
measure.
could theoretically move one of them to this end position, but that's basically that.
He's still in.
Yeah. So right there,
Yeah.
you're good. I'm gonna fix your coherency, but it doesn't change the measurement.
Cool. We're gonna find there,
John's
there,
just
two.
trying. Nas is just trying to screen
Good
out.
right
We've
there.
seen this in the
I
last
will not be
game.
able to ingress in this
You've
spot.
got to avoid a fatal ingress from the Terminators
yeah.
at this stage. Screens have to
Right.
come out.
Look, if you let me, I was going to, but
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Leslie asks, who did the
I'd be
US
insulted
lose
if
around
you-
to? They
I'd be
lost to
insulted if you
Poland.
did otherwise, mate.
yeah.
Poland, obviously,
Yeah, can you get my
If
90?
you thought
infamous in
ignore mods was
WTC.
gonna
They're one of
stop
the
me,
strongest
it
teams in
wasn't.
it every year. And the saying is always, if you want to win
Oh, there
WTC,
we
you
go.
have to go through
We're doing
Poland.
hammer one. We got all the 9s now.
US did not
Nice.
manage to do that.
So it's how far ball can move, so it helps.
No, that's good for this list. Really, that's where you want to stop? There? Come on, mate. Boy, that
Someone
is.
says enjoying this stream. Wargames Lime is
Really don't want
too
it, huh?
Australia biased due to camaraderie. Hey, man wears his heart on his sleeve.
I don't want to give you the option.
I'd be lying if I
You
said
don't
I
wanna
didn't
find
want
out what could
England win
happen?
here, but you know we can all appreciate John
Well,
Lennon, right? What a babe.
The thing is, I just don't think you'll do it, but I'm not going to take the percentage part chance that they tell you to push and they're like, okay.
And then it works?
And then maybe it works, or maybe it backfires.
That'd be embarrassing for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty embarrassing. But I've played this game once or twice, luckily.
Uh-huh. Only once or twice, eh?
Once or twice. I've only been playing for a few years. Give me a few more. So they're the reactive move, anything. No.
Oh, you're
No,
right.
no,
John
no,
is a
no,
bit sassy. He gives a little bit. He's a funny guy.
We know the score.
He sure as shit not shooting. Oh, can you give me?
Nas seems nervous.
I
I
don't
don't think
actually
Nas
care
just wants
about
to
those
make sure he
type of
acquits
shots.
himself well here.
You definitely want Eric Denario. And
A
engage.
few of the players in the England squad who don't have the
So we know
years
what
of
that is.
experience that some of these US vets have, right? A
Exactly.
little bit daunting in places.
US is a massive country. We
I
don't-
think actually the key thing whenever you play anyone good or big is just to play the same game you've been playing.
Exactly.
Not for a second try and overthink it or change it up.
Yes. It's I noticed that a lot when you in events. I'm not a great player, but I've done some Glasshammer
Yeah.
content. So a lot of new players see me play, and,
No pivots yet. Got
and
five
when
left.
they face me,
Five
they go,
left.
"Ooh, it's gonna be a tough game. I'm really stressed going
What's
against you." I'm
left?
like, "No, just play your game, have fun." Because
More than
everyone
nine.
makes mistakes.
Yeah.
No
Exactly.
one's
I mean,
no
like-
one's perfect. You might make
Nine,
more
nine,
mistakes than me, but I'm not impervious, and that comes with any
Nice
players.
spot.
John might make a mistake.
Good job, boy.
Nassim
Good
might
job.
make a mistake.
More
It's
than
just
enough.
how you capitalize on it. And the pressure of playing a top player is already a difficulty, and it's a player skill of just
And
getting
these
used
guys
to it.
will move and be outside of 9.
It's the same
Yep.
with being on camera on stream. That's why I'm happy to have both of these players because they're very resilient.
Yeah.
John's used to streams,
Literally,
Nassim's now
move
used to
and
streams, and he's just a great guy to watch.
Yeah, you're
Exactly.
covering it.
Star in the chat says Nas is a
I
young
can
lad,
eyeball
but he's a
that one easy
smasher.
enough.
Yeah, that's damn right. I think if there's a slight edginess to Nas here,
You know
it's
when
just
I need to
because this is
visit, yeah?
just not a matchup he can do what he likes to do in.
I've seen
You know,
a few
he
things
loves
in my times.
he loves to go and get a good
You fuckers
differential.
are dead, fuck off.
At the moment, this doesn't look like the way this game's going to go.
And it's great to see all you guys in chat. We are
Yeah, thanks
beating
for all
our
the
records
support.
of viewership.
This is the highest we've had all event.
Definitely
One
a lot
more
of
game
John's
to go.
supporters in.
Absolutely
can imagine.
crazy. England versus USA.
Disembark
It's a classic,
3,
right?
so 32 to the threat range.
Yep, 32.
Or be slightly outside of that.
Fair enough. Back it up.
Yeah,
Just
great
the
coverage
moments,
from
yeah.
the US channel with the scores for the round. It's a really good thing to update.
Interesting seeing it at the moment.
That's going to come out in
It's good for us
advance
to
and
see
stuff,
as
so
well,
9.
I suppose. So we don't have to chase the coaches down. You can have a look at what's going on.
There you go.
It's very cool. Definitely check it out if you guys
So
are
that
curious about the
is basically like an
other
extra
game
move, and then
scores.
14 inches, so I can be up to
Yeah,
here.
goodness, if that's a drawish round if I've
I'll
ever
give
seen
you
one at the
9 for
moment.
that guy.
Nothing in it.
no
Slightly different,
You're good on
surprises
these ones,
then
right?
that some players will
I'll
ask to get some
reestablish
few
these
more
for you then.
points
Thank you.
if they can.
Hey, you got a friend chatting you out in there. Someone sometimes paints.
Boom, so I can go up to here.
Someone sometimes plays. It must be Simon.
Just to here, so you can't fit a base through here.
Simon from
Right.
Glasshammer. He always attempts to paint but ends up not painting. And he's very slow with his pile
You know
of
the
shame,
score.
which I'm sure a lot of us are guilty
Can't
of.
fit your bases through.
I've got a massive pile of
Easy.
shame at home,
Power
unfortunately.
drive.
Marcos
Lot of money in
Gonzalez
the middle,
says,
just
shame
to
they're not
try-
playing
get
for the
cheeky.
tournament win.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's still possible for either of
We
these
are still
teams to
praying
win
for a
the event.
tournament win. Maybe not necessarily
I
this
think
round, but
something I've
definitely next round.
observed with every WTC is that England and America talk a big game going in, and then remember there are other countries in the world. Almost like
Humble
every
pie.
tournament in every
12.
sport we've ever gone into.
So the objective is here.
Easy does it.
So the,
We did say
I'm
the
gonna
cursed
with the
phrase
ball
turn,
in
that spot,
so
yeah,
it
yeah.
might as well be what it is.
Yeah, that's so nice.
can we get more
That's so
objectives?
nice.
I blame Paddington
Oh,
because he
okay.
shares the.
Paddington is an optimist. That's the thing. That's what I love about him. He's a sunny guy, happy little guy.
Rick Forsman. So the 12
Yeah, some
is
love for the
like,
Polish
yeah,
Polish Necron list. Yeah, I practiced into that a few times when we were going and doing the run-in.
Good night, Matt Dizido.
It's a really cool list. It's
Yeah,
very,
outside the
very
zone.
different in its approach, but
Mm.
very, very
Is it the
effective.
Scorpic Hyper?
We're going to move
No, this was
Good
the
for them.
Awakened Dynasty,
And then, would you
Emitting
like to react to
Destroyers.
No.
It's got a
Figured.
very sneaky Wraith Brick, and the tech Necrons
Exactly.
players that I wasn't aware of is
Can.
you can still plug Cryptothralls into a Wraith Brick.
Oh, I see.
So you've
For
just
even
got
more
one
resilience.
Wraith Brick, but
Oh.
it's really chunky.
Talk to me. I might actually
Really
just look
chunky.
at a reactive move.
Yeah, go for it.
We
See what it
might
has
have
to be.
said
I think
it.
we played
I'm
around
also
with it
sitting
coming
on some
home.
command points.
I only
I
ever
know.
take it as a bit of a joke anyway, as we were
Yeah,
discussing
it's one of the obnoxious things that
Less than
every
a
country
5
has a
is
joke
usually.
about them,
Yeah.
and England
Okay.
always says it's coming home.
Yeah, that's
but
our,
usually
that's our
they
running
are
joke.
coming home. That's how it goes.
Everyone else's joke seems to be that they hate us and want us to lose.
Six
But
is
you know,
money
we've
in
got
the bank.
different jokes.
Yep.
Actually,
Oh dear.
What's he screening 9 inches out of?
So he's not trying to keep out of 9.
That's better,
Oh no, he is. He wants to avoid the reactive move of Gladius Wraith Raider.
yeah,
If he triggers a
not
reactive move
changing.
here, John can use that to shift units he's trying to screen into a different angle of attack.
yeah, so he then gains.
If you look at
more
Nassim
movement.
Lair here, he's trying to screen out reserves.
Just keep in mind they can still charge.
He's trying
and
to
that can
block
move
off a counter-attack
yeah,
onto
yeah,
his
yeah,
home
yeah.
objectives.
Because I wouldn't want to get
I don't think
you
it
on
gets
He's
me
also
anything.
trying to score his cards. He's
Yeah,
done a
so
good job of both.
Importantly,
gotta
the
look-
reason this
Yeah,
squad
no, it's fair.
Got all
squad
those
over
command
here
points. What else am I going to do?
is 12-inch movement will not clear the squad.
that.
That's why they're put here.
Now,
but
I'm
if
gonna
reactive
be
move
not
moves them
skipping front.
forward,
I'm gonna be within
they'll
18
then
of
be
all
able
of
to
them,
jump
with
through and
hellhound.
start hitting
Yep.
the valuable
So-
units from Nassim.
And this
I
time
believe
Fernando
that's
was gonna
what the
hit.
put on screen.
Poker cannon out.
Thal says, can I have my
Out.
fiver back for that, lol.
Good
Oh,
for him.
sorry. No, we've not been
I think
overdoing it
that's
on the
poke
It's
out a little
Coming
bit
Home.
more.
Thal, I promise. I
Yeah,
promise.
you guys should have it there.
Yeah, and then I've got plenty of space here.
Dan Blazer asks, this is the final
He
game
does.
of the tournament for all countries. No, there's one more round after this. One more round after this.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
So-
outside of 32 here.
So
Again,
we
very
really,
important.
to keep
Back him
it
up a little
spicy,
bit,
we
not
really
too
want an
much.
England win here so that we've still got something to really be rooting for in the final round.
Yeah.
We're in exactly the same spot as the
Go on,
US
32
team.
for
We
me?
both
Yeah.
we must win
That's
if we
what,
want to keep
that's what
anything
makes
going.
this so tense. Everyone was so tense this
It
morning.
looked like you need another inch or so, but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
hard to do.
This guy, oh, not off the board.
You're good, mate.
Okay. The extra move.
Lord Rowan has asked what teams are in a winning
There.
position. The teams in the strongest position are Australia, Poland,
We're going
France,
to
I
Sweden.
believe, and Sweden.
Increase there.
Sweden and
What's
France are
left?
undefeated, I believe.
Yeah,
You're
so
going to tease me with those Bulgren?
No.
with
What?
USA and
I'm
England
just in the
still
open,
able
couldn't
to
I?
win at this moment in
A
time.
couple shots.
And Australia is undefeated as well, I think, right? So-
Yeah, exactly. You got Oz on the
These
end
guys
there.
gonna hold it
Theo's
from
the
here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, great.
Right, whilst Nas does his meticulous movements, I'm going to go and see what else is popping.
No worries.
Use your Hunter Slayer, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Good for him, yep.
I know.
Hunter Slayer.
That can move. It'll move a bit within 12, but outside of 9.
Yep.
Poland
no,
has a
I'll stay
draw,
there.
so
It's
they
in a good
haven't
spot.
lost yet,
It's in a good spot.
but they have
Fair
a draw. So 2 draws is equal to a loss
They're
point-wise.
menacing near each other.
So they can potentially draw again because they're playing Sweden.
They'll just,
Um,
they already moved. I was
So
gonna
the
move that-
idea is
just
that
one
the
guy here, one guy here,
undefeated
that's
Do you wanna
teams,
move it,
so
dude?
teams
I
on
don't
all
care.
wins,
fine.
is
Just on this one, not
France, Sweden,
Just so I can stick
and
it.
What are you moving?
Australia, I think.
Just these guys there.
Oh, you're
That-
gonna.
that
Okay,
one
they're
on the backs,
advancing. Yeah, sure.
I've
Yeah,
got
it's fine.
sticky.
Oh, good for them.
Gosh.
Look at him go.
Just because I can stick it,
Sure.
and then he's gonna stay probably where he is.
Yeah, exactly.
go
I'm
for
Polish,
international
living in England, so
selections.
if Poland wins, is a win for me. If England wins, is a win for me. Obviously, I'm part of Team Glasshammer. I work with Team
Flying
England, doing
So,
coverage
I'm gonna go.
of events in England and now
gonna shoot
WTC.
everything
So
there.
I do root for England. I stay with the guys. I love
Oh,
the
do you wanna
guys.
ingress?
I
So
think so.
I root for England. But yeah, it's a win-win for
I got
me either
nothing
way.
better to do.
Hello.
You can see very meticulous movement, not wanting to trigger any surprises to ruin the plan.
Appreciate it though.
We've seen how detrimental it is when the Irish player charged Manny's Blood Angels, and that triggered a heroic intervention that swung it around by a couple of points.
These fuckers advanced, so I'm not gonna let you fire the las gun.
Oh no.
That's not how I'm taking damage, Nassim.
no.
It's not the las gun into the Deathwing Knights.
No.
Down there, no CP, burn the Homer.
Inferno first.
It's crazy how I knew exactly where they're gonna end up so long ago.
I know, right? Inferno, I'll pop the multi-melter and the hunter killer.
There you go, we've got a shooting face on
I'll leave the
Nassim.
hunter killer. I'll leave the hunter killer. Multi-melters, 2 hits.
Man,
Two,
thank God that wasn't
AP
lethal.
4. I see you. So
Roll
this
some damage.
First one.
Yeah, I'm the double agent here.
I think that's good. Flamer. 5. Have some dice, please.
Other games for England are very drawish. You can check the US channel. They've got all the games scores
no, no,
on the board.
Don't fire anything he won't. Oh,
Tank commander?
Yeah, he won't overcharge.
What?
About how many shots?
Hunter killer now.
No. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Yeah. 5. Okay, they're dead. Nice.
So if you want to see more scores for the round, check US Wargaming on
Let's
the
go there
YouTube.
and
They've
then
got
across to you.
all the scores on the board
I go
for
to
the round and then
3 CP.
overall camera. It's a great little feature. I
Patch
need
me
to
in
look
for
into
that
that.
10 on
It's
primary,
looking
I'll go to
absolutely
6.
great.
I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Overwhelming force, worth something.
Nice.
No prisoners.
Worth something.
Worth something.
Oh.
Hey man, if I'm scoring points, I'm not mad.
Yeah. Once you decide, I'm gonna go whiz.
It's a 6-man unit
Get one up.
in
No
that. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's
Raph,
the Leontus
Raph,
unit.
Raph.
And if you can see, I'll show you how the.
No, one of you watch my tape. I'm gonna go.
I'll mute Nassim in the meantime. The coherency for this unit is it's the Leontus's unit, I believe, and it goes
Hello.
like here.
I am a fellow White Scars lover. Howdy.
There you go. So
Just
that's how the
watch it or any
coherency is kept.
No. Yeah. Robinson. Nice to meet you in person.
Yes, exactly. Nassim
Sorry,
doesn't have
there's
them
no
all
white
based
scars
exactly the same
today.
because borrowing models.
I know.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Tom is back.
Just had a look around. Still in a very tense, grindy place all the way around. A couple of little rules, queries, and debates around different things all being resolved. No obvious signs of breakthrough at this moment in time. I think the Manny Bryan game looks like one where one side could fold at some stage, and that's very tense. They're both very tense right now. But they just had a little hug after things got a little stressful for a minute there, so that's nice to see. Our scores in general nudging back down to where we were a little while ago, so we had a little wave of optimism, but I think it's now
Yeah,
heading back
Just
to
quickly
what you'd
showing
imagine.
the coherency because it's hard to see on the top down, but the coherency is being
Yeah,
kept
this is the
because of
way.
the triangle
Look, I
on both
play
ends
guard
of that
too, so I
daisy
appreciate
chain.
this table. This is the way it should be.
Yeah, John Lennon does love his guard. And table full of Imperium right for the skinning.
There you go. We've got yet another stand-in for Nassim.
Just run the plugs again, David. Just chuck the link in. Thank you very much for watching us. Do hit like and subscribe on Glasshammer Gaming if you haven't already. If you're a fan of the nonsense I'm spewing, you can come and follow me and my team at 6++, me, my captain Chris, Scrivo, Davey, a whole bunch of good guys making fun content for you over there. Competitive, but not taking ourselves too seriously, having a good time with it as well. So that sounds like your jam. Come and join us. We're taking over the world. We're just taking a while.
It's fine, no rush.
No rush, right?
We've seen what rushing
We've been
does
playing
to-
this for a long time. Yeah, no rush.
There's still a considerable amount of
I'm not seeing.
guards.
I'm waiting on the moment of
You know
magic
exactly
here.
what
I
I
don't
did
know.
this during this time. Not a goddamn thing. That's
Yeah.
probably where the objective's going in that far corner.
I think these boys are just
Big.
settling into their
I
colours.
don't
at the moment.
believe you're that kind of guy.
You don't.
I don't. I don't think it's you. Be better.
Someone sometimes paints says,
Damn.
amazing
You
job
got
with the
me.
coverage, guys. Been awesome to see. I'm really glad you've enjoyed it.
Glad you
You know,
enjoyed it.
one
And I'm
match
glad
we
there's
don't
so many of
squad
you
on
guys enjoying the
So
game.
cool.
It's always good to see the community growing.
I had a feeling it would be a
back.
good experience. I wasn't
Back.
expecting it to be quite as life affirming as it happened. It's been amazing. Just amazing.
And there is so much coverage. You're really in for a treat.
coming
You've got so many streams. You've got
Going
War
good,
Games Live,
Tom.
Oh,
you've got
yeah.
us,
Good.
French War
Yeah,
Games,
he's gone
the
now.
German stream, the
Yeah,
Spanish stream, the
yeah.
Swedish
It
stream,
has been
the
fun.
Canadian stream.
Well,
Well,
fine.
it's a
Enough
choice,
is
man. You can
enough.
have every language
Yeah,
under the
we're
sun.
Enough, isn't it?
I'm done with him. It's all the same
Called
to
it
you. I'm
now.
done
There'll be a
with it.
Chinese
Well,
stream
maybe-
next year and they'll win the thing.
I hope there is because the guys are great.
They're really cool.
And they have great banter.
They are good fun. Hey, Ben Jones is in. These are your boys, Ben Jones. The Dark Angels in action here.
Yes.
On the table into Nassim Fouchane. No one's giving anything away right now. This is a meat grinder without the meat being ground.
Yep.
More of a
But
meat
I'm-
looking
I'm
at
pretty
each
sure
other.
it's coming with battle round 3.
Put a cook on me. I'm just going to
Yeah,
get
well,
one of my
Nas can't
coaches.
screen forever. He's running out of little idiots.
Dave, can you cut the mic?
Yeah, sure.
Just
There you
cutting
go.
the mics as the coaches do some feeding back. Got some comms to get.
Yes, again, the player John is listening in to Nassim talking to his coach. Nassim is listening to John talking to his coach. It's just we don't want to give away any extra information to our finals opponents. And every team is being obviously prepped. They've got very specific strategies and designs,
Yeah.
and they want to avoid the strategies being leaked. I'm sure they will be freely talking about it right after the event. More than happy to. 'Cause they had so much prep. They want to brag about it. We want to show you
Yeah.
how much we know, how much we prepped. It's just not possible just quite yet.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, we could, but unfortunately.
Thanks,
not
Migs of Iron Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that says.
Well, that was a
Awesome.
bit, yeah.
Really appreciate the
I know.
positive
Do I have anything
feedback.
better to do right now?
I
Cool
I
to
mean,
know
you
that you
could
like what we're
give
doing.
me a shot
We've really
at
enjoyed doing
maybe
it.
getting more points
Prometheus
if you-
says, yeah, that's actually a great bit of feedback. Maybe we can try in the future to have
If I go
scores
through
from other
everything at
tables
once, I can
coming
also get
in.
more points.
You could.
I know one or
Maybe.
two
Means, Roddy.
of the teams have been able to run it that way,
So,
but it's
yeah,
complicated.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Now John's talking.
John's
to
just
his
having a
coach,
chat, so he
cutting
wants
the
his mic down. Been very tense. One thing you'll notice from the games, perhaps with the strongest opposition, France and USA, the extent to which they are checking in turn by turn, moment by moment with their coaches and just making sure they have a track of the score. Huge. Absolutely huge.
Yes.
Obviously in the French game we were wrong about a couple of things and that was what cost us, and they held their colours and got what they were expecting and then swung one other game on top.
Absolutely.
I don't think they were expecting the win in quite the way it came about, but they were certainly pushing and happy enough with where they were at.
You can see now John's talking to his coach. I hope we don't have any lip readers, but I think that's far-reaching. We don't have the tech to stop that.
You're
yet.
all right, man. You're all right.
But basically, both players need to know: do we push? Do I need to point? Do I just stay where I am?
Leslie
as you
says
can
I
see,
heard
the
some
games
lists
that even-
got leaked ahead of the tournament. I didn't see or hear anything about that. Didn't encounter that at all.
What got leaked? Sorry.
Lists apparently. I didn't notice any of that.
I haven't
Wasn't
heard.
aware of any list leaking. I don't know how it was resolved if there was.
Yeah, no worries. We'll keep the mics off for the players for now.
Yeah, that's okay. Let them do their thing. This is a very tense moment in the overall round, right?
And they're very conscious. They look over, ask, are the mics muted? Keep them muted, keep them unmuted. And we're happy to accommodate. All I want is competitive integrity, good games, and I want the best team to win. Hopefully England, right? That's
Oh,
where
we'd
we're
love
going.
that. We'd absolutely love that.
Yes, the France round was super tense. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. There you go. We've got players back on.
Is it Mexican standoff, or is there going to be breach of Bogan bunker? there's the like the fuck it, let's see what happens. And then there's also the
I like Nass's analysis.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I like getting this as a floor.
But as I'm saying, if you talk to Nassim in person, generally his demeanor is, yeah, fuck it, let's do it, let's
We
do
can
that.
discuss more in
But when
depth
it comes to
after the
teams,
game.
he is actually way more
of
serious than you think.
Oh,
He
yeah.
comes across as a
0%
light-hearted
chance
individual,
that was not gonna happen.
but
You
he'll
know
tear you
that's gonna
throughout in the game
Got a
to
little
get
bit of
points.
confidence.
It's amazing.
Gonna talk to me,
All in a
will
friendly
do
manner.
this properly.
So you're
That's
still
fine.
smiling
Just
when
fix
you're,
this.
bleeding out on the ground.
That's that. That's it.
Losing
This is
all your
just the spot
points.
here where you
No
cut
problem.
the bases.
He's the mine.
That's the man, right in the middle.
Great, good.
So Nassim is known that if you walk up to
Always
his
win.
table,
My entire
the
army is
terrain is
always
just
I'm very
gone.
proud of you.
Because he likes
Thank
to
you.
see everything clearly, and the players, it's just like chess
Boy,
players. They know exactly
This
the
is not
layout.
the
They
most
know where the terrain
relevant
is.
Earth
Doesn't
moment
confuse
I've ever
them.
dropped.
They just want it gone to
Ah!
have speed.
Oh,
Oh, it looks
know
like
what's gonna happen
John
now.
was given a
Oh.
go to kill Bulgren. Offs on the Bulgren squads. You know what that means?
Oh, it means we're going
We're
to see some
coming
action
out.
now. It means
Yeah.
it's
I got
playtime.
nothing better to do.
Are the
Let's
Bulgrens
dance.
coming home? That's the question.
Means
It's very
they want
possible.
points.
Not a ton of
right?
dancing.
Means
mind
they
you,
want
but a little
points.
bit, just to
Yes.
have some good, clean fun.
And as you've seen, the rounds very close, very tight from what you've seen.
bye,
So
Chimera.
both teams want to win,
You've done a very
and
good
it seems
job.
like
He's done great. He's done fantastic.
John is a safe bet to push
Done
for
a great
points
job.
because I assume they don't want to risk anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
My assessment of this match was always that John had
Nassim
less
Joe.
advantage in terms of the output and
Yes.
the durability.
I can't
Nassim is trying to hold his ground.
Exactly that.
I will not be shooting those guys.
And now
No,
I
what's
think
on
he's
this
had the call
Everyone's
to
in
try
range,
and make that list
big shots.
advantage tell.
Okay.
Try and get a leg up and get some more
So
points from the game.
you can see how he gets to go.
Pulse is going to drive here, make the objective right
I
there.
believe these are the eradicators coming out with biologists.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much for that.
And
Well,
these
well,
he's
eradicators
after
with
us, man.
biologists will be able to lay down some law.
Dude, it's entirely possible that you have a squad in reserves after my turn. So
it
we're
is
gonna-
entirely possible.
So honestly,
Yes,
let me
they are
actually then
eradicators.
Be a little more respectful here.
Oh no! Don't give me respect.
Well, you can't. You won't be able
So
to shoot
there is a
me.
line
But
here
what we are going to do is we're going to come out the 8 a
at
little
a
bit
24
farther.
inch range.
Just to screen a little bit more.
A little
A
bit more.
hint of respect.
A hint of respect. That's all you deserve.
That is what I deserve, to be fair. I don't need more.
No more though. No more.
I'll just give you the 9F. That helps you.
And we're just body blocking this thing, so you're just not going to end up with a random body on here that I don't see
Hey!
coming. Ain't going to happen,
My
mate.
9-inch rollable charge. He's blocked it.
Ain't going to happen, mate. You can land there. That's all you're getting. You just get to land there.
Oh, I would have felt the charge anyways.
Yeah?
But there's always another chance.
Oh,
So the
They're going
secondary
assault
breakdown is
doctrine.
on the screen. We are on round
Army,
3.
I think, is going tactical doctrine.
Tactical dodge.
I'll hold tactical. But pop assault because I have literally nothing better to do. That's an option. It's an option.
So yes, Nassim scored his
Nothing better to do is where
secure
I'm
no
at.
man's land, defend,
I can always
area
find
denial,
something
and
better to
engage
do.
so far.
Yep.
And John's been
Thank you.
lucky enough to get
Oh,
extended
Tell you
containment
what,
and engage,
Somehow,
and he scored
the
all
most
3. They're very
disposable
close in points.
mooks on this island are Azrael's homies. Because we have passed the. Oh, did you want a secret mission?
And Bob, and you're completely right.
can't
I
run out.
don't see how
I
a push
know.
works out for the guard. I just don't see it.
I think I'm gonna pop assault
I
doctrine
think they
for the
get
army.
absolutely twatted.
For the army.
Ooh, assault doctrine for John.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh God.
when
Frankly,
that's
I
the
think
case,
these boys are the most
if you're the other
disposable homies
player-
they're not right now, so they're just gonna go.
you've got to
That
be
is quite fun,
thinking,
putting that.
let's make
Like,
that advantage
I think
count.
they are.
Yep.
So
No,
they're
they are. They are.
gonna go.
So we're going to see. This is a big turn. And the fact
So
that
we might
Lennon's
as
been
well send,
given
right?
the go-ahead to
Here's,
get angry
oh,
Oh,
here
you want to change
is
your oath because of that?
interesting.
Or?
Means maybe they're not seeing the round
Um,
quite as positively,
You're gonna be OC2 on these
or
boys.
they see it
yes.
drawish and they want to get that win.
Azrael's squad is going to
That's very
mince
possible
me
too.
if it connects. Nah, mate, you're dead. That's why I got all these CP, right? We'll go ahead and advance Azrael. 6.
Bosh.
Ooh.
You definitely have a Chimera Overwatch. I don't think I'm giving you any other ones. You want to double check that Hellhound? Let me know.
Yeah. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think that's the only one you care even a little bit about.
Yeah, it's the only one that's even remotely interesting.
That Hellhound really.
Lines
John
up,
really wants to avoid the Hellhound shooting.
Okay, same at the moment. If I were to not give it to you, got 3 command points, I'd be there.
An hour and 15 on the
What's
round.
that charge? So I could have a
Round
3.
End of
Or I
battle
can have
three.
a
So this
four.
is
Okay,
good.
so
We've
it's
got
over
time.
5.
We've got time for what's
So
to come.
Let me hold it on the ground.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get parallax real bad.
Yeah.
Over 5.
Just C
agreed.
says, yeah, might as
So
well
2
take
inches
risks to
versus
try
an
to win,
Overwatch.
even if you end up losing. I think
Boy, that
at
is
this
not the
stage, with the teams
scariest
needing
Overwatch
to
in the
win,
world.
yeah,
It's
I
not.
agree.
I don't
Yes.
have got much. I don't got
I
much to
agree.
do though. But
Whilst Lennon gets his chunky
We'll watch
boys into
your weight,
position, I'm
King.
going to go
I'll
and have a
take
little
the
wander around. Be
Yeah,
back
no
with some
worries.
updates
Let us
for
know
you.
how it's going.
It ain't changing the fact that this squad is dead on your turn.
no, that's the issue. It's not. That doesn't change.
It doesn't do a damn thing. Pop off if you want it.
No, I'm alright.
Oh yeah, you're good? Huh? Oh man, I almost thought you were going to. Here's this Terminator squad advancing.
I thought about it for a second.
Yeah, 2 is probably fine. Might get a reroll out of me because I got some.
Oh,
Sure. Go.
There you go. 4-inch advance.
bad guy. Yeah.
John clearly
get
has been told
overwatched.
to
I
get
accept.
some points, so he tries to push Nassim
snagging
down.
everyone
He
covered,
spreads out
moving on their
on
lives.
both flanks, and he'll be trying to get these primary points off the Bullgren, forcing Nassim to get 5s, I believe. Because again, gaining points is not the only way to score.
as well.
You push the differential,
Who you
so
want
every
with?
5 points difference
Hellhound.
between the scores is 1
Multi-motor.
point on the 20-0 scale. So every time
Nassim.
Nassim loses a primary, it's like losing a
Minx.
point if he then doesn't make up for it.
No.
So that's
Flamer.
what John is clearly trying to do and has been told to
I was
try to
supposed
keep
to be the
Nassim's
snake
score
eye, you
down
promised.
and build
Promise
his
me.
I
score.
didn't promise. Can I have 1 dice? 1 die, please. Freeze.
4.
4. 4 ups.
1 damage.
1 down.
Ooh, Sweden
then
are
back
getting
to-
their
that's it.
way in the game. So Sweden is pulling ahead of Poland.
There's
That's
no
huge
interest
because
of
Sweden's
watching anywhere
undefeated.
else.
No.
If Sweden wins that round against Poland,
Maybe
which is really
not
tough,
Wounded. What do I do with a
they
guy?
are-
Maybe kill a
they
guy.
are
Maybe not.
possibly winning the WTC. Again, another dark horse coming in.
So advancing
The
these
underdog,
terms.
because I don't think anyone had
where
Sweden
they're
in mind
going.
as the winner. That'll be very
Hola.
interesting. Sweden possibly playing France after that, if that's the case, because I don't think they played yet. Are they displaying the CP wrong? I don't believe so. It's up to the players.
hand me your
They
Niners?
add them and take them down. I think they do have 1 CP.
No reason.
Let's play this game.
that looks about right.
overwhelming. Yeah, fine. Overwhelming.
Overwhelming is the no prisoners. What I got.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Forgot to
Nassim.
move a guy to Asriel.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're good.
Nassim, the hero, updating the secondaries. The CPs are displayed correctly. It's John's turn. He's still moving around. Let's see Tom's back. Let's see if he's got any
Advance.
updates. So before he
Doesn't
starts,
matter at
though,
all, cool.
apparently Sweden is pulling ahead of Poland,
Wow.
and Sweden's undefeated. So it will be a massive
Spicy.
underdog, just like
Wow.
Australia.
That's
2 years
exciting.
ago.
That's very, very cool.
You can fit the casket here?
Absolutely not.
Oh, Sweden
Alright,
played
great.
fast
Great, great,
last
good
round,
talk.
so Sweden will potentially be playing the winner of this round,
Yeah.
right?
News on the round is that there are a couple of games
It's
starting
not
to
just to decide if these 2
swing.
guys are just going to run in just to sit
Okay.
there and get shot more. Why
One's
not?
going England's way.
I mean, getting shot more is
All right.
more fun than getting
Vanilla
shot
and
less.
the World Eaters are looking a bit up against it, against Chris Kinnair. At this moment in time.
But I assume it's they balance each other out. the
Yeah, and
swings.
when
It's
World
not like
Eaters
a
have good
massive
late
swing.
game plays with Angro and other things sometimes. Manny and Brian is currently not looking great for Manny. Brian's Thousand Suns giving Manny Chima a difficult time. There's a couple of games just starting to edge.
So it's getting spicy.
It's getting spicy. The vast majority of the games are in the same grindy, drawish place we're looking at here. So you'd bet your house on this being one of those rounds where a couple of big games decide it after everyone else has slogged away for 11s or 10s, maybe some 12s. But still just waiting to see if anyone else manages to open up the games.
Yeah, Azrael CP battery is very helpful.
But we're European, so we've got the advantage of swords.
Oh,
yeah,
you think the
Andrew, you're
players-
right. I don't think there is a big downside to John's push.
Oh, I'll ask-
Guard's very
I'll ask-
honest. It's not getting in and behind,
Yeah.
is it? Not especially with Gaunt's Ghost dead.
He's on 5, I'm on 3. Oh, yes, let's do.
Oh, fine. I'm gonna advance my knights.
You're right,
see what
guys. You
happens.
pay way more attention than
Fair
me.
enough.
The players will update it now. There we go. Yeah, that's changes things a little bit, John. Having 5 CPs.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big. Thank you guys for
Got a
paying
lot of
attention.
resources
Helps
to
a lot.
play with. A lot of resources to play with.
And we reached 300 viewers. Thank you all for
Oh,
being here.
wow,
And I
that's
hope you
amazing.
enjoy the coverage. There's so much coverage, so much to choose from. So I'm really happy that you decided to watch us. And obviously, I'm sure John is a big reason. There is a bunch of people coming down.
Thank you,
Great
John.
non-player, so always a joy
Love
to watch.
John Swallow. Love Prestige Wargaming in Barnsley. Go check him out. But yeah, it's interesting right now. It's in quite a tense place. Some of these lists just cannot break through each other in a meaningful way. So the ones that can really have to now. That's probably why we're seeing John have a go.
There you go. It's an all-out from what I can see. So the idea probably is
Yep.
we've got a swing here, swing there. We're looking a little bit ahead. If you can push John and get points, we might win the round. That's probably the thinking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Because it's not a massive risk for John to push. He
No,
wants to
not
get
really.
into
No,
Nassim
he's
at
a
some
lot
point.
more durable than Nas.
It's just
across.
how early he gets in, right? That's where the risk is, because it gives Nassim
Yeah.
more time to respond. Ideally,
I'm
John
done
would be
shooting.
coming out probably turn 4.
Yeah.
Charging,
But since he's
Terminator's
asked
here.
to probably push for points, he's
Roll.
trying to do it as early as possible.
Roll.
And
7
get some-
should be enough to base you all up and down here.
We've got some charges coming in. No shots to
You
not
can go as
cut
far as possible,
the
base over there.
charge lines,
Yep, correct.
because John knows
He's
he will
gonna
just
come as far as
remove Nassim
possible
in
base over
combat.
there.
There's no need to
Correct.
shoot anything.
Yeah,
He's
for
gonna
sure.
come base right there.
John just trying to
He's
see.
gonna come base
Nas is starting to run out of
right
layers to
This
stop the
man
push.
goes
He
to
also
base
only
you
needs to
right there.
survive
Yep.
for one more round of
Okay.
primary after next turn to be in a
Exactly.
very solid spot.
Tucked in.
And Nassim still has the
Tucked-
tanks. They don't
yeah.
necessarily
Tucked
need
and
to kill
trimmed,
anything. They
tucked
just need
and
to
proper.
Exactly.
stop people coming in.
These
Exactly.
boys are gonna charge right here.
Sure.
Curious whether
Yep.
anyone's going to try and seek a
9-inch
mission in a minute.
charge.
I guess the Dark
no,
Angels,
no,
Dark Angels could.
John asked Nassim about secret mission, and I believe Nassim said no, no, no.
Yeah. Oh, Nas certainly isn't in a position to do it. Good morning, Peter Stodd. Nice to have you here.
Basically, just looking at kill them with this unit, pile in
Cool.
3
Just got the
base.
last bits
How
and
many
pieces
guys
of
will
John's
fight?
list here.
It looks to me like
I'm going to see
4.
if I can get more concrete
two base,
information.
these two
No,
base,
doesn't-
this guy
doesn't
sits
really
away.
look gettable right now.
Yeah, I'm sure you can walk up to US Wargames tablet and see
Good,
what it's
because I
doing.
don't-
They're
every guy
updating the
matters.
scores live. It's looking pretty good, and the same with you
Let me pull
guys.
this bamboo
You
skewer
can
out.
search for US Wargames on YouTube, and I believe they have a live
So.
point feed
Definitely,
coverage.
definitely.
There is a
Yeah.
lovely chap walking around updating scores on his tablet, so it's accurate scores from
Asra's
the
charging
round.
Kazus.
Bosh. Get him in.
I'll measure for you if you want.
Is that a cheeky melt of mine?
Thank you, Dark Angels Ed. I'm glad you enjoyed.
man.
Really put
Might have to catch it. We'll see.
all my heart and soul into it, and my brother, who's a professional in broadcasting, helped me a lot
Yeah, we're
with,
totally
the,
gonna catch it. It's fine.
with this software. So I hope it's
Yeah,
showing,
now it's okay.
because it's
I'm gonna pop chair.
it's really great fun to cover the events.
2 more wounds.
Cool. I'll roll in a second.
Want me to roll them for you or?
Yeah, sure. 2 forks.
And I'm really glad you
Hey,
guys
thanks,
chose to watch this stream among so many available.
Asra has to
It's
base, so
really a
hold
joy
on. There you
to show you the game. And again, I'm sure a lot of it is John Lennon being in the stream.
Great.
I would want to watch him play whenever I have a chance.
I don't really think you got an interrupt, didn't you?
But I'm hoping you'll
10
come
knights
back
here
at
on
some
these
day
guys.
to watch
2,
other games.
3, 4. 2s and 2s.
Yes, Nassim is ahead on primary, so he cannot choose it anyway.
2s to kill.
No, all you have to do is just ask.
Fair enough. Yeah, get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
Yeah, there's no point rolling dice. They're down to 1 hour remaining. Nassim knows the squad will just die, so there's no point wasting
Azzy.
time rolling dice.
And they won't consolidate. They'll stay there.
Dark Angels are
I
deadly
can
when
touch
they
the
get in combat.
objective. Have you drawn overwhelming force?
I have.
I'll consolidate, barely touch, just so I'm closer.
That's fine. Okay.
Boy, I do like being behind that wall. Okay, it's on me. Swing Azrael squad here.
Azrael squad
Here's the power
going
fist.
for the kill.
3s, 2s, 1.
3. I reroll wounds against objectives. 3 and 2.
Pick them up. I forgot about that roll.
Actually, I might try not to kill them.
Sure.
I'll leave.
So I've already failed one, so I'll kill the melt of mine.
Yeah. Clock's on me. Is it? You have a 15. That doesn't matter. I want 1 point on no prisoners. Fine. If you're pulling them, they're dead. You're pulling. Yeah, I'm gonna tear them in half. Consolidate closer. Mostly just tucking in. I'm not gonna claim that
There
I'm
you go.
out
John
of
is
line of sight.
John is just staging in the
But
middle,
I'm gonna make you get a little closer.
making
for
it very difficult for Nassim because now he has to
This
move
unit's
forward to
gonna
try
pile
to
in.
remove Dark Angels, but removing
gonna
Dark
pop a
Angels
lance
is
plus
not
1
an
AP.
easy feat.
So base, 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 base. One friend hangs right where he's at. This will put me within 4 of that friend there. Don't worry about it though. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Sure.
Sorry, 3 maces only. 3 maces only.
So here's another squad
two.
trying to remove poor guardsman.
Whoops. And 4. AP 3, damage 2.
Dead. Babushka. No. Go. Taggy, tag.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna be able to base you.
It's fine.
We're just gonna go
Thank
here.
you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I do love what I do, and my brother definitely
exactly at the
brings a
one.
wealth of experience,
Cool.
showing me a bunch of software I've never heard of, and it does look amazing.
I'll screw it up.
Cool. No prisoners 5, over force for 3. For 5 because the
Oh,
Chimera.
it's a fight phase.
Oh no, he was off. We're good.
I forgot to
3
change the
down.
phase. I do it
That's
manually,
it. Is
so
this end of round?
Yeah.
it's easy
hit
to
this
forget when
one.
you get
Next round, yeah.
engrossed in the game.
Yeah, next round. Battle on 4. Over to me, I go to 2
Nassim's
CP.
command phase.
15 primary, clock to you. I got you. I go to, did you already take me to 5? Did I forget to spend my lance? I thought I was at 5.
I think you forgot to spend your lens because you spent 5.
And I CP rolled, yeah, so
Yeah.
go down to 4, up to 5. We're good.
My cards.
Nassim's on 2,
Storm. Nice. Thank you.
Fair enough, right?
judging by the dice, so I'll get
Oh,
Nassim down
extend's
to
a good
2,
one. I'll mark your 5
just
first,
so
man.
it's
Thank you. Stick here. And Storm, I need to take that objective away.
That's true.
Very good. Right.
Yeah, that worked out nice.
All right, guys. Yeah, I mean, the big stories in this round definitely
no,
that
they
Chris
charged,
Kinnair
so
has
there's a
got
gap
a
there now,
big
right?
leg up on Anthony Vanella right
Come
now.
on.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, no, they didn't
Big
charge.
leg up.
The other squad
It
did.
wasn't looking that way when last time you got
And again, Brian Sipe has Manny Chima very worried right now. It's a
So you
tense.
mean
That
Manny-
one
Manny
is
is
a
the
fiery
Manny
game right now.
Manny's standing far away from the table looking
Obviously,
at it.
obviously
That
two
means
UK veterans who play all the time.
Yes.
Brian's obviously thought a lot about Blood Angels going in. Obviously, he seems
Right
very,
on, eh?
very up for this game. Those are
I'm
the
going
two
to match primary,
matches
so I
that
can
are
just
swinging
push out now myself.
at the moment. Looking at board state, I wouldn't put it past Vic VJ
Yeah, you got your turn. You got
to
your
grind something
I'm
out
gonna go
on
use
Nick,
that for
Nick
myself.
Nanavati,
I'll,
but we'll see. That's still
shoot it
close.
so I can-
The Orcs of Lucas
Can I mute
Troller
just one while
feel
I
like
use
they have
bathroom?
slightly more board presence over the
Can
Accursed.
you mute mine while I use the bathroom? Okay,
course.
so you can mute it separately?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
wait
of
for you.
course.
Just using the bathroom. What are the
I'm
options?
just muting John Lennon while he goes
There you
to
go, just muted John. Yes. Luckily, we've got the tech to do everything.
1, 2.
Again, thanks to my brother's expertise.
Thank you. Oh, so much love for the stream in the chat. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Behave.
It's just such a cool setup. Cathal saying turncoat type. Oh, he's gone home, man. Let's face it, he's a global
Again.
superstar. Brian is an incredible player. And he wants to go back and compete at the highest level. I guess Boris had the same decision to make with Bulgaria as well. I love the Bulgarian team.
Order.
And
Order.
obviously, having a chance to
Ultimately,
be
they both play
Order. Order.
at the tip-top level in the UK.
Order.
And they want to be doing that at the international level too. I don't blame them at all. Okay. Cameras briefly had a wobble there.
I'll just go and fix up Nassim's microphone because
Yeah,
it seems to
wonderful.
be having a little.
We've got a little interim
stutter.
here again, so I'm just going to wander, see if I can get more stories for you.
There you go. I fixed up Nassim's microphone because there was a little stutter on it. Let me get back on the chat because the window's closed. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. 1 second. Oh, thank you for the membership, Kafal. Good to have you. I'll try to. I'm doing my best. Just very busy in WTC. I'll post a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff on the YouTube community. You can enjoy the icon. You can enjoy the emotes. We've got the Tangerine. We've got the Glasshammer emotes. Not much yet. I'm working on them. There's gonna be much more. But thank you a lot for your support. It helps. All the support goes towards improving the stream and keeping it going because it's believe me, it's a huge investment and it's definitely worth it. I love everything it brings. Yeah, Mike, what's that? Why don't you have a England shirt? You should be here as well. We miss you, Mike. Great player.
First move, I left the clock on me. The extra move.
There you go. John's back at the table.
Skill, skill,
You can see both players are in.
reactive.
And so is Tom. You both came back at the same time.
Hey, we're back at it.
We have Kafal join a member as a member, which is great. Another way to support the channel. Every little helps. It's a cheeky phrase, but it's absolutely true.
Mike Porter, doesn't like the chances for the BA into the T-Suns. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Might be somewhere where
I'll be within
Matrix was
9,
a little off.
but you can see me.
18 of how many?
Manny's sending a lot right now, so it's a big turn for the BA.
Why is it
It's
so
not
a push turn
Overwatch.
for Manny?
Yeah, it's a go turn.
No,
Oh, you won't.
not Overwatch.
No, put a clock back on me.
But I might
David
react.
Leary asked about England taking Tau. I mean, believe me when I say Tau got practiced almost more than any other army going into this. They just did not cut it into the armies we were testing. Simply did not cut it.
I will react.
So we went without.
I got TP.
Ironically, one of the armies Tau certainly can play into his Votan, and that's what we fed them.
2, not the best, but I'll tuck out of the Hellhound.
That game looks very drawish right now, but going on end of turn. 5 of the US players are on end of turn here. I think if there's going to be a slight upswing for a team with that basis, if the games stay close, the US have a better shot at an upswing. 5 end of turn scores available potentially. But it's just so tight, so drawish.
Okay, we'll move 6 here.
This year's English jersey looks very much like the Polish jersey, and I like the Polish jersey. So you can't knock it, to be honest.
They are
same
very
colors,
nice.
so it's very hard to make them much different. And how often can you have St. George's clothes on the shirt, right? Because you want different cool designs to stand out.
I don't want to accidentally kill one guy.
I think it's
for
called
myself out.
St. George's Cross, right?
Yeah. Shout out in the chat to Mike and Robert,
Welcome,
both
come in, be ready
England
with the
England
character.
legends, both putting
Probably
family
better.
first at the moment.
Where's the line on the character? That's the important part.
Hope the baby Chief fans betting in well, Robbo.
Nassim's checking line of sides.
Yeah.
So, I can
So
easily
there are
do
Dark
that.
Angels in
I'll be
places
out
you
for
don't want them.
18.
And
I'll
this
have
is where the
one
sticks
guy
come in.
in.
If you were wondering if they're kebab sticks, no, they're line of sight sticks.
2.
Saves a lot of time, to be honest, without messing about. You just put down line of sight and then you just align your models accordingly. Nassim knows he needs to push back, so he's trying to rotate away
It's
from
a
those
multi and a
combat foods, I
regular.
believe.
Yeah.
Multis are red helmets and double barrel. It'd be real funny if it killed you. Smoked Angron twice with this yesterday.
Yeah.
Nas lining up the tank commander. This Eradicator unit is a tank killer even on Overwatch. It's very dangerous. Decision point to make for John. He's got a lot of CP.
Chris Radford is laughing at his game, walking around the table.
Yeah,
cheering,
Radford's had a
so-
good game. He's enjoyed himself
I
over
didn't
there with the
even-
Nids. Him and Eric having a lot of fun.
Sure,
Some of the games have definitely been a bit more banterous than others.
2 AP down.
Depending on the matchup,
Let's put it that way, yeah. There's a few where people know there's a lot on the line. I've just seen a big wave of 8-bound going in for Vanilla. I feel like if there's going to be a swing back for Vanilla, it's happening
We've
there.
got charges from Nassim.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and not Overwatch. Wounding him is cool. Killing him is very unlikely, but very funny. I think I got the CP.
Go.
So
All the same
John
here.
goes down to 3 CP. I will do it for them because they're very busy, engrossed,
One lethal, sustained.
not paying attention to the little
2
squeeze on the top.
AP4s.
just so you guys get a clear representation.
one,
You can
copy
tell by
mix.
the dice on the table. It's very easy for us
Big
to see.
moment there where the
7.
Eradicator's Overwatch
See,
the
if
tank
you build 2
commander
of those, it's very funny.
did
No, I
not
still can't die.
I know,
manage
but
to
like, yeah,
kill the
that's what
tank
it is.
commander.
Thank God.
True.
That was close.
Yes.
Nas had to make a save. And that would have been a dead tank
Attack on
commander.
is down to 7.
You just exist there.
As it is, tank commander's going to get
No
to
more
do some
reactive
shooting now.
moves.
No,
No
more
more
Overwatch. I'm
nonsense.
done finishing. Should have done that before he's back. Just
The guard need to repel the, or at least lock down and
Oh no, so it's
trap the DA. Give them no way out. I mean, Deathwing Knights versus Bulgarian is going to take a couple of turns for anyone to
Oh, it
resolve.
looks like it's still a movement phase. I don't know why I thought it's a charge phase because it looked like.
Oh,
It's
my
movement
nice.
phase. It was an Overwatch in response.
Oh no, because Nassim piled in that Chimera, but I think he just actually forgot to pile it in when he was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his turn. That's why I got confused.
Move there. Just to screen my objectives because they're sticky.
Sure.
They will move 9.
Cool. So you're going to touch the objective?
Touch the objective because you've done overwhelming. And storm you can kind of easily get. So
Yeah, I'll find somebody to storm if I need to storm. Yeah,
There you go, the Nassim's daisy chain of
Make sure-
Leontus
just
is
make sure
moving
the
up.
tank
That
commander's
means
not being tagged
he's
this
pulling
way.
out all the
see that there?
resources, which means it's getting close.
Yeah.
Because ideally
Here
Leontus
goes
wants to stay out
15.
of harm's way at all costs.
moves there, so 5. And 10.
And again, you see Nassim removed the
good for
terrain,
him.
but he knows exactly what it is thanks to the
Yeah,
little lines in the
Yeah,
terrain.
it's very
And
useful.
he moves around, it just saves time. And again,
So-
every game Nassim plays, the terrain is under the
Half is- hey,
table,
they go
Yeah.
and he
modifiers.
just plays around
Alright.
the baseboards.
I know, spooky.
Which is a great
You wanna
advantage of
charge him?
WTC tables because you can just move the terrain up and down and it makes it so much faster to move around.
Shut your face.
Nassim just
You're
gunning.
Normand!
Nassim
I
just
know
gunning
that
for
army.
one more 15 on the
And
primary.
you're welcome.
Yes. And you
Getting
can
the
see
rest of the way
the
there.
clocks are ticking down.
He's
Nassim
just
has
wanna-
28 minutes left.
He's got
and
extended
Come down and
storm.
just get some-
Very scoreable this round.
Yes.
Very likely some plasma shots.
He
Very
runs it
difficult
Down,
for Lennon in his current position now to actually stop Nassim cruising home to a
Might as
decent
well.
score. You would
There's the
hope.
harm.
Where's the harm in that?
What a
Or
ridiculous game this
Do
has
one
been.
better. Shoot there. Heal for that. Flame. No, I like this more.
There you go. Coach is
Like
tagging
so,
along
like
to see
so.
how the
Yeah.
games are going.
Yeah, these guys are going to be like this.
Oh, it's a tense round right now.
Basically, the iron wall. So the intention here is I'm going to base you. You're not going to pile in here.
Yeah.
You won't have the space to fall back over me.
That's fair.
And basically, you can't hit the tank commanders. Tank commanders on the objective. Leontus might just be on this one as well, to be fair.
Sure,
Just-
you'd have to be inside
Oh,
the
it's
wall to be
sticky.
there.
It's sticky. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It is sticky. So it's fine. Go. Cast can stay in reserve. They ordered themselves plus 1 save. Cheeky ingress somewhere.
Fair enough.
Shooting. Everything. Multi-melters. Both here.
Let's see what Nassim can do. Shooting into the Dark Angels.
One unit before. You've definitely got cover.
Tell you what, I don't
you've
miss
definitely got
transhuman.
Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to armor contempt.
Oh,
or
sure,
something.
go for it.
There is
I
the
don't
England
think they're
score,
really
like John
viable
said.
anymore.
There
Yeah.
is a
There's the,
swing here and there.
form.
Other than that, it looks
Nails.
solid. Kriskiner swinging up, Manichima swinging
Hunter killer.
down currently, but he's
Misses.
going for a push to
Flamer.
see what he can
Four.
recover.
I've hit you, but ignore cover.
That's the general
So good.
storyline on the board,
Three.
and then
Overall, looks very
Two.
even.
5
no?
US players on end of term, which I do think
Oh,
helps a little
okay.
bit
Yep.
Yes.
for the US. So
Good shot.
Mm.
we need a couple of breakout
Hunter.
results
He
for England, I think. Otherwise,
is not shooting there.
This is
He's
draw
gonna
or
fire everything here.
wrong
He'll
side
pop
of
his Hunter killer as
a
well.
loss. I think as things currently stand, but
He will overheat.
we've
It's
been
fine.
wrong many times.
Last time-
Could be wrong
He will.
again.
Yes. If you ask
so
us for
it's
the
gonna
prediction, that prediction might not necessarily
cannon.
be what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all up to the players and the
Wounds.
coaches. We need to
6
trust
up.
in them.
50
and
minutes
that
to
would
go
be
on the round. There'll be some
got
more
our
swings yet.
top
Might just
weapon
go
on
and
the shot.
eyeball again because Nass is just whittling away at
45.
Terminators right now.
I've killed 2, 3 so
Three,
far.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll CP. Cool. So 8 is
Nice.
blast.
There you go. Pretty
You
good.
got a 1.
Good hits.
And then tools.
I don't think AOC was going to save me here.
Oh, sorry. Nice. 6 ups. First one, dead. So kills those 3, and then the plasma's overcharged.
Yep.
And then the hunter killer. I did hunter killers now.
I thought
It misses. Oh, he missed it.
Yeah, I thought you had already shot.
Already
Missed.
shot. Missed. It might be that one, but it's fine. Plasmas for 4.
6.
Let's do for blast. Freeze. And then freeze. 1.
Wounds him.
Wounds him. And then I'm not within 8. Oh, I am within 18 because you overwatched me. The stubber. 2 hits. 1 save, AP dash. It's fine. And the hazardous.
That's the unit there getting shot, I believe.
No,
Would have been fun.
would have been fun. They're going to shoot everything here. Would you like to AOC?
Who's shooting?
Tank commander, everything. He will overcharge, might as well, just an extra bit of AP.
Yeah. Fuck me, yeah. I don't think I see a reason not. I'm gonna have some guys alive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so the Terminators are getting shot.
He'll pop his onto killer.
John's going down to the
Last
CPs.
cannon first.
So last 100 killers here.
Last onto killer.
Final 100 killers, huh?
Yeah, it's there.
Fine.
Probably easy to do it that way then now.
And Nassim's down to 1
Last onto killer's there.
for his CP reroll. There we go. I'll update it for you guys.
Hunter killer hit. Oh no, last cannon hit, sorry. Wounds.
3 up. Good.
Top weapon. 10. Can you pass me 4 more dice, please?
Ooh, 10 from a battle cannon, that's huge.
And bosh.
Because these termies might just
Kiss
disappear.
him.
No. Not bad.
And then dos.
Bucket of 3s.
Bucket of freeze.
Everyone? Not everyone has cover.
I can
No,
see from
definitely
here.
not everyone, yeah.
He's like, I think it's
I think
him.
at least these 2.
These 2 have covered, these 3 definitely don't.
Alright, so here's the first 2.
Easy.
Cool. Damage.
For 5 for us to kill, right?
Nice, going in.
And then the plasmas, I am overcharged. I'll do my hazardous now.
There you go. Free up
Hazardous,
save
I'm
and
fine.
cover is absolutely huge. That's why these guys are still have to
3,
remove.
4, 6.
And
6
John
blasts.
bossed his saves.
Thank you. 1. Takes a damage.
Cool, down to 3.
And then the stubber, because it's funny.
Heavy stabber with rapid fire. Again, you've got a 2-up
2.
save, but these are the scariest saves for the termies. Oh, he's fine.
Nice, he's shot. He's shot down to killer. I'm going to charge 2 squads into him. AOC will not save you.
Could.
Good. You very much could, but I have more OC, that's what I care about.
Yeah, that's true.
So they'll charge there, like discussed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Face him.
charge face from
Face in.
Nassim. The shooting didn't do too much because John bossed his saves.
Which is not there.
And the idea was to remove 2 or 3 termies so
you're
that
in
the
there.
Bullgreen won't get
There's 5 guys in
obliterated
here.
too
That's
much.
fine. Fuck it, go for it.
But
you
it's
like
much
to
more
roll
difficult
it?
now.
think
John's
so.
holding off.
Go down to 1.
Don't see a reason not to. One guy is wounded.
Yeah, this guy. here.
Yeah, the tank commander absolutely bossed his
Get in there, get
shots,
more
but the 3-up
stuff.
save and cover with
Pop back
AOC
the doctrine anyway. Go out, hit guardsmen.
on a 2-up save and 4
tag
wounds,
stuff,
it's
move on
you
with my
know,
life.
it's very hard to shift these. So what you've missed, Tom, is tank commander had an absolutely amazing shooting phase into the Deathwing Knight.
Hey!
She only killed 1
Oh man.
because John
Back on.
bossed all his
Pop off,
saves.
King.
Oh
They were
god.
3-up saves to be
Right
honest,
against the edge.
but the battle cannon had 10 shots. Pretty much all hit battle cannon. Demolition
Oh,
cannon all hit
dear.
all wound pretty much, but John had a 3-up save and only
But
lost
the
1.
eradicators have fucked off though.
I'm really not worried. I
Yes,
don't know about you.
Eradicators
I'm
got
not worried
shot,
about the
but
milliseconds.
yeah. You can see Nassim is just pushing and
think we'll
tagging
be able to
everything
just
to keep John
Yeah,
in
he
place.
just needs to lock John up.
So,
Very difficult to stop some kind of primary nonsense.
I've
Absolutely.
already got the
But yeah, if
objective
Nas
pretty
can,
much.
if Nas can
Yeah, no, I'd have to roll pretty darn
make
high.
something out of this, this is huge.
I'll roll 1 squad.
Yeah, I'll make you roll it because Azrael might live. I have
Still
no
very
doubts about
tense on the other
score
boards.
part.
So the
That
swing
part's
games
gotta
at
be
the
fun.
moment are Chris Kinnear versus Vanilla,
Yeah, it's just a roll. I'll
Manny
put it
versus
in.
Brian.
Is Manny swing
I'll help
So
As
here's
Blood
the
Angels are in
defense.
combat right now, and it's going to be about what they do and what the swing back is.
I've,
Manny's not been
More
optimistic.
there. Nice.
more.
We need him to do everything in his power to swing that back.
Exactly.
Kills 2.
Two.
Next,
The
so
first
2 are
half.
dead. You got 12 in here.
Gitley Gaming, I'm very sorry, I was way too loud there. I just got back to see an empty objective where once there was an eradicated brick and I couldn't resist.
Squad dead, Azrael only. You've got 12 in your hands?
Yeah, I've got 12 in my
Here's
hand.
12. This squad, I think everyone's going to get to hit them.
Back to
Did you
snooker
get them
commentary now.
Yes.
You'll
Nerd
find a way.
Whisperer
So
back
just
in
close
town.
guard well.
Yeah, back to ASMR.
300
You'll get
viewers.
everyone
Welcome
swinging if you
everybody.
want.
It's great to have you
Yeah,
here.
you're good.
Do hit
Close
like
up
and
as well.
subscribe on Glasshammer Gaming.
It feels like more than 12.
If you like what I'm doing, and I am
Come here.
loud sometimes, I'm sorry about that. You can come and join us at 6
So
for
there
Plus
are
Gaming.
count how many hits and I count how many
In the
misses.
UK, myself and
So
Captain Chris and the boys having a great time.
is-
40k.
I've got 9 dice here.
Okay, this is 4. This is 11.
Oh, the Dark
11
Angel's
plus nine.
taking a
I'll
pounding
just
in
go
the
for
middle
more
there.
attacks then.
Yep. Yeah, sorry.
John
I
did
tried to
say
get
that
you-
hopefully
I think
Azrael
we might
can
be
live,
but you're counting.
but it's gonna be very tough for
Three,
them because two
two.
squads of professors are clubbing them down with books.
Yeah,
Cool.
this has
3 ups.
gone. This has not gone as well for the Dangles as they might like.
He's down to 2.
Cool.
There's my little king. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting.
I'll do these guys.
Sorry to wake you
Yeah,
up,
I
Paul
did.
Bridge.
He's in juice, man. You're good.
Go base here.
Yeah,
big deal.
Borgin all over that
We'll
point.
go like this.
Good
I'll
grief.
swing back for minimal damage. We'll move on in our lives.
And then
So Azrael's
we
alive,
will-
swinging around, swatting away
Yeah.
the
Dark Angel's
swarm of
taken
bullets.
some hits this turn.
and we have to go like.
But that's
Go,
Southeastern
Taken some
quarter
hits this
still.
turn.
I'll hit them to these guys. Might as
Well.
well.
Them, no CP. Go ahead.
Figured.
I've got 12 here.
Thank you.
Do you want 12 or
Is there
24?
anything left for the
it's
Dangles
12.
in that top left building?
Next 12 stack is there.
A little bit, yes.
There is. So he's still holding the point.
There you
Yes,
go.
he is. Okay, still holding the
So
point.
4.
That would have been
Four.
massive if they'd been shot off the
Wounds the guy again.
shot
He's
off
down
the
to 1.
primary.
Nice. Oh, you're going to get him.
Might
Six
get him.
minus without it.
Oh, thanks, Robbo.
This
I
man.
do all right. Vice captain these days, enjoying my
on
role
the
in
dot.
that team.
Got him.
We have a good time.
And then I will just
Hoping to get a few more of them involved in the England setup next time, at least in the tryouts. I think we'll level up a lot as a
Yeah, no
team through
problem.
going to those events and practicing teams more.
Over to you, maybe.
Easy
Be
does.
nice to have a few of the
You
others
just
along
crack
for
on.
that.
Pop off, King.
Once
King
again.
just says it woke me up a bit, lol. Oh dear.
Here's the 3 in camera you.
Chris is watching, he's always
Misses.
watching. He sees everything.
He's a trooper. He's been with us for hours
Oh,
and
he's
hours
been a
every day.
hero this event. Love Chris Toll.
This is the
One of the nicest
squad
men in
is there,
40k.
right?
Yes.
Very talented player, my capitan. Love him to bits.
2 invuls on you so far. There we go.
Get the damage.
I'm going to just roll both sergeants together here because it's all coming. Not kill my way out of it. 1 sustained.
This game
Yes,
is
again,
in a
both sides
spicy,
together.
spicy place right now.
This guy in the middle here.
No problem. 2 devs, 4 invuls.
Got them all plus the 2 devs.
As soon as you
Okay.
start going for
It's
things, you
five more
open
damage,
yourself
so
up, and the
two
primary
guys are
game
dead so
gets a
far.
lot
Yep.
trickier.
So he's
Absolutely.
dead, and he'll die. He's
Cool.
still dead.
Here's all the swords.
But yeah, if you have gone to
Well,
sleep,
slap
they're
that.
actually doing things now.
Killing.
They're hitting each other with real human weapons. Abhuman weapons.
Well, if you can call a massive
There you go. More
5
invuls.
meter
Give me a
long
third guy.
powered club a human weapon.
Oh,
Maybe.
Wraith Raider played Chris last
you.
weekend and lost by a point. Yeah, he
So
does
one,
that.
2.
Yeah,
Things
it's
about
done,
Chris
so
is
we
his
don't-
games
I'll
go
roll
to
eyes real.
time, and they're
So-
very close. It's the only way he knows.
Front squad.
Robert
Well,
refusing
Nassim's
to
in
be
the proper
sure.
shook.
He's no
Nassim
longer
fashion on
leading.
69 points.
Yeah, Kylo Chris
Dev
is in the
wounded,
chat.
2 invuls on front squad. So I'm green. Green armor, 2 invuls, and a dev. So 2 damage total.
Oh,
One
the
damage total.
Bulgrin in the south have not had as good a time.
And what's to you?
Great.
This is
He's
Bulgrin
down
have taken
to
a
1 damage
beating.
total.
They
One
just
dev,
bounced.
two
spicy.
1
Yeah,
damage
yeah.
total. You made a
Yeah,
save and a
I'm
field
in.
pain. Yep. Great. That's what the party is, right?
Yeah, they've had a rough time
done.
in the
I've scored
bottom
my
corner.
cards.
The
Yeah,
Bulgrin
give
have
me
been
my
absolutely
15. I'm going to
whacked.
draw.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. The right bottom
Professor's
corner.
brains
Secure
all
no
over
man's
the
land.
floor.
Nice.
And
But the
assassination.
middle looks very much like
Nice.
an academia. Just swarmed by,
There's a character in there, and the tank commander's a character. Cool.
It's a proper
Tactical
conference in the
document for
middle.
the army, as you'll take you to 3 CPs.
Robbo's asking about winter
I'll
teams in
have to
Jan.
do
I'm definitely
this,
going to look at
but
it,
yeah.
Robbo. I want to play more of
Both
these
is going
events
here.
next year.
Yeah, I don't think I've missed one
Oh,
yet.
and,
They're always good fun.
Oh, sorry. Here's the last friend.
Hey,
Just
Josie's in the
consolidating.
chat. One of England's
little bit.
heroes this year
That's
in
what
terms
you
of
expect.
attendance, events.
So you got secure.
Helped a
and what-
lot in the
Secure
run into
and
this with
assassinate.
Necron's training for the boys as well. Thank you, Josie. Great to have you
Oath is
here.
here. We're going to pop 1 CP to put these boys in assault doctrine.
Cool.
Yeah, this
OC
is the
on the tank
definition of
commander's
two players
inherently
knowing to
three.
hold their
3.
powder
Great, thank you.
and then push in the late game, see if something can be
All right, well, that's what we got.
eked out. Peter Strode says good morning. Welcome,
I
Peter.
go to 2 CP.
Yep, cool.
England, USA.
This squad
Engerland.
here is advancing.
Showdown.
It's Engerland versus America.
Coaches have all been sharing a lot of smiles and cuddles around the edges of the games. We are all very stressed and powerless.
Yeah, there's
I will not.
39 minutes left to see
Oh boy.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Again, maybe we'll take a moment to show you guys what the actual pairings were.
Sword
I'm
squad
sure you all
is
are
back.
aware.
Here are the scores, and I can give you a sense of where the
yeah,
games are at.
He's good.
So we've got
No,
Chris
you would
Kinnair's
fail that
Adepts
to me, I know.
Sororitas have a mild lead at the moment on Tony
wouldn't see.
Vanilla.
I don't trust it.
Votan and
No
Tau
one
are
here
pretty
is
neck
using
and
a
neck
desperate.
with Andrew Gonyo
No.
on end of turn. Vic VJ on end of turn into the Sisters, and Nick Navati's built up a little bit of a lead to start off with. Can Vic pull off the slow burn?
He doesn't need to.
Boris
That's
Michev
what
has a
I'm
lead on the Orcs of Lucas
Looks like they
Troller,
do.
but again, end-game
So
swing for the
three.
Orcs is a possibility. Eldar Mirror was
fine.
neck and neck. Tiny Chew versus
I'll
Sean
give you the
Nail,
wall
the
just
two
in case it
Eldar
matters for you.
legends.
Yeah, thank you.
Grey Knights to
I think
Christopher
you're fine.
Radford, trailing a little bit against the Tyranids, but again,
I just
always
don't know
plenty
what
of
it is
pushback
after
in the
you
late
kill
game for the
them.
Grey
Yeah,
Knights.
exactly.
And as you are witnessing live,
We're
you
doing
seem
desperate anyway, we'll
Fouchane's
just go
guard trying to get a one-up
Only
on
thing
the
is just
Dark
moving
Angels of John Lennon, but
You're good.
so
You're good.
much still in
Great.
flux
We're just
there
gonna
right
charge
now.
Alan in a second.
Still very close.
Ah,
Manny
pretty much
Chima's
figured.
Blood Angels, Brian Sykes, Thousand
Then
Suns,
the
neck and
companion's
neck,
gonna walk up.
but early in the
Push, push,
game,
push.
very tense. And Manny Chima fearing a heavy defeat there if things don't go his way in the next turn or two. So it's all to play for, boys. It's on the line.
Closer is just so. You can ingress still.
The game's speeding up much more. Both players are in a position where there's not many options
This
left.
is
They're
it.
just
It's
trying to see what
party
happens.
time now.
This gentleman, I believe, is not currently in line of sight. So he's gonna advance. 7, you're just gonna stay out of line of sight of the tank commander. You're right
Cool.
there.
I can see him from there.
Just- So, draw the line for me.
Yeah, sure.
Got it. So we'll just cross it here.
Cool. We're good.
Push the ingress back. So there's a tank of the way. Go all the way back there.
Okay.
John's had a better time on the secondaries.
These
Definitely.
boys will
You can
advance.
actually have a look at
Much
that.
better time on the secondaries. That's basically all there is in this game. Nas is slightly
the
pipped
ingress
on
back to
primary.
here.
John's slightly
Course.
pipped on secondary.
And then the
John
infiltrators will
does
spread so my back
currently have
does
a
not become open.
15 for
Yep,
secure
that's
no
fine.
man's land. Which
No,
I'm-
no, that's,
oh,
that's primary.
I
It's-
can't
it's-
read.
It's awkward to
Infills
read
advance.
sometimes.
Oh,
That's why I
I'm
leave it
tired.
on.
I'm ready
So
for bed.
on the very edges you've got primaries, and then you've got your secondaries in the separate rows. I'll need to
Yeah,
redesign
yeah,
it to make it a bit easier.
Yeah, 15 on his primary last round though.
So Nassim is currently 5 points ahead on the
Cool.
primary game,
Real quick about it then.
because you can
Just
see he
gonna
got
charge.
10,
I'm
10,
not shooting
15,
anything.
and John got
So
5, 10, 15.
charging 5 swords into oath target.
But the 15 primary for
It's
John
good. I
is big.
secure and assassinate. Secure's already there.
Is big.
I've already scored you up.
Great. Just doing this so everyone can swing.
That's very
Yeah.
quick, just charge
Doesn't really
rolls.
matter. The mace
You can see
squad
how quick
here
the
is
game's
charging both of
progressing. We
these.
don't even have time to talk about the scores.
It's tense.
But it's because the
Basically
clocks
this
are
guy
running
knocked
very
him.
low, and players
Sure.
know there's no point shooting
This
the
is
things
going
that don't
in here,
matter.
can't
There's
really
no
base
point
there
doing
for
things
the
that
show.
don't matter.
Sure.
Charge, do what you
These
need,
three,
deny
I'm charging
points.
both.
That's the name of the game.
Sure.
Because the clock will
Seven's
be
good.
a hard clock at some point, just simply because the time of the round is running out. The round finishes
Oh, yeah.
at the
that?
Just
12:30,
might
so
watch the free
36
man.
minutes,
That's it.
which is pretty
Oh,
much
I'm
what
in
we have
combat.
on the
No, it's
screen.
not.
Yeah. Cool.
And
And
players
then
will
we're
not
gonna
have an
charge
option to
green.
extend it in any way, even if they both agree to do it, because it's the hard clock for the round.
Yeah.
And the judges are not very forgiving in
Cool.
any
You've got
delays.
2 CP. I don't care if you interrupted anything.
Really
Oh, I'm sorry.
curious
Did I
to
want to
see.
ingress? Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
please. So with infiltrators connecting this to that. No.
Yeah, it's all blocked. You're
You
fine.
can see
You're
the
blocked
refs in the
there.
background,
And to
looking
there,
around,
so
making sure the
10
games are on time,
Like a tiny bit.
keeping to the
that way.
clock.
But
There's a
you're
lot
fine,
of
I
very,
guess.
again,
Okay.
collaborative play here. The
Lines
two
out to
players
there.
helping each other out.
Absolutely.
Termi pushes you past the tank. Or not Termi, the apothecary pushes you past the tank.
It's not really a good
This
place
boy's
for
just
Nas to drop in an
sitting right here.
ingress.
He's very happy where he's at.
Let's go see what cards I have
Tense.
left. See if it
Sure,
matters.
sure.
Just going to go and have a look at the scores on
Plans.
the tables.
Yeah, no problem.
Recover, establish,
The round
sabotage,
is very
containment,
tight.
no prisoners.
The round's ending now, so Tom's very curious to find out
Cleanse.
where the swing,
I can
where the
cleanse,
swing tables are going.
Recover,
Obviously, Chris Kinnair is very positive, but
I can recover.
Manny's game into
leading them,
Thousand Sons and stuff.
establish. All I'll do is, John, is I'll go over there so that if I
No, I
can
don't think
establish
so.
all
The
these.
round finishes at
gonna
move the squad.
12:30.
Got it,
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah,
If I
go
look
there.
at
I'll
our
start charge
schedule.
range, yeah.
So you can no longer ingress.
No, it's 8:30 till
So you no longer
12:30, so
interrupt.
it is 4 hours.
No, no, I can no longer.
Okay, well, if you're setting them up, Do it on you. I'm just counting on
Yeah,
you.
oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah, it is half an hour shorter. It is a little bit shorter, yes. Because usually it will be 4.5 hours including pairings. Now it was 4 hours
Just
including
for like an
pairings.
established potential.
Sure.
That's on a 9. And they advance so they can't shoot or charge.
Come again.
So they advance. So
They just jump. They're not doing anything.
Go.
They're just where they are. They're not gonna do anything. You'll get your turns.
And next turn is 5, so no. So it literally doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter.
No. We're good. You can no longer interrupt, so I'm gonna start with 5 swords here.
Yeah.
Right there. Here's the 4 swords into the oath target. 2s. Oath. 2s. This is all AP2, damage 2. So that's all 20. So that means everyone who that involves dead.
We're back in the room.
This is AP2 damage too. So there's 13,
So
14 guys that
1,
involves.
2, 3, 4. It's 2 damage.
2 damage, yeah.
Just because I've
Scores
got- so I'm
really
just
in
gonna
and
count.
around a
I've
draw,
got
with the
4
US
things.
slightly on the upside at the moment
they have
overall in the
Philippine?
round.
Yeah, 6 up.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Vanessa's giving as good as he gets and pulling it back a little
So
bit in the
these
World
guys are
Eaters
with
game,
ones, I'm just gonna count who that is.
which you'd expect, right? It's
1, 2,
tenacious.
3, 4,
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
It's all very
So I'm gonna
close.
score 14 dice twice.
So here's 14 twice. There you go, and the medic will be the
Yeah, I
last one of
imagine the
these
French
rolls.
players from the finals are
then no
feeling
one else
very
wants to
tired,
play.
Mark.
War
Guess-
Masters and then all
Guess
the
they're
teams
just
games.
built
All dead.
different. I've not even played, I've just
2
been
more,
talking and
so
I'm
16
exhausted. I
kill
can only
character.
imagine how the players
Guys,
feel.
got
Oh,
It
he does.
is mentally
Right.
exhausting.
I
to keep,
really didn't
Oh,
multitasking.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll
How
it,
many?
we'll find out.
How many more?
There's 6 more, because 14 have gone in.
There's 6 more in total.
Yep.
And yeah, chat, you're
So
right.
two on him 'cause he's
The round is shorter, and I say we've seen the players take a
yeah,
long
half
time
an
to
hour
finish.
shorter.
He's dead. And I
So
float
there
the
is
Altus.
concerns there for
And will you
sure.
do me a
But
favor
this game
and
should be
just show
fine,
me
speeding
that
up a
info
lot.
if it-
Yeah.
After I roll this, if it matters.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the sergeant.
So
Leontis
he's
has 4 wounds left.
Yes, to be honest, I want to be one note. Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's going to be 5 inbones on Leontis. If he survives this on the dot, I'm going to ask you about the 5 inbones.
Yeah, that's fine. So he's down to 4.
Yep.
AP. Next more.
So he's good either way. So
Wow.
I'll show you
That's an
Yeah, no
amazing
problem.
roll.
I got the
Good at
assassinate
Warhammer.
for the character.
Sometimes you're
brute
just good at Warhammer.
These 3 are going to hit this
He's
tank.
gonna advance.
All on the
He's
hellhound.
gonna get promoted from the professor to a scholar.
Here's the maces. Clock's on me.
Damn right. Oh, this round is very, very tense now.
Oh no, they got rid of it.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
So
Nassim
one
is
more
doing a
save on
great job at
Leontis, which
keeping
will
up
only
with-
affect his
with
battle
John.
shock. So he's down to 2 then.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I think
I knew it.
on the list, the Dark
Yeah,
Angels
he's
were
still
always
alive, though.
slightly
Just
edging
chatted
this
that out. I
one.
didn't dev wound him.
Sorry.
It's 4.
Nas has played a
AP2 damage,
wonderful
2 on his
defensive
tank.
game, showing
4,
there's more
4
to this
AP2
kid
damage,
than
2.
just 20-0ing
Yeah,
people.
I don't just run forward.
No
He's
big
a
deal.
versatile young man.
6 damage. Oh, 3 damage each. So down to 5.
Yep, here comes the sergeant. Unsustained.
Oh, damage.
Damage 2.
I failed 2 saves.
You felt 3. Oh, you're 2 up
Two
saves.
updates.
You're correct,
Yeah.
you're correct. My apologies.
That's what I was like, oh,
And then it'll be 2 AP2.
so he's
Hellhound's
taking
more
4.
durable.
He's taking 4. He's
taking
taking
6.
6.
So now he's down to 5.
Great.
Yeah, 2 up saves to be great.
2 up saves is great.
I think it
We're gonna
looks
go ahead and
like
pile in.
Lennon's
This guy
effort.
who based a guardsman, he's gonna pile in and touch the objective. Right like this.
I know exactly what we're going to do. It's
Go.
fine.
And now we're gonna lance plus 1 AP.
That's fine.
There's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
This
John's
is
clearly trying to keep
Crucial
deny.
thing here is just
Roll
whether
that.
Nas can get a 15
And
on
then
his
forward.
primary.
Exactly, that's what John's
Sorry, that was one.
bombing in for. Just take the 15 away.
Because if he does, he's coming in up on Lennon
Maybe
on
3
primary,
damage
which is
too. So
massive.
these are
And
5
John
up.
is down to 1 CP after his lance.
Cool.
Good. You have to take the
Hellhound eats
program.
it.
Yep, we're going to. He's just gonna come in and base both.
Sure.
'Cause I don't want you to get another OC on this.
Sure.
So he's just gonna go
That's
base
big.
both.
Yep, it's fine.
Touch objective. Touch them.
Yes, both these players know
Go.
exactly what they're doing, exactly the
We're good
extent
there.
of the rules, and they
These guys are
use
gonna
every
skip here.
single
Oh
trick
yeah,
of the book they can.
meticulous. So this is a big scrap right now.
Currently, Nassim is on 15 primary with the Bulgarian, I
5.
believe, in the middle.
Yeah.
But
6.
there's gonna
I
be
really
way
wanted to
less
lance,
Bulgarian.
but the 2 up save is too volatile for me to mess with. I see 1-1 that's cocked. I'll re-roll that in a second.
That's fine.
I see 1, 2, 3 6s. So we're gonna put 6 more hits in. This is just 4 is the wound. That is a really good lance if I had it, but I don't. Oh, there's so many threes. All you man invulns.
These guys.
So kills the wounded, kills the next.
Yeah, there's two.
In the background, you've got
the
variety of
judiciary, and then
people
the next
calling
one has
for
what, two
refs,
left?
judges, and
No,
coaches.
that was exactly, because I had
Oh,
five.
because you're good. You're completely right. Judy,
Yeah.
3 hits.
Yeah.
You're completely good. 1 invuln.
One invuln.
Yeah, just one. Loves it.
Nassim bossing his saves
That's it.
so far.
Talk to you.
Sure.
So Azrael still being alive is pretty annoying because Nassim cannot really swing this Bulgrin into
So you currently
the...
have 5 OC on this objective.
5 OC on, so even if you plus 1 OC, I'm still going to take it off you, and the sticky
Cool.
goes away now.
into
I'm
the
sorry, I'll get
That's
that.
fine, fine.
Yep.
I believe they're
I'm just
inner
trying to give
circle
you the
companions, whatever they're called, in the middle.
How much OC do you have on this objective?
This is 15, 16.
16 OC
And Leon's
from
is out of range because
John.
he's out of his flag.
Just whether Nas can.
For what it's worth, this boy is not engaging him. I don't think that matters at all, but I only charge them. So I apologize.
That's fine.
That's why Azrael stayed
Yeah.
still.
Just whether
when
Nas
I
can
saw
hold
back
for a
over
15.
back.
So- See if
That's what I'm
it's
saying. The
possible.
big thing that
So,
Azrael
these
lived
guys
is that
hit
there was
Azrael.
no counter charge,
So
Yeah.
3 guys into Azrael.
and there's just
Kill
much
him.
less swings going into
Then
the
these guys aren't in combat.
Terminators.
Can't activate.
Inner circle
Cannot
companions.
activate.
Because they don't have an invuln, but they do have a 2-up save.
So if these guys kill Azrael, I'm within 3 of the point there.
You can get 1 on,
1 on.
and I have 5 OC to your 4. You won't be in range.
Yeah,
to
John
order
Lennon
them
is okay with
plus
Dark
2, so
Angels.
only have 4
I
on.
think we can say he's decent with
So I
space
have
weapons.
5 on.
5 on, which will
Very
tie
good
it because you're
player.
no longer sticky because I killed it at the end of the fight phase before you go to OC5.
Yeah.
But equally, Nassim is no pushover
And be
either.
very precise with this.
Yeah, Nas getting muscled on his primary here.
Nassim just doing the math now, seeing what matters, what needs to be done.
Yeah, might be swinging this to a narrow Dark Angels win now, which I think was just always on lists the likely outcome.
It's obviously Nassim tries to push it past that to make the round
Yeah.
easier for his teammates.
Defensive wall just breaking down. It's when the Bulgrin all went down in the south there, they went real easy.
You can't base with the 3.
Because again, currently there is no risk in trying to gain more points.
Correct,
They are where they are, they're set,
Close
stuck
to
in
the game,
combat, so
close to
Nassim
the
just had to see
Correct.
where are the
And then
points
Bulgrin.
of trying to deny John doing whatever he wants in the last turn. Because going second is a massive advantage, obviously, where you can do
Make it
whatever you
really
want and score your
simple.
15s.
6 inches is over your base,
Hi,
right?
Colorblind Miniatures.
6 inches. If I
This
go in a
is
straight
tense
line-
right now in this round.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you don't go in a straight
Projections
line,
in and
it'll be
around the
further
draw
this
or
way.
the loss.
Oh, I see what
A
you
couple of
mean.
Yeah.
games swinging in different
So I don't think you
ways.
make
Just
it with that.
waiting to see if any of our
6
other
inches
players
on the
can
back
dig
of the
something
face.
impressive out.
And,
The Ritual's a really hard mission to dig out on.
that's fine. These 3 are going to swing here.
100%. If you kill enough, I'll cry.
There you go. Bulgrin trying to clear these termies of the middle.
There's no way that happens, right?
Well, just have to believe. Just roll 6s.
4? No, that's not
Not
going
gonna
to
happen.
Good talk. No one is wounded. So, oh, sorry. Someone had 3. Now they're down to 2.
That's fine.
Oof, this one's grinding down to its conclusion now. There's not going to be a lot to do in the final turn, really.
These guys going to hit Azrael, so they hit Azrael.
Dark Angels will
problem.
take a 15 on the primary. That's a given. Should be a primary draw, and then it's secondary cards. Nas has dropped off a little on there, and if he could just be 5 up on primary,
What's that? Hit that 3 more there.
Yes.
basically
John,
cancels it out
So
for the
this is the
10-10, but it's
first
quite
half.
possible a point slip here.
Real talk, man. Let me say.
Swiftly asked, does a draw mean neither team can
I'm gonna
podium? I
dive
don't, I don't think it
forward.
writes off a podium.
yeah,
So
but
you
definitely
can
right.
Definitely
engage
writes off
consolidate,
winning.
So if you do, you have to go closer to the closest, which is this way, not
But
that way
it's,
anyway.
There's no point.
And
No
you guys in the
point.
chat,
But
can you give us an
stay
update
there.
on how Sweden Poland's
But
doing?
these
Sweden
four
was winning, so I'm
these four
curious
swing
if
there.
it's
Armor
still the
contempt just in
case.
case. Go ahead. -1 to hit.
Yeah, curious to know how the other rounds are going.
And I've got 1,
So
2,
16.
But
Got
goodness,
16
this
hit.
one's been hard
Yep,
fought.
there you go.
The entire
Fours.
round is played out very much like this game here in the
1
main.
dice.
100%.
Slogging it.
And 3s.
Absolute slog.
3 ups.
Nice. 3 ups for me.
Yes, sir.
Wounds the guy.
And you had how much OC you said, sorry?
This is 15 OC. Sorry, this is 13 OC.
13 OC.
13 OC.
Cool, that's fine.
Are
Yeah, it's enough.
Bulgrin 1 or
Yeah.
2 OC? They're
Cool.
1, right?
That is return.
Oh, they can have an
I've
order for
given
2
you
OC. yes,
assassinate,
yes.
and I've given you secure.
Yep. So already max both.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and next round.
Yep. I'll get a 5.
Yep.
see what my cards are. I go to 3 CP still.
Yep.
10 primary for Nassim.
Leo,
Oh, yeah,
you
only
do
got a
order first,
5.
but
Where's
you'll always
why
some
only a
battle shots.
5?
Yeah, of course.
Is Leontis battle shocked, possibly?
That one's sticky, does it not?
Okay, it's sticky.
Oh, you don't get for that one. You only hold
yeah,
for the
it's a home
mid-board.
objective. I'm just so used to
No
it. You're right.
prisoners.
So it's only that Hellhound on
Containment.
the objective, or the
Contain.
Chimera.
Yeah,
It looks like a
so
hellhound.
primary edge
And that's
then
the
for his
best
Dark
option.
Angels. This is
That's the best
slipping
They
thing.
did a
away.
great
Put him
job
in.
pushing Nassim off
So
the
I
I will
will-
objective.
make sure we just both get
So
our
I will
primary.
contain for 6.
Yeah, you will find a way to contain for 6. I'll just mark it. We know what's happening.
I contain for 6. Got 3 CP. I can auto pass Leontis.
Nassim gets no prisoners. No prisoners is really tricky
Fucking
to
Hellhound
get.
to contain.
Because
You're gonna
all
get
the tough
15.
units are out for the Dark
Fair warning,
Angels.
I'm in tact doctrine, so I have max reactive moves at the moment.
And John has a bunch of shenanigans. If Nassim falls
Okay,
back
and
to
then
start
the
shooting,
prisoners will
John
be-
will be able to move and hide and gain
The
cover.
push from John has worked here.
Yeah, Nassim doesn't have enough
Slightly
firepower.
confused how Nass has been muscled to a 5.
Leontis can go.
Can he not double the OC of the
15.
Bullgrim in the middle, hold it there?
He can do it here.
Don't know if
or
they
the
got
tank
battle
commander
shock,
can do it. He's
maybe.
on
Maybe I
3
missed
wounds.
He's on 3.
He's on 3.
Sorry about that. He'll die when you point a tank commander at him and the Hellhound can contain.
So there's no Bullgrim on the objectives for it looks like.
I'm thinking the one in the very centre. He's got 8 Bullgrim. Oh, they're not in order range to have their OC doubled. That's what
Yeah.
that is. This is where
Because Leontis is squad
this
is
is
dead,
where
so
the
Voxcaster is no longer
understanding of the guard of John
Well, look
Lennon
at
has outmuscled him here. Yeah, good spot, Hugh.
This is basically going to be the final, and I have 2 cards to draw.
And that's going to do it on this game. I think
I'm orange.
that's going to push
So
Lennon out ahead. But
Yeah, that's gonna stop
That's what I
Nassim
got.
trying to.
Nass with no prisoners, potentially able to pick up some kills. Try to keep this as tight as
one
he
with each
can.
right.
they're 1 wound grippers, yep.
So a melter mine and then a grenade.
So they're just working that out now. So
Contain.
it's a
Yeah.
good time to go and look around to see how the other games are progressing.
Tank commander. Maybe kill those guys. Maybe not. If I come here, melter mine. 3, 8. As long as I don't kill all 3 with the melter mine,
Yeah,
I can do it. And I think that's pretty much almost the best I've got.
I think so.
He'll kill him. You will score 15, that's without a doubt.
Yes, OC2 is a huge advantage. If Bullgrim with OC2 were OC2, Nassim would be fine.
Yeah.
But again, they're out of range of orders. Leontus losing his master Voxcaster, which I believe is 24-inch range order, is absolutely massive.
Contain for 6 at least. He's gonna kill him, so if I kill that. Got one better, I can just move the tank commander here. shoot plasmas down till
46-34
there.
from...
Yep.
Is it Sweden winning then? There's still plenty
The
of
thing
games
I'll
to
warn you
go.
about is that he has full distance reactive move right now.
Yeah.
Got our first completed score of the round. And Anthony Vanilla
got
has
5,
dug it
probably
out,
behind
come
the
back
wall.
into the
5, yeah.
game, finished
Can't hide
10-10
there.
against Chris
Ooh.
Kinnear.
And
That's
it was looking very
big.
good.
That was one of the games England were hoping to get some points from. Looked like it was
As long as
going
you
well
do
in
it
the early
properly, you're good.
game.
And just
Don't
swung.
want you to
But
do
you
it
know Anthony
improperly
Vanilla,
because
he
then
is
tells
never
you.
out. He
Of
is
course.
never out.
You
It's
can
one of
stop.
those
Scrapped.
Angron coming back and...
Scrapped back
ruined
for a
the day.
10-10 very happily there in that game. Actually, in our Matrix, one of the ones we were worried about. So in the end, you'll take a 10-10.
Oh, but you were hoping
But
for
we were
more
definitely,
the way it was
once it started to look like there were points to be had there, we were hoping that might
Why not,
cancel
right?
out other swings we're seeing. And yeah, I think
I'll just do the melter mine and thing there and see how it works.
I think
You're
you're right,
walking there.
guys. I
Yeah,
think
Malcolm
probably
Martin
I think maybe a
fails.
12 to Lennon here, to be honest.
So just
Ooh,
grenades and hope for the best.
52-48 for
Yeah,
Sweden.
Could well be a
So that puts you down
12.
to 2.
Nas needs to
Yeah.
push.
Move the guys where
Try
they're
and
going,
get up
just
and
so
over
that-
the 85
He's going to
mark.
be here where you can't get run away from him.
I agree, plasmas can see here.
Plasmas can see here. Make sure I can see
And he's
with
blood. Yeah, I think this will be a 12-8. Is my guess.
this one guy there.
Yeah.
Unless John's cards absolutely shaft him.
Yeah. Nassim's
And
pushing the score very well.
The
up, it's
breakthrough
just,
crucial.
Plasmas would be better.
Breakthrough absolutely
this guy
crucial
moving.
there.
Yeah, he's getting
Played
extra moves
meticulously by
to
John to
contain
just
that.
swindle Nas off the objectives
I
of
just
his
want to know where he
castle.
is for my turn.
Yeah,
I know
that's
you
fine.
can do it.
That's fine.
And Nas had just
guys
run
are
out
here
of
for
guys
us,
to hold him off.
Sure.
Nassim again moving back just to stop.
This friend is supposed to be with them. I
John.
apologize.
Yeah.
He's somewhere there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I even squad marked them. I just left them behind. I don't think it changed anything.
So we'll have other scores
is
coming
the
in as they
best bet.
finish.
Yeah, it's close to the end of the round. 19
One
minutes
there.
left.
To who?
You've still got Storm.
Storm is still on the table. Stick object right there.
Okay, so there might be a change to the World Eater score. Might be 11-9 instead of 10-10.
Cool. So shoot plasma. So I can still
Math
tank
is
shot
hard,
him.
especially after
I'll
you've
do it
played a
like
week
this.
of
Yeah, you
high
got a
intensity
better charge,
competitive 40k.
Charge. Plasmas, so they'll contain, so that's 6. Demolisher here. Yeah, the guns that can reach there.
What's that?
The guns that can reach there are going to shoot there. The ones that can't here. So last,
I don't think what is a bidding
Demo?
sisters. I
Demo.
think it's a draw,
Eight.
but possibly it's
Probably
11
enough.
points for
Hey, I
Chris.
hope so.
Hopefully.
I need a 1 on that, but you just need to roll some 2s, mate. What's the worst that could happen? Really? That's when you roll a quad? That could have been
He's
my
dead.
save roll. He's dead.
is dead.
Yeah,
He's dead.
He's
So
got
that's at least
that's-
2.
Quadruple
prisoner.
6 from Nassim.
Yeah.
Glasshammer dice represents.
And then assist drops. Plasma, overcharged. Gets to go straight through.
I'll get, for what the little bit it's worth, I'll have cover, so I'll get 6 up because there are 4 bomber saves.
We have another result. Chris Radford's Grey Knights have 11-9'd the Tyranids.
Who's now superior 1?
Cool. So
Five.
5.
Looking
One
very
of them is
close,
dead.
very drawish so
So
far.
However.
Chris Radford, so consistent in this
there's one left.
tournament,
We're pulling the guys all the way
gets
back
his
down to
result.
range.
Last cannon.
brings back again slightly more than he promised.
2,
So a couple of scores that are
CP.
looking really nice.
6.
Yes, I will. All right, you got it. So 2 no prisoners.
There you go.
Nassim got 2
Overall
for
mood
represents.
in
That's
the
pretty
round
much
is
my
just
turn.
that Manny needs to
Just see where
find
cards are. We know what's
points.
going to happen here.
They
If you
also
want-
Every
back.
point he can
I
find
will
has a
hit
massive
here, I
impact
will
on
hit
this
here,
game
we'll
right
draw
now.
cards to then determine if that matters. So you're charging?
Charge
All right.
and
We'll only roll that if the cards tell us it's necessary.
sure.
Yeah, they both know.
Defend stronghold
Yeah.
and establish locus.
Yeah. These guys goes there.
They can walk
Tank,
there,
the
very
World
easy
Eater Sisters
defend,
game was a
establish
draw.
6.
These guys can do it there.
So
And
here's
our
the
estimations
map.
were that if the
I already
Exalted pull off a
established
trap, it
locus
could
for
be
6,
very
so
bad.
Establish
maybe
locus
we
for
don't-
6.
And if not, it's a reasonable game.
Defend.
Didn't go the way that Anthony
I might
wanted.
not take defend.
Looks like
Oh,
they're
sure.
just talking
Um,
the game
Point
out
doesn't
to
matter.
see what the final score is
So
in here,
let's
because
go
they
look
just
at
draw the
this.
cards to see if it
Establish
matters.
Nas,
Somewhere.
yeah,
Establish
so
locus is worth 4.
Establish
So
locus and
basically
defend
whether
for
John
John.
Lennon can get
If I score this, I'm at
whether he-
11-9.
11-9.
So there's no reason to keep defense stronghold.
So redraw it. See what happens.
Defend.
I do have to
Changed.
pick Oath and Doctrines first, fair warning. I have popped every doctrine except Dev, so I'll pop Dev. And I have 1-2 command points.
yeah,
at
the
moment.
overall round just a close, grindy
I'm
game.
going to look through the rest of this just to see what an option is. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Can you get one of my coaches?
I've muted the players to get the coaches. Yes, so Nassim talking it out with
anything.
John Lennon, seeing what
Bring it
the
down.
possible
Could.
score is,
I'd have to work for it, but it's possible.
because they both are very low
Cleanse,
on time.
Worst case, it's this, and then depending on his cards, this.
Yeah, I'm drawing a card.
There we go. We're just muting it because there's coaches.
Okay.
There you go.
These
Back to
3
the
are
decks.
worth a diff. This one might be worth a diff. These 2 are never worth a diff. So, and I dropped Call the Horde because it doesn't matter for this. So, we've got.
Alrighty, we have another score for you. Vic VJ, Nick Nanavati, that is a 10-10. Defensive game from Nick, executed to perfection in the end, managed to hold off Vic, prevent any major breakthrough there.
Looks like a very drawish round.
It's a very drawish mission on a very drawish round.
John's deciding if he wants to redraw his defend.
I see.
They're not going to be out of combat. They're not
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
just
out of
whether John
combat.
can get a
I'm not
12,
gonna
right?
kill them. Unlikely to kill them. We'll go ahead and attack Doctrine. Them.
Ah, yeah, because if he doesn't
There's
take
things
it,
it's most likely to go pop that tank.
He might get the worst one. He might get the better one. That's what he's
Yeah.
checking. Is it worth
Redraw.
it?
Oh,
Beat him. The thing
just
is,
in case you can bring it down.
in case I do bring it down, yeah.
and yeah, World Eaters
Sure.
can 20-0 and
actually,
be 20-0. They are one of those armies. They are volatile, a bit
denial,
like
Terry
Blood
denial,
Angels, as
I
we're
have
finding
to-
out this weekend.
Hit this. So we have to, and then we find out. So I think what we're going to actually do is tack Doctrine here,
Sure.
and
It's tough.
Storm. It is tough, yeah, it's tough. Because they can fall back to Storm.
Worth
this.
saying that Nick and Vic both
Although frankly, I can just
grinning
fall back
away.
out of
They have
the
had a
here to
great
stop that.
time in their
You won't be
game.
able to do the order because we've already passed the time.
Really happy.
And so I think then Storm Hostile is. If I
see
do
the score's
cleanse,
very
it's-
drawish
but
so
So
far.
Monster
doesn't
doesn't do
matter.
anything anyway.
Yeah,
does
it's a
Mark,
dead heat.
The worst 3 you can
Big
pick are
swing
here.
anywhere is going to decide this now.
Ooh, Sweden might take it away
It
from
doesn't change
Poland.
the diff even if you get
11 more
that would
points.
be a huge result
So
for
Storm doesn't
Sweden.
matter.
The Storm is worth. Oh, it's worth 4
It's worth
now.
4. Yeah, it doesn't do
You're
anything.
right. Storm doesn't do anything. You're right. So it's area denial and marked.
Realistically.
Marked, you'll mark those 2.
I'm definitely marking this.
Yeah.
Definitely marking this.
And then you'll probably mark Kazakhstan.
Because they're all the way there.
Long ass chart. Oh, yeah, they're already.
They're all the way
Yeah, the reason they're both talking it out quickly rather than trying to play the game is because they're both very low on time and they want to finish the game and score the maximum
better
points
there than
possible.
anywhere else, I think.
What's been nice, you watch both players, they've both been allowing the other to make optimal plays and adjust different things for the circumstances. Often
Area
after the
denial is
fact,
the only one that really
they
matters.
both want to play this to the highest
Mark,
possible
it's so
standard.
unlikely to work. Bring it down, it's so unlikely to
They've
work.
both been helping each other
Bring
in
it down
that
the
way the
attack
whole game.
doctrine
That's
here.
really nice.
Sure.
Mark that one. And I redraw. Do you want to do a D6 or you want me to just redraw?
I've
1
already
in
wanted
6 chance I get a 12. Otherwise it's 11. You want the redraw or you want the thing?
Whichever way you want to do it.
So an area denial would be mint if you wouldn't mind.
No.
Storm hostile, it's worth 4.
So-
I'll do it, it doesn't matter. Great.
11-9.
There you go.
Looks like the game's going to be 11-9.
Well done.
There you go, game's
11
finished.
final.
Okay,
11-9.
game over.
Yep.
11 man, fantastic game,
11-9.
well executed. Both players playing the absolute hell out of that army. I think Nassim played a really good defensive game there. His, his output and threat is just not quite the same as John Lennon's in that list. He doesn't really win the brawl as we saw when it happened.
We were hoping for Nassim to push for some points. He's got very good score, very close, solid. We were hoping for some of the swings going our way. The sister was looking good. Unfortunately,
Hasn't happened.
Anthony made an amazing.
Well, I think
comeback.
both players would have taken a 9 or an 11 coming out of this game. Interesting to watch on the stream, right? Really, really interesting. Very well
Exactly.
executed from
I'll
the guys. I'll
update the score from this game.
just go and thank them for their involvement.
No worries. Yeah, it's a very good, solid score from Nassim. We were hoping for as many points as possible, obviously, as England fans. John Lennon playing to his strengths, Nassim playing to his strengths, and it's just two immovable forces trying to fight each other. Going second being absolutely massive, obviously. It's 40-40, dead on draw at the minute. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 games still going. Blood Angels are not looking too hot. So hopefully these will be a little bit better. But while the scores are still coming in, I'll play a little fun video for you guys. It takes about 10 minutes. By the time it's over, we should have more scores in so that you can have a look and enjoy the round. And I'll be back with you as soon as the scores are in. Thanks all for watching. Amazing viewership, amazing support. It all helps. Sweden just beat Poland, which is incredible. It's great news for England. I'll go deliver the news and see how it's going and thank players for the game. So thank you guys for watching and stick around.
All right, guys, welcome. We've got quick fire law questions.
Oh, God.
It's New Zealand versus England. It's Ignite.
Wait, I'm representing my
teammates.
nation?
Ignite teammates. David Gaylord and Chris Radford.
no.
We've got a very competitive lawmaster, Nassim Fouchane, young gun. We've also got Seppian, who played on the stream yesterday. Fantastic player from China. We're going to ask them 6 law questions. Since it's 2 law heavyweights, Dan Bates, Chris Kinnair.
Not so sure about that. Worst people for this.
It's England versus Wales. It's also a grudge match, right?
This is.
Wales.
Probably the bottom of the barrel for both teams, so maybe it's an even matchup.
It's just winner takes all. Most of them answered quickest. Off we go. So the first question: who corrupted Horus Lupercal?
Erebus.
Erebus. Yes. Yes, Seppian. 1-0 to China. China racing into an early lead.
Oh, one of the demons. Zinch?
Oh.
I haven't got a
Not
clue.
Thief.
Nurgle.
No, it's not.
Erebus.
Yes, it's Erebus. It's 1-0 to Chris. Yeah.
I was trying to think of the sword name.
Very good. Hey, that.
No, because like the Zinch like messed with the guy and then
This feels.
Made a mistake. Okay.
that was the easy question.
No, it's not. That's not. That's what it's. Next up,
Dead.
who is the Primarch of the Ultramarines?
Gilliman.
Yes.
Yeah.
1-1 England coming back into it, but you were quick on the draw there as well, Seppian. Very, very good.
Gilliman.
Gilliman,
Yes! What is Gilliman?
Oh, Gilliman.
The Primarch, I think it's
1-1
chapter master.
boys. Okay, next one. What craft world is Eldrad from?
Oh,
Gilliman.
Boom!
Fucking get up from me!
I
was about to say Marnius. I was going to say Marnius. I was like, go to the fists.
19 more to go, baby.
All right,
19 more.
1-0 Dave. Okay. Next question. Which craft world is Eldrad from?
Utrecht.
Oh,
He's
the Eldar player. Give me elves, baby. Give me elves.
over here.
Ulfway.
That was me first, bro.
Ulfway.
I got that first, bro.
Dave, 2-0 Dave. Oh,
Ulfway.
yeah, you got it. It was just something, but yeah, absolutely. Oh, very good. 2-1 to China. They're pulling ahead here. So, question 4. By the way, you're already way better at this than Chris and David Gaylord. My goodness, they were terrible. Okay, so question 4. Which Chaos Space Marine Legion wear yellow and black stripes?
Black Legion.
Black and yellow.
Chevrons on the
Yellow.
armor.
Oh, just
Iron Warriors.
Iron
Oh,
Warriors.
there you go.
Yeah, let's get in.
Come on now.
Come on.
Stripes.
Iron Warriors.
Oh, that's dead heat. I think that's dead heat. Yeah, that's even. I think that's half a point.
Okay.
So 2.5, 1.5.
Okay.
And there are 2 questions left.
Iron Warrior.
Yes.
I was going to say Lamentus. I was going to say Lamentus for some reason.
3-1, Nas. You have to play a perfect game now.
Zen mode, mate. Zen mode.
Zen mode. Okay. What actually is a Votan?
It's a dwarf. They are a mutant strain of abhumans.
Okay.
Subhumans.
That's the wider league species. Yeah, but what is a Votan, Nas? What is it?
It's a dwarf, mate.
No, it's not a dwarf.
What is the central computer that
Yes,
generates?
it is!
Oh my god.
It's a 20-0! He's buried him! Oh my word.
Oh, it's not like a cybernetic organism.
Mate.
You're in the right ballpark, Dave.
Cyborg? No, but it's like
You're in the right territory. Definitely in the right territory.
man.
A Xenos.
That's a very general answer. You're not wrong.
Xenos? A Votan.
Yeah, what are the Votan themselves? Do you know? This is a tough one.
What? As in, like, I don't think I know the
First, that's all right, boys. This is quite new.
The Votan.
So they are the leagues of Votan, but what are the Votan? What actually is the Votan?
Dwarves.
Votan's a supercomputer. Big supercomputer.
Oh, shit,
It's like
really?
an ancestor.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Very cool. Okay, final question. Chris can snatch the 10-10. He plays great nights. He loves this shit. Let's see if
fuck,
It's 2-1 today.
That's a great eye question.
Yes!
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Votan is a big supercomputer that the little dwarves all run around to get their knowledge from.
Oh,
Not many people
really?
know that. They have
Wow,
these big
okay.
ancestor
Sort of like
crawlers.
Tyranids.
They worship.
I did not know that. Did not know
They get a
that.
lot of intros. That's right. That's quite new. You've been very
Okay.
good. So,
I didn't know that
final
one.
question.
Yeah, I forgot that one. I remember.
Is the Blood Angels' home planet?
Ball!
That's the time. That was the time. Hey, Sepia. Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
I got 6.
Ball.
Tira? Ball, yeah, there you go.
Ball.
Ball, that's
Fouchane! Yeah! Well done.
Hey,
Wait. No, there has to be a tiebreaker. I
Tiebreaker.
reckon get Vic. Vic, random question.
Vic, random question.
What did Magnus do wrong?
I'm
Well,
a Space Wolves player. Fucking hell.
He betrayed the Space Wolves.
I don't.
Well, he entered the mountain and
It's something
then.
to do with my fucking army.
No, did he kill the
did he
Space Wolves
do?
leader guy?
Oh, he did he like burn Fenris or something? I don't know.
No, nothing to do with the Space Wolves.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just Space Wolves.
Okay.
Okay, that's a great question. I don't know.
Someone else. Nas.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
What did Nas?
He won.
Bro, it's law.
No, wait, let me do it.
Good game, Dave. Good game. Go on, Dave.
I got Magnus.
There we go. I think that's a draw. You know, I think New Zealand, we take a draw against England any day of the week. So it's a pretty weak performance for you guys overall. if you
Thank
ask
you
me.
so much, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Chaos Space Marines. My role is pretty flexible, so my army can score high in specific matchups, and in other matchups, it can just hold the line and be a very reliable scorer. So depending on the team and the nation that we face, my army can be adapted quite flexible in the pairing process.
I'm playing Blood Angels, and my role is to 20-0 everyone. So I'm going to be playing Grey Knights. I think my role is a bit like a flexible role. I've got some matchups where I can like push for a 20-0, some where I can hold like a 10-10 quite well. So like a flexible role.
So I'm playing Leagues of Votan. It's a people's army, right? Very basic 40k, no tricks, nothing wild, just generic Warhammer. But I love them. Bit of shooting, bit of combat, lots of scoring elements. So my role in the team is just to go for that kind of blunting role, try and get as many points as I can against like anything, and just pray I don't get absolutely smashed by Thousand Suns or Blood Angels, but we'll see.
So I'm playing the Thousand Suns, and I'm going to be a bit of a flexible pick in the team. I'm using the same list I used last year pretty much, so yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing well with them.
I am playing the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard, and my role is to stay firm. Down the middle. 10-10 king. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, I think probably Dark Angels, because the damage doesn't damage.
Sisters of Battle, I think. The more Flamer Seraphim they have, the worse it is for me, because they really kill me fast. So that is not one I'm looking forward to play.
There's not really a particular matchup I worry about massively. I've got a couple matchups, mainly like heavy melee matchups, really. Be a bit trickier, but they're all playable, which is kind of what my army's designed to do.
Well, I've already mentioned them, right? Yeah, I would say Marines of most types and Thousand Suns are my two worst games. Outside of that, I can play pretty much anything. I'd say maybe NIDs as well. There's certain NID armies that I struggle with. But generally, I think the army's pretty strong because I've got a lot of tanks as well. Eldari are pretty good against me with all the haywire and things like that. But I think I could give them a game. I might be wrong.
There are a few armies that do counter T-Suns. I've played against a few GK librarians in my time, and they're a bit tough to deal with.
I definitely don't want to play these Thousand Suns at all. Terrifying army. One of the best in the game currently. Yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. It's a lot of indirect.
France. I think France. Very, very cool team. They have a massive team scene in France as well. And all the guys are lovely too. They're going to be great to play and also great on the table. They're going to be amazing.
I think a lot of people are saying France, and I'm agreeing with that. Just looking over there, they had three French players in the final four of War Master, so they've clearly brought a very talented squad. They have some really tricky lists, so my pick will be France.
I think there's a couple. I think probably France. I think they've been really impressive with War Masters in the last couple of days, and I think their balance of lists, the players they've got, look really, really strong this year, especially an upgrade from last year. But I also think USA and Poland there as well.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think it's quite tough at the top. I think there's a number of nations that are vying for it. I think for me personally, America is going to be like that team that's vying for the top and we want to try and beat. Great players, great armies, great guys.
So my number one pick for the WTC 2024 is going to be France. I think they've got an amazing lineup. They're well prepared and they're lovely guys. I hope they do really well.
Potential number one. Two come to mind. First one is definitely Poland, since they won it last year, and you know we've got a few wacky lists, but you know very much respected team, and I think they've got the most WTC wins, like with 4 stars, and pretty much mainly them as the main competitor. Some of the other teams are good, of course, like France, USA, I guess, but not up to the same level, I'd say.
I think I'd like to play Olivier. He's one of the best players in France. He's just won the singles. I don't know if you know, but he's just won the singles event. And I think Marine on Marine, let's find out what the better Marine is.
Definitely US. We have a lot of friends in the US team, and I've played a lot of them over the years. And if I had to choose one, it would be my Ignite teammate, Brian Sight. I'm coming for you, buddy.
So related to America, my old mate Nick Nanavati, we've known each other for years. I've not played him since I played him at the LVO back in like 2019 before COVID. Great guy, great player. We've been playing this game for years and I just love to absolutely smash him again.
I would love to face John Lennon from USA. I played him once on TTS and I really want to have a rematch with him. I think he's a great sport.
Oh, I would love to play the Sacco from Team France because he's just a good mate of mine and I'll put him into the dirt. I'm going to get 10-10.
The guy that just walked past here through the shot, Nassim Fouchane. He's like a school kid that doesn't do his homework. He's like just so annoying, so annoying.
Easily Nas. I think Nas is, he's like a child, isn't he? We had a practice weekend recently, and then he must have spent the whole weekend just chatting nonsense, breathed once, so definitely Nas.
It's the one right here holding the phone, Alex Harrison. #1 most annoying teammate. That's it.
Oh my God. If all of us haven't answered Nassim on this one, then something's wrong. But I love Nassim. He's just a child in a man's body sometimes. if you haven't met him yet, you'll hear him before you see him.
Alex, camera on him. This guy, princess. He's a princess. Yeah, definitely Alex.
I mean, I definitely can say Nassim because he stood right there, and he's already called me out. But no one's more annoying than Manny Chima. He takes a lot of work, but we all love him.